In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
What happened to your socks?
I don't know what happened.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Dude, now I got his skin is completely black. Oh my God.
This is where entertainment is going.
Oh, is that backfiring? Oh my God. Oh, Roland's got a paddle. Oh my God, Roland's on him. Who saw this coming?
They are sick freaks.
1, 2, 3, go.
B-Rock is attempting.
Give us a thumbs up if you're all right.
Shut up! It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh my God, it smells great in here today. What the hell's going on? Basil T's cooking breakfast for the crew? How good does that smell right now?
Really good.
See, you're just waking up. Yeah. We're smelling eggs with a little bacon.
Some fruity fruit.
There's some fruity fruit in the corner there.
Good morning, Steve from Bayshore.
There's also some strawberries to eat.
Yes. Well, good morning.
It's the Opie and Anthony show.
Gotta stop eating now.
And for the 3 people that are keeping track, I'm still blowing my nose.
3?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that listen to the show. There's 3 people that care enough to know if I'm getting better or not.
Know what the mucus count is?
How much snot is in one man's body? Seriously.
It is amazing
Enough.
when you blow your nose and then just minutes, sometimes seconds later, it's full again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does it make it that fast? Dump it into your schnoz.
I'm getting better, like 5% better every day. So
5%.
So I got 25% better this week.
Basis.
I got 25% more to go. So that means Saturday and Sunday. So around Tuesday of next week, I'll be 100%, I'm thinking.
Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday.
Feeling much better, though. It's been a hell week for me. All right, our phone number, 877-212-ONA.
It's easy.
You got ONARadio.com. That's starting to blow up a bit. Thanks to Stephen S. from Bayshore and his rundown. Also, you know, we throw all the videos, the visual stuff up there, I should say.
Yeah.
If we talk about a video or a picture, bam, we throw it on ONARadio.com. It's one place to go to see all the stuff we talk about, okay?
Right.
And then you got the Coke Logic animations. They get thrown up there.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What else is up there?
Oh, everything you need to know. It's a smorgasbord of information and entertainment.
Yeah. Well, we got lots to do. I guess a few people care, so we should tell them. Donald Trump was supposed to call our show yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I read an article that appeared in page 6 of the Post about how Donald pretty much hated us, called us slobs, and he would never, call our show ever again.
Yeah.
Or be on our show ever again. But he was scheduled for yesterday.
Certainly was.
So I guess he either forgot or he didn't care anymore. But I guess because we made a big to-do about it.
A stink.
He blew us off yesterday. And then there was communications going on after the show like crazy. My BlackBerry was getting all sorts of emails. And it turns out that another radio show, guess which one, blew up our spot. And brought it to the Donald's attention that we read the Post article and reminded him about the fact that, he called us slobs. And
who could it have been?
Well, the people from Donald Trump's people, or the people that scheduled Donald Trump on radio shows and media and stuff, admitted that it was another radio show, but they won't tell us which one.
Oh, thanks.
So use your imagination. I don't think it was Scott and Todd.
No. I would think
I don't think it was Mantown.
Somebody that probably has a relationship with Donald Trump, has over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a show still effing with us. Still. And it's all behind the scenes, by the way.
Yeah.
Because that's how they do their bidding. All behind the scenes, behind closed doors.
I wonder who it could be.
They just do it the wimpiest way possible, behind the scenes, closed doors. Make sure you leave me out of this, but that type of thing.
Do you think we need Donald Trump to do this show?
Well, then there is the biggest insult. Where's Steve? Maybe Steve could come in here. Then there was an email that got to me late yesterday that said, if you guys were willing to write a letter, right?
What?
Yeah. How pompous is this guy? We don't need Donald Trump on our show.
Yeah.
It's fun when he calls in every once in a while and we go at it a little bit and we make fun of him and he makes fun of us and then we promote his dumb project.
I guess they wanted some kind of written acknowledgement of apology.
I'll write him 4 letters. C-U. That's all. I'll stop there.
Wait,
you can guess what the other 2 are.
He wants us to apologize?
I guess, or
for what?
For making a to-do about the Page 6 thing.
What are you talking about? Seriously,
I swear that's the cryptic email I got yesterday. If
scroll.
Stop it! I get a lot of email.
Scroll.
I get.
We had a better show yesterday because we didn't have Donald Trump on. Because the time we would have wasted talking to him yesterday, we ended up doing some cool bit.
That's some fun.
I guess like a signed letter saying, "Let's just put this silliness behind us." Signed, Opie and Anthony.
Why doesn't he just come on the air and we'll hash it out?
Hash it out on the air.
I also remember a lot
That's
of this
what
stuff.
we do. We hash it out on the air. We don't go behind the scenes and have to write letters and take secret phone calls.
Also, a lot of this communication is done through intermediaries, so who knows exactly where this is coming from.
We have to send a letter like begging him to come on after he called us slobs.
Yeah.
That's
get out of here.
Yeah, that's going to happen. We wouldn't do that for anybody.
Taking notes.
And
that ain't happening.
And it was another radio station, right?
It was another radio show. We don't know which one.
We do know which one.
Okay.
Come on. It was Snort Norton.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Going local for
Could it
Buffalo.
be?
Larry Norton blew up our spot.
What could it be?
I told Donald Trump that we were talking badly about him.
That's if his rep is telling the truth. Whoever the rep is, maybe the one that heard the promo and told him himself.
It could be. Again,
take the hit.
Again, that's right. I mean, again, a lot of this communication happens through intermediaries. Very rarely, it's not like I was on the phone with Donald Trump and getting this communication directly. There were,
Steve,
layers of people.
I realize you would be an intermediary too.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But you did get an email.
Sorry, I mean,
it's not like I was on the phone with Donald Trump.
Well, I mean,
you mean an intermediary? It would be like me or Opie being on the phone with Donald.
Poor analogy.
Or Jimmy.
It's early.
Nah, you can call me a slob.
That's true.
That's true. The slob was directed at you guys.
Yeah, he kept Jimmy out of it.
Damn.
So you definitely got the email that it was another radio show, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tom suggested it was the promo that we ran promoting the fact that Donald Trump.
I agreed
was
with
on our
that.
show. Do we have that, E-Rock? Yeah, why would we?
No.
We weren't going to talk about Donald Trump today, right? Of course not.
Oh,
there were only a million emails going around yesterday. Why would we have the promo ready?
Oh, you just gave it thumbs up.
You got it? All right. This is how we were promoting Donald Trump's appearance. We played this late in the show yesterday, but it's worth playing again just to get to the bottom of this whole thing.
Could have been a problem.
All right, you listen to this and see if there is possibly a problem here. Hi, guys. Opie and Anthony again. Yesterday, we really screwed up and kind of didn't do this promo the right way. No. And because of that, Donald Trump blew us off. E-Rock, I think today is the day we fire E-Rock. You have got to be the stupidest man in broadcasting.
That was the promo we did.
Why?
Yesterday for today's show.
Rock, was that not your fault?
The cart that it was in has been replaced with yesterday's promo. So the one I had loaded from yesterday has been replaced.
So why wouldn't you check it before we get in here? That's your job.
Oh, boy.
You know we were going to talk about Donald Trump today because the email was going around. So why wouldn't you make sure you got the right promo loaded and ready to go?
You get one demerit.
Do you have the other one though? Let's take lemons and
rub it into a wound.
Yes.
God.
That was great. I don't know. There's something about that just cracks me up.
What?
Like when, all right, here it is, and the button gets pushed, and it's completely wrong.
Yeah.
It really makes me laugh.
And especially when it's poor Eric.
I know.
You can see the panic. He's like,
oh. It's like, I don't know. It's, oh,
the
jeez.
man took it.
The man, Mr. Man.
He becomes like a 1-year-old. The man took it away.
Yeah. At this point, there's not enough cinnamon in the world for you to swallow.
Ooh. You almost died.
You should swallow a whole ladle of cinnamon at this point.
Oh,
that's right.
It's coming.
Rock.
You know we're live on the air, right? So keep typing. It's coming from Tim when you have a microphone in front of you. But keep typing because your typing is terrific.
You don't talk enough on air, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, Rock. Your voice is like a siren song.
Siren song.
Oh my God! Well, as we wait for this, because timing's everything in radio, so
yeah.
I'm sure it'll be just as terrific when we finally get it.
I don't trust intermediaries. It could have been the guy. It probably was the other radio show, but if it wasn't, it was that guy who didn't want to admit. Yeah, I heard it and I told him, and he didn't like it.
Just get Donald Trump to call our show and see what happens. There's going to be no letters if that's what he wanted. We hash it out.
Letter.
Maybe we work something out. Maybe we don't.
The hell are we, businessmen?
We don't really need him for a good radio show. It just makes for a good storyline, and it's now interesting. But besides that, who cares?
How about a fax?
A fax?
Yeah.
You want a fax?
One that rolls up and falls on the floor like the old days.
Yeah. like that stupid from the Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah. Where it fell down and rolled underneath something. Was that a Tom Cruise movie?
Yeah, with that dumb Walter Brimley looking for him.
Yeah.
Quaker Oats fruit.
Oh, the diabetes guy.
All right.
Liberty Medical Supplies can get your diabetes supplies.
Hey, all right. Well, you know what? Why don't we?
The Firm. That was it.
Yeah, The Firm, which was a great book. I don't remember if the movie was good. Do you?
It was good, except it's the worst music ever put in a movie.
Is it?
For you to notice music is bad, it has to be horrendous.
Yeah, some movies are pretty good, and the music just ruins it. It's so dated.
That and Injustice for All are probably the two worst scored films ever. It's like, who did this? It's like a joke? Was this the wrong movie they put?
Oh, well, here it comes.
Steve from Bayshore says that Jimmy is sweetly cruel to E-Rock.
Yeah.
You're sweetly cruel to him.
I like E-Rock. He knows that. I get a weird view of him. I just see his little hat.
Yeah.
And his glasses.
I throw things at him all day long. I try to hit his hat.
I just don't know what it is with him. He's got a lot of potential, but he's so frustrated.
He's in the room.
I know he's right there. Who gives a crap?
He's sitting right there.
Well, now that the moment has passed, this is how we promoted Donald Trump's appearance.
Let's bring the moment right back.
On our show.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Opie and Anthony here. Just want to let you know, tomorrow on the show, Donald Trump. He said he would never call our show again.
What?
He didn't like us. We are going to talk to Donald Trump tomorrow.
Why?
He needs promotion, obviously.
Oh, okay.
He's poor. All on the next Opie and Anthony show, 92.3 K-Rock.
Okay, that could have been a problem.
I say that shouldn't be a problem.
Shouldn't.
Yeah, Donald Trump has a sense of humor.
Does he?
I think so.
When have you
What,
ever
you think
seen
he's
it
full-
displayed? I've never seen him funny once.
Never funny.
I've liked things he said because he's a dick. I mean, he's been brutal to people, which he brutalized Rosie and
You think
some other
he's-
tough targets. I mean, I kind of like that.
You think he's full of himself where that would get to him?
Just the idea, oh, they think that I'm groveling. Well, then I won't go on. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
There any orange juice back there?
Orange juice.
Call it OJ, please.
There
I'd
you
like
go.
to have some of that.
Hey, I could use some OJ too there, Kenny.
I'm having a real breakfast this morning. Ooh,
I see that.
Look at me.
Kenny ran in. It was so awful.
All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to replay something just to start the show off. It'll be new for a lot of people. And then we're going to take a break, and then we're going to regroup and get into some other things, including Cancer Guy. I don't know.
He's not even Cancer Guy. He's just like rotting away, heart attack, stroke guy.
Well, yeah, but he's missing a leg, too, so.
Yeah, but that was from blood clots.
Oh, okay. Is this commercial only being played in New York?
I don't know.
All right. Well, this is what we're going to do then.
We get awful anti-smoking commercials here in New York City. Jesus Christ, enough.
They really want everyone to stop smoking in New York because the latest guy they're using is just a horror show. And we'll put the commercial up on onaradio.com later today so the rest of America could enjoy it, okay? But first, there was a story of a kid that decided to stay home from school because he enjoyed his Christmas holiday so much, and he glued his hand to the bed.
I could totally relate to this kid.
Yeah?
Who the hell wants to go back? Your Christmas vacation. You don't want to go back to school. Oh, that's exactly how I was. But I would say, I got a stomach ache. And I'd cry, and Dad would yell at me, call me the F word for homosexual.
Why would you always use that word?
Well, because he didn't want his son to be a homosexual. And he would say, Ro, you're turning him into a,
Yeah.
I wish I could say it, but it's stupid.
But we're not allowed to?
Nah, I don't think we're allowed to.
No.
But, he would call me that because I was always crying.
Yeah.
And after vacations, it was the same thing. Going back to school. This kid took it to a whole new level there with the crazy glue.
Right. Well, the story is good, but then we played the bleep game, and that's why we're replaying this today.
Yes.
Here we go. Here's the original story.
A boy in Mexico tried to skip school and got into a sticky situation, literally. This 10-year-old snuck into the kitchen of his family's home early Monday, got industrial glue, slathered it on his right hand, and then grabbed the frame of his bed. When the boy's mother woke up, she found him in his room watching TV with his hand on the bed. At first, she didn't think anything of it, but when she realized he was stuck, she spent nearly 2 hours trying to get his hand free with water, oil, and nail polish remover. Eventually, a team of paramedics were called in. The boy says he pulled the stunt because he had so much fun on Christmas break, he didn't want to go back. But it didn't work. He was unglued in time for class. The boy's hand is fine, and his mother describes her son as a good kid, but says he's mischievous like all kids.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Kind of dumb, actually.
Simple
right?
story.
Simple story, and then the guys took it and played the bleep game with it to make it much more interesting. Mm-hmm. This is what Danny came up with.
A boy in Mexico tried to skip school and got into a sticky situation, literally. This 10-year-old snuck into the kitchen of his family's home early Monday, got industrial glue, slathered it on his then the frame of his bed. When the boy's mother woke up, she found him in his room watching TV with his on the bed. At first, she didn't think anything of it, but when she realized he was stuck, she spent nearly 2 hours trying to get his free with water, oil, and nail polish remover. Eventually, a team of paramedics were called in. The boy says he pulled the because he had so much fun on Christmas break, he didn't want to go back. But it didn't work. He was unglued in time for class. The boy's fine, and his mother describes her son as a good kid, but says he's mischievous like all kids.
See, it makes the story a little different now, doesn't it?
All of a sudden, Opie, it didn't seem like his hand anymore. That's for sure.
You got that right, Anthony. And then Sam handed one in. I'm like, Sam, you can't do anything else with that. Danny did it all.
Mm-hmm.
Put the bleeps in the proper place, and it made it sound a little more mischievous.
Mischievous.
Right.
Mischievous.
And dirty. And but Sam handed it in anyway, and here's what he came up with.
A boy in Mexico tried to skip school and got into a sticky situation, literally. This 10-year-old snuck into the kitchen of his family's home early Monday, got industrial glue, slathered it on his right hand, and then grabbed the of his. When the boy's mother woke up, she found him in his room watching TV with his hand on the. At first, she didn't think anything of it, but when she realized he was stuck, She spent nearly 2 hours trying to get his hand free with water, oil, and nail polish remover. The boy says he pulled the because he had so much fun on Christmas break, he didn't want to go back. But it didn't work. He was unglued in time for class. The boy is fine, and his mother describes her son as a good kid, but says he's mischievous like all kids.
And there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know who I hate more in that story. The reporter, the mother's description of the kid being mischievous, or the kid.
The reporter's droning delivery.
Horrendous.
Is awful.
Horrid.
All right, we're just getting started. It's FU Friday, by the way. We'll go to the FU line a little later on today, see what you guys are bitching about. We also have Howie Mandel checking in today. Good friend of the show.
Ooh.
He's still calling, right? We didn't trash him.
I don't know. Did we?
Is there another radio show that's going to blow up our spot on that one, too?
Did we call him names in our promo?
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
And also we got a full house today. Who's coming in? We got Patrice O'Neill.
Patrice at 7, and then at 7:30 it's Bob and Louis C.K.
Bob. Oh, very cool. It's going to be one of those out-of-control shows today.
No one wanted to play with Bob last night.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
All right, we'll talk about that in just a bit. It's Opie and Anthony. We're going to have a party today. Patrice O'Neill has entered the studio.
Yeah.
He's brought one of my favorite people in the entire world with him, Gavin. Gavin's an animal. And poor Basil Tees, by the way. Between these guys, how much you weigh, Gavin? What does he say? 290? 290.
290.
All muscle, by the way.
Yeah.
290, flat stomach. How tall are you? 6'5". 6'5", 290. Not an ounce of fat on him. This guy is a problem.
And just always kind of in a good jovial mood, which just shows that he would rip you apart.
I think that's what I like about him, because I visualize him just beating the living crap out of somebody, smiling and laughing the entire time. Yeah. You're right. And then you got Patrice O'Neill sitting down on the couch. How are you, Patrice?
Good morning. Good morning.
What did you just order from Basil Tees over there?
Something delicious. My eyes are blurry, so I don't really know, but it looks like the color I eat.
Is it the diabetes?
You know how it is, man.
Yeah.
I got to drink some awful diabetic cold medicine.
Oh.
Buckley's, it tastes like garbage. Like
Spud Buckley's?
Oh,
Canada.
Hey. You tried Buckley's before?
Yeah, I live for Buckley's. The greatest stuff ever.
It burned my insides. It told me I was sick.
Really?
Like it started to actually meld with the whatever virus I got in my chest. And that's what I get for taking care of my girl.
Wait, she was sick?
Oh, she did it.
And she wasn't the kind of sick. Usually I ignore her sickness. She's home and just deal with it, trooper.
Yeah.
But this one was like, she was begging for help, kind of. Like, not begging literally, but like her cough was like, I'm going to die. My will's in the safe upstairs. And I'm just looking at her, sucking my teeth.
Pamper her and everything.
Not pamper her. More like just bring her stuff when I think she needs it.
Yeah.
And lock her in a room.
And do you remind her, like did
attic.
you take your medicine? Flowers in the attic.
slip poison cookies under the door until she get better.
Patrice's idea of pampering is here.
That's exactly what I did. Every 2 hours, here. I would throw 2 pills at her. She would get them like one of them hungry rats that just got to, oh my God, it's food.
Yeah.
And then
throw them
throw them in the room and just shut the door real fast.
She'd come peek out and just to say hi, get in there, get back. With a broomstick. But I took care of her. Now, as soon as she left, feeling a little better, she had to go to the hospital and get some, like, super duper stuff. And, now I got it. And the worst thing about a cold is when you know it's coming. Mm-hmm. Like some evil thing that you see, like the iceberg.
Nothing you can do about it.
It's inevitable.
Yeah. It's like the iceberg. It's coming at you slow, and you can't get out of the way for whatever reason.
It's a horrible feeling, and the worst feeling is when you try all this stuff, and I really want to smack whoever invented these little candy Alka-Seltzers that are supposed to help you fight a cold.
Airborne
it is the worst. It's a drink.
Yeah.
It's just like orange juice. Delicious grapefruit flavor. It's just. But now I'm feeling okay. That's why I'm like, you start talking and feeling entertaining, and it's like,
yeah, you kind of forget about it.
I was listening to Al Sharpton's replay over here on Power. Over there.
Oh, on the Power?
What was he saying today?
Well, it was.
He was upset about something, wasn't he?
Being like publicly ever going against Al Sharpton because he, if the cops do something evil,
You want him there.
Is there. No one else is ever there. But sometimes it's just, I just think we're becoming, and we, meaning black people, we're just becoming unreasonable. And it's like that word lynch, the way that girl used it on the Golf Channel, I heard it a million times. I really want to be the guy that goes, get these crackers, get them.
Yeah.
It's just...
It's
just unreasonable. It was unreasonable.
Well, Tiger Woods said he wasn't offended, and
but some of the people are angry at Tiger Woods, like
right.
they like
For not being offended.
it's almost marginalizing. Like they go, oh, he don't know, because he doesn't. He's half Chinese. He doesn't know.
Oh, God.
Like that's what it's like. Like people will be on the radio saying he just doesn't know how to feel about this situation. He has no clue.
It doesn't even matter. He's known this woman forever.
She said lynch in the context. I don't understand why context is disappearing, and it just don't be unreasonable.
Yeah,
man.
context is gone.
Now it's like, what are we fighting against now? We're fighting against Freudian slip racism now.
You know why? And Patrice, I brought this up the other day. Black people, as far as Obama goes with the presidential election, black people better hope he doesn't win, because the second he wins, black people have no excuses left in the whole goddamn country, because a black man now made it to the pinnacle of the free world, president of the United States, which means anything is possible for a black man in this country.
Look, that's what white people are going to think. That's
what white people are going to think.
White people are going to go, all right, it's
game over.
Even
game over.
Oh, come on.
One of your guys is president of the United States. You can do, if you apply yourself, everything is out there. Every resource is out there to do whatever you do.
For a second, let's be honest. It's only when he becomes president, or Hillary, either one. It's basically a symbol. It's a monument to something. I don't know enough about politics to think that he's going to sign any bills that actually make him the black president. I don't think you should fear the black president.
That's
Matter
what
of
we were saying.
I think everything is going to be like, he's going to go out of his way to make sure that scrutiny of white people, because if he becomes president, Fox Channel is going to be now, Obama Network 24. It's going to be like President OJ, and anything he does is going to be scrutinized. If he hires too many black people at the top, if he was the president and had Colin Powell and Condoleezza Rice as his side people,
yeah, you'd be like, uh-oh.
It'll be like, oh, here we go. Next thing is raping white women's legal. Yeah, it's not gonna. Nothing's gonna. It's just
not gonna have that much.
Nothing will change.
He won't have that much power to make drastic changes in that way. There's too many checks and balances. Jimmy and I were discussing this the other day.
I'm not even talking about him changing stuff. I'm not talking about him changing stuff. I'm talking about the perception now that black people have the man's foot on their head and are being kept down, when this guy is able to work himself up through his entire life to be president of the United States. That means that anybody
you're pretty high
can
up
truly
on white thinking. Like,
on
as far as white people thinking goes,
I'm pretty up there.
You're pretty high up on, pretty much the temperature of what white people think.
Thank you, sir.
I listen to this radio. Obi doesn't talk about politics that much in terms of, but Obi's very liberal type of dude. Like he's very fair guy. You're an unfair white guy.
I'm an unfair white guy. I am reality, and people do not want to face it.
You're the opposite. Even though you're like an Italian dude, but you're very opposite. But you think this is what it kills me, and this is what bothers me about like the O'Reillys of the world.
Oh, I'm being lumped in with
not. Please, there you go. Now Freudian is now,
O'Reilly's an ass.
But I'm saying, when people like that look at, it's an injustice for anybody in this country who's in the know. Al Sharpton's in the know, dude. He is deep. I've seen him tackle the highest level of thinkers. He's a bad dude when it comes to dodging and doing that and saying things.
He's self-serving.
But when guys like that and guys like Bill O'Reilly use the general layman, like, to make them think that they're white, and the general layman black person to make oh yeah, he's speaking for me, and then some farmer named Fred in Nebraska thinks like O'Reilly is him, and black people are talking about him. We're not talking about no dirty, I got a $200 hat. So it's like I'm not looking at the average white guy as my oppressor, and I think it's unfair for the people who are not in the know to keep getting puked, man. And the only thing about Obama is this. Every president has a legacy. Every president. No matter what he really did, he signed 75 bills. George Washington cannot tell a lie. He's the first president. Lincoln freed the slaves. Jimmy Carter with Iran hostage, whatever. And
what about Taft?
Don't know. Got shot. I mean, he was one of those dudes that got killed. Reagan has a different kind of thing, but like Obama's legacy is already there. No matter what he does, he can now comfortably be the president because his legacy is set. So he can actually do some good, and so couldn't Hillary, because their legacy is set. They're going to be defined as the first black president or the first woman president.
Yeah, but what word is used to define them depends on what he does.
President N-word. It's crazy, man. It bothered me, that whole thing about this girl. It's just like, when do we stop being unfair?
Hey, Patrice, let me jump in here because I want to bring everyone.
Me, man.
Hold on, I want to bring everyone to the party.
Indiana Quincy
Hold
Jones.
on, just in case.
Take this off.
Hold on.
Commitment to that hat.
I just want to replay what Kelly Tillman said on the Golf Channel so everyone's on board.
All right.
This is what's bothering you.
It was an on-air conversation about Tiger Woods' dominance in golf until Kelly Tillman went there.
Yeah, maybe they should just gang up for a while until
lynch him in the back alley.
Yeah, that's right.
Lynch him in a back alley? And then days later, when she tried to apologize, she couldn't quite get that right either.
The other day we were joking around about ways to spur on these young players. I made a brief comment that certainly wasn't meant to offend anyone involved.
And that was it. She went on with her analysis of the tournament.
I hate that reporter because she made the apology and that was it. Well, yeah, that's what...
wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough for him.
That's what you do. You just do a quick apology and move on.
Now I gotta wait to see if you slip up as a racist now. That's what I do. And what that's going to do is now all live everything will be stopped soon. I was just envisioning that because just so no one bothers nobody, the Super Bowl will be played. Then it will be shown the next day just to make sure,
happened.
Bucky Johnson didn't say, Negro, boy, look at those knees growing. What did he say? Like, it's just ridiculous, man.
Hey, we got just a little bit more. This is where Al Sharpton jumps in.
As for Tiger Woods, he made it clear tonight through a spokesman that he was not offended by the remarks. The story is a non-issue, the statement released tonight says. Tiger has a great deal of respect for Kelly. We know unequivocally that there was no ill intent, a sentiment not shared by Reverend Sharpton, who still plans protests unless Tillman is fired.
Shouldn't that be good enough? If Tiger says it's a non-issue and he wasn't offended, shouldn't that be good enough?
And then I was listening this morning. I think it was a replay, but he started equating. What if he said to a Jewish athlete, "You should take him in the back alley and put him in the gas chamber"? And I'm just like,
that's a little too.
It's so,
and that's not a term that people.
Yeah, that isn't
that's not a common
right
term. That's not something you'd say. Oh God, lynch him in an alley is like a sarcastic thing. That's not something. Gas him in an alley. Something's never said.
I'll tell you, in this day and age, where you really got to watch what you say, be politically correct. People's jobs are in jeopardy if they slip up and say something. The bringing up the term lynching is all of a sudden now a racist remark. It really is. It wasn't just a few years ago.
Whatever,
no, then it was what it was. It was really lynching.
Right.
But then, I mean, no, throughout like the 80s and stuff, when you would mention lynching, it wasn't this racist term.
Well, it was applied to Westerns, but it became synonymous with what was happening, between 1901 and
yeah, but
2 weeks ago.
It only became synonymous with that recently, with this whole environment of political correctness that we live in now. You can't say anything. A noose has become a symbol of racism.
Right.
It wasn't. It was a symbol of like, on Halloween you'd hang it up as some kind of a symbol
it was
of
always a symbol
scary
of violence.
Thing. It was scary and
it's always been a symbol of violence. But my thing is, okay, let's say the context, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like getting angry before I actually there's a context to everything.
Right.
I don't believe in my heart, listening to that this girl, and the thing is, intent versus impact, because I heard him say, look, she might not be racist, but if you murder somebody, you can't say I never done that before.
Oh,
it's unreasonable.
Yeah.
Because if she slipped up, if she had another chance to think on the top of it, she just meant all these golfers need to just beat him up because he's so good.
Yeah.
That's what she said. That's
Yeah.
what she meant. And it's a shame because I sound like the big old fat apologist. I'm here hanging out with white guys. And I'm like, but that's how I feel.
If you were on the Power, you'd be talking different.
If I was on the Power, I'll be going, you know.
First of all, you would change your dialect.
I
You'd speak their language a little bit.
We've seen Patrice in action.
I just,
Nah.
ooh, I almost
It's
said
just
it.
like
I'm just messing with you.
It's just like, that's what I'm saying. I wish Brett Favre had been fighting dogs instead of Michael Vick, so it'd be easier for me not to like him.
By the way, there's a lot of black guys listen to the show, and they will call up and agree with you, Patrice. You don't have to be so paranoid.
But in
by
general,
speaking the truth.
in general, I think it's just.
And you blew it with Fox anyway. They don't have you on anymore. Because
No, sometimes John Gibson will sneak me on his radio show, but they don't have nothing to do with me. I saw Sean Hannity in the hallway, and he put up his big collar over the side of his face and tiptoed by.
Did he really?
And I said, Sean, you know you're running for some office. I feel it.
Yeah.
He's like, no. He hugs me. I'm like, stop playing, Sean. It's all right. I didn't expect you top level white boys to love me for that long.
You had one of the greatest TV appearances ever. For the people that haven't checked it out,
they had to apologize and everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Patrice has explained the donkey punch and all these other things on Fox.
That was right below Ruby shooting Oswald, as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, it was.
Let that one out on my
TV
television.
moments.
And he had to. That's what I'm saying. It's like that initially. I was hoping it would get some kind of ruckus.
Yeah.
To get me removed from something.
Yeah.
I don't have a job. They said nothing.
Nothing.
They picketed D.L. Hewley, but nobody.
Yeah.
Stands up. It took D.L. Hewley to say it, about the Diamonds thing, and they picketed him about. But it's like, I really wish that we would stop. Black people would just stop being unreasonable.
Yeah. The context issue is huge, and that's what it.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Let's go to Bruce. He's calling. Bruce, you're on the Opie and Anthony show. What's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
I just want to add in on the conversation to say that I don't find it offensive what she said, because to be totally honest with you, I mean, she was giving him a compliment. He's a good golf player. I mean, she was just giving him a compliment. And one more thing I want to add, Anthony, I want you to elaborate on why you feel that we're not a better country being that Obama would be elected. I want you to chime in on that.
Oh, that's just it. I don't know. It's my own personal fear. I don't know. It's my own personal fear of a black president. What am I going to do? I'm a white guy.
And the speech starts off, his inaugural speeches. And the thing goes, whoop. Attention. White people better start running right now. Because the war is over. He's going to announce the war's over. Because we need all the soldiers back so we can kill white people. And save some for eating them. Don't mind this grass skirt that I have on. Because I'm going to enjoy eating white people and juggling white babies. That is the new American sport. White baby juggling. It's like, will y'all stop? Will you stop?
It's not so much what he would do as president. It's the symbolism that is him being the president that would then probably get black America more to the point of taking things out of context and being like, oh boy, all right, we understand.
And then they'll look for the black president too, but they don't realize
your guy's in charge now.
He's not the black president. He's going to be a black president. Al Sharpton would be the black president.
Oof.
Like, I'm not saying, I don't know what his politics would be, but Al Sharpton would be the black president, where it'd be like, white people might need to be nervous.
It doesn't matter. Black people will see Obama as president, and the guy could be worse than Bush as far as being a right wing or something like that. Just imagine him being that bad. Black people would still be going, hey, our guy's in there.
Now, let me ask you, politics. Let me ask you this, both of you guys, and everybody. Would another president had been better during this time? If all the events that happened during Bush's presidency, would somebody be changing it? Would we not be at a war? Would we not be doing something? Is George Bush, is he that bad? Meaning where the towers hit the building and we just called for a war. Now, would Clinton had not called for war, where Obama had not called for war, and we're stuck in this situation.
Only if they had bad black advisors like Bryce.
I can't even laugh the way I want you to ass.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. Patricia O'Neill has joined the show. We got Basil Tees. You can hear the frying pan frying in the background, sizzling in the background.
Stuff.
We got English Gavin here. He's not going to add much to the show, but we just love having him around. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about this guy, but we love him.
I actually thought of Gavin the other day. It's very odd to see him this morning.
Well, he gave us one of the best pieces of audio ever.
It could never be played here.
Yeah, we'll try to explain it after the break for the newbies. Also, I want to turn you on to Patrice O'Neill, Schools Broad on Funny. You pop that in YouTube, and you're going to laugh your ass off this morning if you haven't seen that video yet. And we'll also put that link up on onaradio.com later today. And we're going to go check out the FU line before we take a break here on the Opie and Anthony Show. When we get back, Smoking Guy. Got to get into Smoking Guy. And Clemens admitting he did the steroids there, Patrice. We'll explain next.
Who admitted it?
Well, we'll explain. We'll explain after the break. But first, it's the FU line.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 6 new voice messages. First voice message.
I'd like to give a big F you to my ex-boss, Mike. You promised to hire me back. It's been 90 days. You go cheat on your wife. You were supposed to hire me back, and you didn't. You lied. You.
Next message.
I want to give a you to my manager for making everyone's life hell. I hope you get kicked in the face.
Next message.
I want to give a big you to my mom who's cheating on my dad, and he doesn't even know it. And actually, I'm glad she listens to O&A so she can hear this. Mom, you!
Next message.
Yeah, I'd like to give a big you to my ex-boss, Tom. Hope he loses every penny he made. You.
Next message.
Hey, my name is Benny. I would like to leave a you for my wife and spending all my money on the credit card and matching it up. Yo!
Next message.
Yeah, I'd like to leave a big ass you to whoever screams these things because I never get airtime. You.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Let's get right back into it. Opie and Anthony, Patrice O'Neill, English Gavin in studio, Basil Tees cooking breakfast. Bob Kelly and Louis C.K. will be on the radio in about a half hour. It's a busy, busy show.
Yes.
And then we start our weekends.
Weekend.
This is the big weekend for Anthony. Private jet to Mohegan Sun. They want their money back.
Yeah. Flying up there to Mohegan. They're flying us up.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
Saturday.
Well, what happened was Anthony took him for a few.
I don't like going into exact numbers.
Well, he used to go into exact numbers, but he
on the airwaves here. But
he finally realized it might not be a smart thing to do that.
Yeah.
So
doesn't a jet cost? Yeah, $300,000.
Well, Patrice,
I ain't paying for it.
He took him for a few. Let's just put it that way. So they want their money back, and
they've sent the jet.
They sent the jet to bring him back.
What if you fly up there and just relax?
That's what Kenny goes, you should just play the quarter slots
for the whole weekend.
Like, will they come down and make you do something?
Take you to the back room and go. What are you doing?
No,
what are you doing?
The addict in him will make him do something.
Of course.
Sit in a casino.
No, I want to play.
Anthony's officially a whale.
I must play the game.
You're a whale, right?
Yeah.
So they got the suites ready for him. They got the jet that's gonna pick him up.
Taking my mother and Sal.
Oh, the airport's 15 minutes from his home.
Keith and his wife.
What airport?
Leave at Republic.
And he's just
out there on Long Island.
To the airport you need.
You just go. You drive right up to the plane. You take your bags. You go in.
If you lived in Queens, would that have still been the airport, or they're flying into the most convenient airport for you?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, Keith arranged it, but it is. It's like 5 minutes from my house.
They want him back in a big way, and they want their few back.
So,
I bet you there'll be a couple of Arab Emirate, a couple of old Chinese guys, and
they're gonna put them all in one room. All the whales in one room.
Jeez. Michael Jordan will be on there.
All the big gamblers. So
damn.
We should have a story on Monday. We'll see how the weekend is. We'll see
it should be a good one.
We'll see if Mohegan
poker.
No, I'm going to be playing blackjack. That's what I'm going to be playing.
The 3 card is that's more of a social game.
3 cards for a little bit of fun
You have
in
fun with
between.
your friends, but if you're getting down to that serious gambling, you do the blackjack like that.
Yeah, you want
That's
you
what
want
you took them for.
You want yeah. Oh, that was all blackjack. Oh, yeah, and some bitch before I went into the high roller table and the reserve tables and stuff like that. I was just at a regular table. And I'm sitting there, and I stacked my chips up, and they were all like black chips, all hundreds, and a few of the bigger ones underneath. But they were stacked up about 2 feet high right next to me. So right next to my head, as I'm leaning on the table, I'm just going creak, creak, creak with the top, 8 chips or so.
Yeah.
And it was stacked up. I mean, thousands upon thousands of dollars right there. And some woman sitting at the table who's playing like $25 chips looks at me and goes, "Could you stop doing that?" And meanwhile, I'm laying out like $6,000 a bet at least minimum. And I just turned, I looked at her and just went, creak, creak. I kept doing it. I was like, do you honestly think I'm going to stop doing anything I want to do right here at this table?
She's playing a $25 hand and you're playing for thousands.
Yeah.
That's why they got those private games.
Exactly, to get away from the riffraff that just screws you. That doesn't know what the hell they're doing. They're hitting. I got 19. Hit me.
That's a lot of money, man. $6,000.
Oh, that's that.
That was just the start.
That's on the low side.
The table maximum was $6,000.
Yeah, Anthony.
So I was playing 2 hands. So that's $12,000 a hand for the 2 hands. And then
is there anything in
you have to double down sometimes. The biggest hand I had, I think, was something like $36,000 on one little round.
Is there anything in you like that's saying, this is ridiculous?
No, you got to write it off when you're in the action like that. If you start thinking like that, you're screwed.
They should make you play with actual
dollars. Oh, play with actual money?
Actual money,
No,
yeah.
that would be scary.
The chips are
You play
pretty.
with fun little colory chips.
Yeah.
It's nice.
What's wrong, Patrice?
What's the matter, Patrice?
I had fajitas last night.
Did you just sit down and blast one out?
Bob just sat
the
and
second
farted.
you sat.
That's not even early morning steak. That's a steak from 2 days ago. Rot. You got Crohn's disease, Bobby. Jesus, man.
This guy's Red Sox sweatshirt on and a cabbie hat.
You smell that, Mr. Throw up at everything?
Oh,
He should
no.
be throwing up right now
it's
at his
still
own
over there.
inside.
It's really bad, huh?
It's still over there.
So what do you think, Patrice? So he's going back. The good news about Anthony, though, I got to say it, he was out of control with this gambling thing, and he kind of, he went on hiatus for a while, but this weekend
Now he's back.
Well, let me tell you what I do. I only gamble when I end up at a casino. I don't search out casinos.
That's what
though.
everyone does.
No one else,
I know, but
where
I
else
don't.
Can you gamble?
Right.
Exactly, but I don't.
I
don't
rape when there's a woman there.
I knew you were going to say that. Sounds weird, but I don't seek out casinos. It's usually a situation where when we were on the road doing the virus tour,
You were searching out casinos.
but we were in locations where casinos were close by.
Not in Detroit.
Yeah, that was kind of close.
An hour?
That wasn't
Greektown?
bad.
Was it Greektown or something
Yeah,
like
something
that?
like that. And it wasn't quite an hour, but it wasn't that bad. It was, and we were on the road and stuff, and it was fun.
Yeah.
But when I'm just working and taking weekends, I don't go seeking out casinos
that's what
to go
I'm saying.
gambling.
You haven't
But
been
when
to a
I
casino in
do
a while.
go, I go.
He's all in.
I'm in for it. I go for,
A lot of commas.
Yes. Yes, I go for the commas. I had to go to the box yesterday.
You ever get
I had to
nervous?
go to the
You don't ever
safety
get
deposit
nervous?
box yesterday.
You don't ever get, like...
Oh, there's a thrill. There's a little nerves you get like, oh, this is a biggie. This is a biggie. And when you hit it, it's like, yeah! Everyone yells, bah! And they got to shovel out like friggin' $70,000
You ever
to
do
you.
something impulsive, like just hit your girl with a glass on top of her head?
Just smack her in the...
$12,000 loss, you just smash it, and you apologize like Ike Turner. Like, I'm sorry, baby, and she goes, I know, I understand.
That is bad though when they, you got like you're sitting on a 20, and you got like $12,000 up there, and the dealer ekes out a 21, and they just pull that $12,000 away, and you go, what the? But
there's a garbage man right now making a decision on never to take your garbage away again.
Hey, I got to jump in, Ant, because a lot of people bring it up on instant feedback. Now, 36,000 a hand, you said, or in one
in one
round of blackjack.
Yeah.
Right? How much back in the day when you were, an air conditioning guy?
Oh yeah.
How many years of work was that?
I never had that much at one time.
But that's what I'm saying. If you said one round of blackjack, 36,000. That's easily a year's salary.
More than I ever
That's
made.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or more than a year's
More than
salary.
I ever made
So
until I got
basically-
into radio.
Wow, your life is
Can I
weird.
ask him a quick question? What year did you forget where you came from?
Oh, let me think. No,
When did you
I
decide
never,
that you can waste 36
I
years?
never do. I never forget where I came
You
from.
had to,
That's
Sam.
why. No, I know where I am now, but I know where I was, and that's why I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good goddamn time.
You could be again.
I mean,
I'm not. No, because I also make sure I'm not an idiot who's just gonna
how do you do
be
that
MC
saying that
Hammer.
you bet 36,000?
Yeah, thank
like
you.
you already said I'm an idiot by doing that.
No, believe it or not, that is.
Where's your draw point?
That's
where you
found
go,
money.
Now this is idiotic right
That's
here.
found money.
Oh, you're only
Let's
gambling
go.
with the money you won.
Let's turn the mics off for a second.
Really?
Yeah, go to the music. If we got the music.
We have the whole music? Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. We do this every
Yeah.
once in a while. Well, you got to give Patrice a secret message?
I got to tell Patrice because he's not quite understanding
Okay, hold on. Here's
this
the
whole thing. I got to put it in perspective.
We'll be
for him.
right back in, literally
Make sure you shut those mics off. All right.
Oh my God!
Game
Oh
on.
my God!
Game on.
Oh,
There you go.
man, Bobby! Wow! Can you
Now
believe
it
you
makes
just said that?
sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Now you understand, right?
I apologize.
I apologize.
now you understand, right?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Now you're a bit of a sissy. Now I
Is this a Holiday Inn Express? Who is this guy?
That's Basil Tees.
Yeah, good stuff.
Where
don't you go up?
I always forget where you're from, Basil Tees. Basil Tees Brew Pub and Grill, Hooper Avenue in Toms River, New Jersey.
Hooper.
There you go. He comes in every once in a while and cooks breakfast for everybody. Wow. So.
Oh, the second Bobby goes up there, it's going to look like Godzilla trudging through Tokyo. Nothing.
It was funny / kind of sad.
Hey, we got a couple things we could do right now. We could do the Dr. Phil racist Xbox, or we could do the anti-smoking ad.
I like the anti-smoking guy.
Okay. Here in New York, they really, really want everyone to stop smoking. I guess they're doing it in all the cities, but it seems like they really go overboard here in New York with their anti-smoking ads.
They try to gross you out. There was a couple of commercials. There was first hole in the throat guy who says, I like to go swimming, but I can't go swimming anymore.
Right.
Yeah. And then there was...
this is why I love Gavin, because he laughs at the bad stuff like I do.
At the horrific stuff.
You enjoy the bad stuff, right?
Back home, we got the no smoking ban in right now.
Yeah.
And they've got adverts about, or commercials, as you say, over here, with people coughing up their lungs on a plate. You're like...
and you just laugh.
I'm just like, so that makes me give up smoking. I don't cough up my lungs.
Yeah. There's another commercial where they showed organs. They took out like a heart out of course, a dead person. And then they squeeze out the arteries like a toothpaste tube, and you just see this
smoke.
white gook come out. It's just like all this clogged ick come out of it, and that was disgusting. And then, of course, the lungs. They show the blackened lungs, and
that doesn't deter one person.
No.
In Canada, they have a dead baby on the cigarette box.
Wow, really?
A dead fetus,
and they still smoke.
But
and
who
they
cares?
still smoke.
Yeah.
It's addiction.
Fetuses are smoking.
It's addiction. I think I had
So
an
don't-
Oreo cookie 2 days ago, and I know
Really?
it'll kill me. But you pray to God, and it just doesn't work.
They're so
Do you have like the smoking? Do you have like the it will kill you on the package?
Yeah, it says on the box. It says
You can't even lie anymore. Like, all those true commercials are annoying. Like they're not even it's just like
I can't stand him. It's this young man. We're going to take on big tobacco, man.
When you say to your mother, "Mom, I love you. I don't want you to die of lung cancer," and she blows smoke rings in your face, there's no commercials. I want you to be here as long as I'm here. I want you to live my life and give it those speeches. You have some type of intervention, and you still can't stop smoking. Why? It's just
Here's what they've done over the years with the cigarette boxes. Years ago, it used to only say caution. Cigarette smoking may be hazardous to your health. Maybe. Yep. And then they put warning. The Surgeon General has determined that cigarette smoking is harmful or dangerous or whatever. But it used to just be, hey, take a little caution here.
Relax.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby's got a pack
might be bad.
Bobby's got a pack of cigarettes right in front of him.
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Surgeon General's warning.
Warning.
Smoking may cause. Smoking causes, not may cause. It used to be may cause.
Yeah.
Now it causes lung cancer, heart disease, emphysema, and may complicate pregnancy. May. They put
there's no other product.
And may put Bobby out of his misery from his career.
Wouldn't that be enough for you to stop smoking?
No other product could have a label like that on it and not be ripped from the shelves. Ripped from the shelves.
You know what commercials are effective, though? The ones that done recently? Having smokers that were screwed up or good. And there's one where they show people who've lost all these things. They smoking. Sometimes it doesn't kill you. And they show you guys without your voice box.
Oh, the guy without a jaw.
People that are living... But without a piece of a jaw gone, that's what made me stop. Was I was afraid they were going to take a piece of my jaw off. What piece? That was
nothing,
a tangible
and
thing.
you know what always stops? It stops from two things. Stop you from doing things. I don't know about women, but men. One, aesthetics. Two is if anything that makes your jammy stop working.
Oh yeah, that would.
Anything that makes your jammy stop working. And aesthetics make people stop.
Put that on the cigarette box. A lot of people will quit immediately. Immediately.
Well, just take Joe Camel off and just put a dude that looks like Joe Camel because he got no bottom face. And he's just, he can only make camel grunts. Just have a button you push on the cigarette carton. This is you, big man, if you keep smoking.
You would need to just have a rag with you all the time to catch whatever slop is falling out of your mouth.
He spits like a camel.
It just spits in your face.
Did you see The Insider? I'd never seen that before.
Yeah.
I just watched. It was the weirdest movie, and that doesn't stop people from smoking. That movie itself is just don't
an anti-smoking ad.
Don't do it.
Yep.
But it's addiction. People cannot overlook what addiction is, man. You just got to be happy. Whatever your addiction is not like. Bobby smokes. I'm glad I don't smoke, but I'm diabetic, and cookies haunt me.
That's your cigarette, yeah.
He has that one too.
But some people are addicted to.
I was about to say
smoking cookies.
Thank you, Jimmy. I was about to say,
but he doesn't have diabetes, though.
I'm just not going to die from it yet.
It's not.
No,
it's not killing.
Can I just say something though? Yesterday at the gym. Because yesterday's show,
yesterday where?
I went
at a guy named Jim's house.
Stop lying, Bobby. Stop lying.
You and your friend Jimmy, what happened?
I went to the gym immediately after the show yesterday. You don't know what happened yesterday.
Oh, what happened?
A lot of fat. A
lot of fat.
Not a lot.
More than usual, I guess.
I think
You're right.
There's a different word
Bob
for
is
a lot.
married now, dude. It's gonna be. He doesn't need to be sexy anymore.
No, I do. For your health, you got to quit smoking. You got to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit smoking, but I went yesterday and I got when your blood sugar goes down. What's that called? I guess when your blood sugar goes down.
That's called diabetes.
No,
hypoglycemic,
hypoglycemia.
Right?
You're hypoglycemic,
dude. I started. My hand started shaking, and I was a second behind everything this guy was saying to me. Like. I couldn't respond.
You was getting ready to go
enough.
into a coma, Bob.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what that's about.
That's a coma.
And you ate throughout the whole show, so what is that about?
This guy had. I had a cereal yesterday. Two cereals. Two sugary, crunchy cereals.
Oh,
I had cereals? It was Raisin Bran. It wasn't a
Raisin Bran
Crunch. It was.
It was Raisin Bran Crunch.
Of course it was.
That's like eating candy.
It's rock candy with raisins on it. Oh, is that why you were telling
so
me?
much sugar in
They
that.
deep fry the raisins in sugar.
Yes.
Really?
Basically.
That's why it's so damn good.
It's cake and raisins.
Bobby saw raisins and thought it was healthy. No, it's ice cream raisin.
I gotta eat that awful kashi that tastes like it just tastes like
cardboard.
It tastes like something somebody ate in Missing in Action 2. Like something if you're in a bamboo cage and your face is sticking out of water and they just give you Kashi cereal.
It tastes like packing peanuts.
I remember we were coming home from a gig. We had to stop around 6 times. He had to pee on the side of the road because his diabetes.
Really?
Then we stopped at a gas station to get gas. I came out of the bathroom. He's by the car with a Yoo-hoo and a coffee cake.
It's
like we're never going to make it home.
And I want to stop because I carry around a switch cup that, so I can just pee anytime I need to, like just like a nunchuck cup. So I gotta piss.
Hey, let's get back to the smoking really fast. We were leading toward the latest anti-smoking ad they're playing in New York, and we got an update on this guy. So, want to just play the ad at this point?
Yeah, play the ad. Listen to this guy.
Listen what's wrong with this guy, right?
I had my first heart attack when I was 28 years old. I had another heart attack at 29. My first stroke was when I was 30. At the time, I had 7 blood clots, and my foot just stopped getting blood. It turned all kinds of color, and as much as I tried to ignore the smell, it wouldn't go away. Every bit of this is from smoking. And this part is where I had my first cigarette exactly 40 years ago.
Yeah, he did the commercial in a schoolyard with no leg, by the way.
That wasn't the gangrene one, was it?
I don't know.
Where the toes was black? Did you see that one?
No, they didn't show it. He just talked about how he lost his foot.
He was standing there with one leg in a schoolyard saying, this is where I started smoking 40 years ago, and this is all the crap that happened to me. 2 heart attacks before he was 30.
40 or 4?
40.
40, what did I say?
40.
I think you said 40.
Oh, yeah. 2 heart attacks before 30, a stroke, early 30s, lost his leg, and this is the update. They did a little research on this guy today. He's still smoking.
Stress?
He's still
He's stressed out with you for one shoe that fits.
and with that, I got to
stressed out from shoe shopping. That's awful.
with that,
oh, no.
I got to ask Jimmy one question. Do you think this guy likes smoking?
This guy doesn't like smoking. He loves it.
He loves it. He's 47 the commercial.
He has like the little smoking thing. What's the little thing you put in your mouth where you attach the cigarette to?
Oh, the cigarette holder, the big long one?
Yeah.
Like your socialite?
It's on the front page of the Daily News, blowing smoke. He's told you of his heart attacks, a stroke, and losing a leg, but get this, he still smokes. Front page of the paper today. That guy just can't get away from the cigarettes. So, yeah, I'd like to see the politicians take that one on. Every time they bring up those dumb video games being violent and influencing kids, you sit there and go, hello. How about we look at the smoking thing then?
So, why wouldn't they just like the Marlboro Man and the Joe Camel and all the things they did to make cigarettes look cool?
Yeah.
It does that. You think smoking has stopped, like in terms of
the percentage
numbers?
of young people starting is a lot less. It's actually they did a
recently they just did it in New York. It's down a bit.
It goes in waves. Smoking. It always has.
Saying the other day, it seems like kids are smoking more these days. than I don't know. Let's say 10 years ago. It really.
And tobacco itself, is that bad? If you just say pick tobacco up out the ground and wrap it up and smoke it?
Yeah, that's
or
bad,
do they
too.
put a bunch of chemicals in it?
Oh, they do put a bunch of chemicals in it.
Put a little stuff in there to make it taste a little better, make it a little more
Make it
addicting.
last longer,
Right.
make it burn right. But they also do things that make it kind of more addictive, I think.
They got it all figured out.
The paper smokes real quick. Like American Spirits are supposed to have no chemicals, and the paper they put on them is slow burning paper.
Yeah.
So the cigarette lasts a long time. So you're supposed to smoke less.
Cigarette company doesn't want that, though. They want you to burn through them pretty
Every other
quickly.
cigarette company wants quick.
Yeah.
They have the regular paper on it that you go through like 2 and 5.
So all they need to do, cigarette companies, is just say, it's just like the bleach companies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you make bleach, you just go, bleach can burn your insides, but enjoy it. We make it for drinking. But bleach will kill you right away.
Mm-hmm.
But please, we're going to put it in sexy bottles. And call it bleach. It is. It cleans your clothes and you can drink it. But you will die immediately. That's what cigarettes are. Mm-hmm. Cigarettes is like, we don't have to change a damn thing about what we do.
No.
We do all these things, chemicals, burning paper, da-da-da-da. And then, at the same time, all we got to do is just say, this will kill you.
That's the oddest thing about it, is they pulled stuff off of the shelves for so much less. 2 out of 10,000 rats died when they ate like 80 tons of this stuff. So take it off the shelves. We can't give it to people. But cigarettes, they know it kills you.
Well,
they know it.
They're paying somebody big money.
Well, it's a huge industry. It's a giant industry. A lot of these old-time Southern politicians made their money on tobacco, and their family still has interest in tobacco. Their constituency in the South are tobacco farmers. So they can't stop smoking. It's all about cash. It's all about the cash.
Smoking is cool, though.
Stop.
Smoking is cool.
Why
you would
won't
think
your people
people
stop?
would
Why are you worried about a black president when your people just will kill us all? Smoking. This is all white people. There's not one black person responsible for the death of the world.
Really?
Maybe one white boy.
How about
Mr. White guy with his Colonel Sanders tie is just creating cigarettes and killing
What do you
us all.
think? What do you think? It was some Englishman over in Africa that might have found a monkey a little sexy,
and you guys helped too. Who do you
and
think
started AIDS?
Yes.
What do you think picked
Y'all
the
always
tobacco?
peeking around over there.
You guys were in the fields getting all the tobacco for us. You helped.
Wait a minute. Nobody who lives where they live damage, like the little fat Mexican looking people over the apocalypto people. You think they go in the woods and desecrate? White people fly all over the world and desecrate everything.
And we can fly. They can't.
Exactly.
There's some sacrifice that has to be done when you want to motor around the country and fly and go to the moon and things like that. You got to screw up. There's going to be some collateral damage.
Thank you, but stop with the cigarettes. Stop with the oil. Could you just stop?
Well, the oil's kind of hard.
That's kind of an Arab
cigarettes.
thing.
Yeah. The oil's kind of hard to give up.
But we've already proven that we have sunshine to. All right.
What do you drive, Mr. Oil?
I've
seen you.
A rickshaw.
I've seen you in that garage.
A rickshaw with an Indian guy that pulls it. So I
That
don't
goddamn
be racist.
thing it should be on tracks. You drive a locomotive.
He basically drives a monster truck at this point. It's the biggest SUV I've ever seen, Patrice.
It's one of those
it's a
hybrids.
All right.
Yeah, it's a hybrid. All right.
Listen, we got to take a break. Louis C.K.'s joining the program next, and we're going to get into the Clemens audio we played yesterday. It's just terrific. And another song from Val Kilmer on the way. We got to talk about, we got a lot of gamers in studio today. Dr. Phil did a whole thing on the racist Xbox. What? We were just talking about this. We were just talking about this yesterday, and he did a whole thing on the show yesterday as well.
Oh, good.
How people are using the Xbox to say racist things while they're doing their online gaming.
Who said that? Did you hear Anthony just quiet down?
Dr. Phil said that?
Yeah.
Has he been listening to the games? Jesus.
Does he listen to our show? It's the exact thing we were talking about yesterday. All right, all on the way on the Opie and Anthony show.
Cigarettes are bad. Smoking is a horrible vice. It shortens life expectancy and pollutes our air. And according to recent polls, air is good.
Cigarettes killed my father and raped my mother.
Gentlemen, I propose we send a message to tobacco companies everywhere by fining infinity $1 billion.
That's the spirit, Frank. But I think a real number might be more effective. All in favor of fining this evil tobacco giant $100 million, say aye.
Aye. But that'll bankrupt us!
Oh, you mean the way you've morally bankrupted America?
Busy morning. It's the Opie and Anthony show. I don't know how we're going to get everyone's plugs in, but we're going to try. We got Patrice O'Neill.
Thank you.
This means you out there in Radio Land, you got to pay close attention. We're going to give, I think, 3, maybe 4 plugs right now. Patrice O'Neill is going to be at Governor's Comedy Club out there on Long Island today and tomorrow.
Yes.
In Levittown, right? It's a great club. I haven't been there in a while, but Governor's
I've never been there.
Governor's is a great club. They do a good job out there. It's going to be a nightmare getting out to Long Island, so you better leave now.
Yeah, I'm probably going to take your advice.
You got to leave real early, Patrice, or the 8 o'clock show is going to be disappointing because you're not going to be on that stage.
And you're talking leaving at 5 to get to a 9 o'clock show is leaving late.
5? Leave at, Jimmy said it, 2 or 3.
Oh, this way you can go, you're relaxed in the hotel.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
You're under the weather.
All right.
It's rush hour all the time going out to Long Island. Then you got Bob Kelly sitting next to Patrice, stuffing his fat face. And he's going to be at Caroline's here in New York City.
What is that?
Bob has cheese connecting his It looks like the beginning of a great porno scene.
Or the ending.
Or the ending.
Or the ending. Sure.
212-757-4100 is Caroline's. You there just one show tonight?
Friday, Saturday, 10:30, Sunday, 8 o'clock.
And we're all looking forward to the Comedy Central special that you taped a while ago. They're finally showing that.
January 18th, right?
And once again, I was at that taping, and Bobby was great. Absolutely great.
Really? Did you?
He was great. No
Now,
jokes. Standing ovation,
did
everything.
You see my Def Jam set that's going to air Sunday?
No, but I've been obsessed. I told Patrice this. That hat, walking out like he's Big E, just a man who's got some things to say. I can't tell you how badly I wanted to use some sort of weapon to remove that hat. A pickaxe. What a great way to get that hat off.
I was trying to upgrade my my appearance.
I think it looks good on you. I think you actually pull it off.
It annoys me that it
not
looks
many
good.
people can.
It annoys me that he's recreated himself as actually kind of a suave player, and it works, and it annoys
You know
me.
why? Because you're a big guy, and the hat and the leather and stuff, it's very intimidating. Even though I know you're, a pussy.
Well, don't tell people that. Nice guy.
Also, you've been animated by Coke Logic. It's cold out here, or whatever, that bit you did with the rest area where the guy's knocking on the window, looking for some action, and you're just in the rest area.
Where's my check?
You're in the rest area.
Tell me these things. I'm,
getting a few.
I just got a publicist. My publicist needs to know these things.
Well, the animation's doing very well on iTunes. We got to deal with iTunes right now.
Really?
You go to iTunes.
Can you tell
We're
me?
not getting money either. And
I didn't ask for money.
All right.
I just want somebody to know me.
It's just good promotion for the show. Some of these animations have made it to iTunes. You go to the podcast section. It's called O&A Shorts. You download them for free. We're not
Really?
asking for nothing. And they
What's
animated.
mine say? Patrice O'Neill?
Yeah, and it looks like you're there. Look, right there. That's how you look
There's
animated.
the creepy guy at the window.
Wow.
How cool is that?
And he just does it to the story.
Yeah. He uses the audio from the show.
You know the ones they showed a traveling virus? It's kind of like that vibe. You just play the radio show.
Wow.
Yeah, and you just go to iTunes. They're throwing one up a week, I think. An animation up a
Why
week that you can
wouldn't you-
download for free.
What? Just page me or say something. I love that. I love myself in cartoon form for some reason.
Yeah, isn't that good
Oh
when
my
you're a
God,
cartoon?
yo.
And you pull in, and then the creepy guy comes up to your window.
Yeah.
When you're asleep.
Oh my gosh.
How cool is that? There you are, animated, sleeping.
Oh!
You wake up because someone's knocking on your window.
And he's just standing there.
Oh my gosh. That's what happened. That's him.
That's the creepy guy.
Is Coke Logic the dude?
Why does a creepy guy look like Norton?
Norton with his
like
hair
George
grown in a
Bush.
little
Yeah,
bit.
George Bush a little bit.
Yeah, young George Bush.
Holy.
Yeah, we're very proud of these animations. They're now on
That is
iTunes.
amazing. I'm glad whoever. I don't
Coke
know.
Logic is
I'm
really
so happy
great.
he did that, man.
Great.
Logan got this deal done.
Really?
Yeah, it's great promotion for the show. This is the way you do it right here. You get iTunes involved, O&A Shorts, podcast section.
That internet, the next big thing I hear.
By the way,
be huge.
One of the top downloads on iTunes every week is these animations. People are eating them up. So there you go, Patrice.
Thanks for telling me. 10 days into 2008. How long did
Started recently. It's a recent.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
And we got Louis C.K. joining the program as well. A very, very busy studio today.
You got any gigs you're doing, Lou?
I'm in Miami on Wednesday, but nobody cares.
What? Why Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Why?
It's part of the festival. They're having the South Beach Comedy Festival. And then after that, this weekend, I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville for Louis C.K.
Yeah,
Look at that.
my
huh?
first time playing Louisville.
Natural.
Cool, Bob. That'd be like you working in Douchetown.
You working in Tranny Town?
No, but he's not a tranny.
Can I ask you a quick question,
You didn't get how that
Opie?
would work.
It says for a free trial?
Yeah.
Stick up for him, Lou.
No, I mean that he
14-day
has
trial,
sex
it's
with
called-
trannies.
Hold on, everyone's talking at the same time.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
want to know about this cartoon. I'm enamored with this cartoon.
Yeah.
Nobody cares
For a
about the
free
cartoon.
14-day. Look it. Can you not take a little glory? I seen you with a big cartoon too, Mr.
I think
Sneaky.
it's great, but we talked about it for a long time.
I don't
now.
care. Wait a minute, Louis. Just
Not
hold
that
on.
important.
See, it's something about pushy Hispanics.
You know what?
Pushy Hispanics. Louis C.K. It says for
But you're a guy that needs to be cut off sometimes because you're
all the time. But I just
otherwise
need
it
to
would all
know.
be you. You can't be a minority because any room with you, you're so big and loud and talk a lot.
Why don't you just say Lynch so I can ask for the firing? Just say it. Just say it.
So that you.
All right, listen.
If you're in a room, you're a majority. You're never a minority.
I want to play some we got in
The
yesterday.
racial effect.
Hold on. We're gonna like direct this ship, and then we're gonna go. Then we'll get crazy here. We got some audio yesterday. Clemens admitting that he did the steroids.
Are you kidding?
Now this has to be exclusive because I really haven't heard this anywhere.
Yeah, for some reason ESPN's not playing this yet.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I wonder why.
Shocking.
The fan here in New York, they're avoiding this, but we got it. Exclusive audio. Clemens admitting the steroids.
Really?
Yeah, check this out.
I want to say thanks to this Mitchell report. I've been getting emails and questions on this subject, and now the whole world knows the answer is that I use steroids. Over the last 15 days or so, when I played in Toronto for the Blue Jays, Brian McNamee used steroids to inject into my body. And I'm very thankful for those steroids. And this has been extremely difficult to do this. I'm almost numb to steroids and human growth hormones. I'm angry about it, to be honest with you. It's hurtful to have thousands of people to inject human growth hormones into my body. My friends to inject steroids into my body. The New York Yankees to inject human growth hormones into my body. My children use drugs, and it means a lot to me. In my family to inject steroids. Again, it's amazing to me that I have to even use steroids. And I want to say thanks to Brian McNamee of the New York Yankees. After Christmas, I'm going to sit down with Mike Wallace of 60 Minutes, and I'll inject drugs into my body. Right there in front of him, and we'll do all this again. And let me be clear that I'm very thankful for those steroids. And Mike Wallace used drugs now that that's come out. My children to inject steroids into Mike Wallace of 60 Minutes. I'm coming upon Christmas now, and I have been blessed in my life. I've been blessed in my career, and the answer is that I use steroids.
There you go.
Oh, is that funny?
Boy, they really spun that.
Yeah.
That's not how that is really wild.
I don't know how it got to where his children are injecting Mike Wallace with drugs.
Boy, but the filter, that's what he said, but then by the time it gets filtered to you on ESPN,
yeah, it's completely different.
Totally murky.
Totally murky.
At least we had the uncut version.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody had a little too much time on their hands. Love that.
Do I believe? No.
No?
He did something.
Just can't prove it.
Yeah.
It's just weird that guy did it to Andy Pettit, who's like really really Christian and stuff. I don't know if he's done ads for books about God on TV.
Yeah.
So he just told the truth and said, yeah, I'm ashamed and I'm sorry. So,
did it like once and
and he's
to recover quickly. And
this guy Brian McNamee was introduced Clemens introduced him to Pettit and told Pettit, you got to use this guy.
Yeah.
And so what? This guy said to Pettit, listen, Roger doesn't do this steroid stuff, but you should.
You should
this one time. And I mean, I can't get Roger to do them. It's weird.
Yeah, he just won't do them.
Yeah, he won't. But you should do them. And Pettit was like, yeah, I mean, whatever, sure. Why not?
Yeah, I'll try.
That accusing somebody of something is the thing that bothers me, but the thing that I would think that gets me is in terms of believing that he might did it is the argument of you don't get better when you get 40.
Yeah, exactly.
Physically.
Yeah.
That's what all the Hall of Fame, that's what Goose Gossage said. Come on. You're that old and you got better?
Yeah, he got better.
Thing, like Nolan Ryan was probably the last non-steroid older baseball guy, and he just managed to sputter into his 40s a little bit.
Yeah.
Threw a no-hitter and then got out.
Yeah.
But Clemens, when Clemens threw a piece of bat at Piazza, I was like, yeah, that guy's on drugs. He's got mental problems from things that shouldn't be inside of him.
But he's doing the right thing as far as putting doubt in people's minds. All you have to do with a situation like this, there's no proving it.
No.
There's no actual videotape. There's not. We love proof. We love catching people red-handed these days, and there's none of that. So all he has to do is say, "Look, I didn't do it," and I'm going to sit down here. I'm going to tell you how I didn't do it. I'm going to do interviews saying I didn't do it, and then people will go, maybe he didn't.
The power of denial is unbelievable. When I was a kid, I got caught. I stole triple beam balances from my science class, I sold them to drug dealers for a pot. I was in 8th grade. I was like 12 years old.
All right.
And, I stole like 20 of them because I figured out how to get into the science. Anyway, I got caught, and they just knew I did it, and I just kept saying, no, I didn't.
Nope.
I kept saying I didn't. I don't even know what you're talking. No, I don't even do drugs. I don't smoke pot. I just kept saying it, and I just wore them down.
You ever watch?
And they finally said, "Well, we can't really."
Why is that not working for Barry Bonds?
That's true, though. If you just deny it.
Why is Barry Bonds getting ready to go to court for lying about something that you're saying that no one can prove it?
All he's got to do is keep denying.
Keep denying.
Yeah, no, but it's different because he's black.
That must
I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, well,
let's be honest.
Of course, that's why.
I mean, let's just
when
poke
black
a little.
people deny anything, it's the opposite for black people.
Oh, right. I forgot to
For
tell
black
you.
people, it's the opposite. When they deny something, you go, "Oh, geez,
Juice has
look
been
at him
denying
lie.
it for
Look at him
years."
lie." Jesus, what a liar. No, it's exactly.
Roger
All
Clemens
white people, we have to premise this whole thing. All white people have to do
is deny.
Deny. And eventually people go, "Oh, come on, give them the benefit of the doubt."
Black people have to confess, or else it's just going to get hard on you. If you watch any of those crime shows,
we have to change the entire system.
Yeah.
But even if you didn't
The
do it, you
denial
have to
system.
confess. Even if you didn't do it, you should just say you did it. It's easier that way.
I love those shows. I love the crime shows on A&E where they show the confessions, and they bring people in, and a lot of times the people that just stick to the denial, it goes into the cold case files, and maybe they get them 20 years later.
Yeah.
But it's the people that are sitting there, and it's like, come on now, look, we got this, and they never really have anything, but he goes, all right, okay, I was in the car when he was shot. And then before you know it, the guy's like, I shot the man. I killed him.
Exactly.
Then problem solved. Crime solved. Just deny it.
Yeah, but the more you say, you have to just say no. No. When they ask you,
but it is true.
No.
No.
Because the more you talk, they're going to get you. It's like the cops. I was with this lady one time that you pay to give you back rubs in L.A.
Okay.
And as soon as we were done, I actually just put my sneaker on. Knock, knock, knock. Cops right at the door. And they came in, and they had me. They took me on the curb. They just started going, "Come on, man. What was going on there? Were you just getting a back?"
The only reason they're asking is because they need you to say, yes, I was
but they
doing
kept
that.
asking
They
me,
have
like,
nothing on you
I
right
just kept
there.
going, nope. Nope.
No.
That's all you
No. But they would get me to like buddy, like, we were, and I was like, no. And they finally were like, look, he's not saying anything. And they let me go. They were pissed too.
But that really is the difference between life for whites and blacks. That if you're white and you kill somebody on television, as long as you just keep denying it, you're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
If you're black and you were home sleeping and someone 4,000 miles away got killed, and they ask you if you did it, you better just say you did it.
Just confess.
They're going to hang it on you.
Unless Monk is around.
I was driving through a questionable
be
area
rough
one
on
time
you.
where there were prostitutes. And let's just say I had glasses many, many years ago. Let's just say there was a transsexual who walked over and snatched my glasses. And then I was sitting there.
Why did she want your glasses?
What's that?
Why does she want your glasses?
Thank you for at least sheeing it up and keeping the illusion going. And I was
It's out of respect for her. I'm
Let's just say
respecting her choice.
I was sitting there, and let's just say I couldn't drive because I couldn't see. And I saw a police car.
Oh, God.
And I saw a police car, and I had to high beam the police car and say, he took my glasses. And the policeman had to walk over and go, did you take his glasses? Oh, my God. And this person had to go, yes. And the policeman had to say, give the glasses back.
Oh, my God.
Because the policeman said, what are you doing around here? I said, I'm lost. And
You lost
'cause
and
I
a
don't have
tranny stole your glasses?
stole them right off my face, right through the window.
Why did
Never
she
opened
steal
them.
them?
I have no idea.
She was mad at you for something.
Why did he steal them? Let's just
come on.
Let's stop this. Let's stop humoring him.
Yeah,
Why
why?
did that man with breasts
Why
steal
did
your
that
glasses?
fella? Why did that gentleman?
I don't know.
I actually don't know. They're crazy. They carry razors soaked in garlic. I don't know.
Garlic.
Not emotionally
Vampire?
healthy people. Why garlic? They have the genitals of both sexes.
Was there
Why
a
garlic? Because Norton looks like Nosferatu.
Yeah.
They have their genitals duct taped to their.
Was there a
face.
conversation going on?
No. Yes, it was.
Oh, thank you, Opie. Just stop.
The
Why do
window
you
was
humor?
down. There was something
Can we
going
have an
on.
intervention
No,
about
no.
this little
Listen to me.
homosexual?
No, I'll tell you. I was at a stop sign. It was in the meatpacking district. There was a bunch of trannies.
At the
One of them walked over-
meatpacking district.
Yes.
Okay, fair
Of
enough.
course, I was riding around looking at whores, but I wasn't talking to this one. I didn't see it coming.
Oh, so just an arbitrary hooker that happened to be a dude just came and took your little glasses off
That's
your
what
face.
I'm trying to tell you. I just snatched
So
and
a
took them off my face.
girl walked up that looked like
girl.
Daryl Strawberry, and you just started talking to
No,
her.
nobody would talk.
I'm
to
gonna
a
tell you
bald
what happened.
tranny.
Norton had one of those little tirades that he has if Kenny's around, but he forgot Kenny wasn't there, and
what
a
it was,
big
yeah.
transvestite stole your glasses.
First of all, transvestite is different, and you don't. No
Then
one
I-
likes to
then-
be, you don't want to be lumped in with Haitians. They don't want to be lumped in with.
Oh my God!
little respect.
Oh, damn it, Norton.
Transsexual and transvestites.
But no, that's long before I ever heard of Kenny. That's before I think before I even did comedy.
He cursed out. He cursed the tranny out for something.
Yeah, something went on.
My glasses got
He
taken
doesn't want.
off.
He doesn't want to share it.
He
So
just
why
reached-
would they
he
just
reached
reach
into
in
your
and
window
take
and took
your
your
glasses?
glasses?
Yeah, because I wouldn't. I'll tell you what it was.
There you go.
I wasn't buying.
It was
I
a
wasn't
very
picking up a
aggressive,
hooker. I would-
aggressive salesman.
It was, yes.
Who
It
was
the salesman.
leaning and going, "Come on, I swear this would be a good
It
experience."
was somebody
for
that
you."
goes,
and you're
"You're
going,
looking-"
"No, thank you,"
Because you were looking for something prettier.
I wasn't. I was not
Yeah.
going to pick up. You don't understand how my addiction works.
You
I
were
wasn't
trying to
gonna
actually
pick
get some meat. You were trying to get some steaks at the meatpacking district.
Yes, I was riding around looking for
It was a
employment.
huge misunderstanding.
No, because I wasn't picking up, and that's what it was about. It was just
Yeah.
she got annoyed and snapped it. It was like that fast, and I had no communication with this person whatsoever, none. And I had to tell the police. She took my glasses, and the police had to
That
get
is
them.
hilarious.
And they said, "Give back the glasses."
There you go, Coke Logic. There's your next animation.
Yeah, please.
I just
I'd
visualized
love to see that one.
Hey, we got to take a quick.
Magoo, you've done it again. You couldn't see.
Do you know what it's like to sit in your car in a sea of men in dresses and not be able to drive away?
Sir,
I can't go anywhere. I got bad eyesight, folks.
Sir,
But thanks to LASIK.
a blurry thing stole my glasses.
Magoo, I'll ask this nice young lady if she could help me.
A confused, self-hating blur took my.
You just
took
had
my
to
glasses.
sit there until you got your glasses.
That's horrendous.
Hey, quick break. We got a break. And when we get back, we'll get into the Dr. Phil thing, because we got a lot of people in studio that do the Xbox, and, it's being used to yell and scream racist stuff, and Dr. Phil is tackling this very important issue. As we go to break, our homeless friend, Tippy Tom, most of you guys know Tippy Tom, he came in, and we had him do a little books on tape for everybody. So check this out as we go to break.
The Opie and Anthony Institute of Art and Literature is proud to present a collection of books on tape soulfully voiced by the homeless Tippy Tom.
I can't do as good as that guy to do it, but,
Masterpieces like Herman Melville's Moby Dick.
Call me Ismail. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely,
And Dickens' historically themed A Tale of Two Cities.
it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. I'm doing a good job. Okay.
You won't believe your ears as Tom mutters and fumbles his way through Mark Twain's classic, Huck Finn.
Huck Finn's wealth and the fact that he was under the window Douglas's protection. Okay, I guess I'm getting it right.
And then be prepared to have your breath taken away, literally, with his read of Great Expectations.
Heaven knows we'd never be ashamed of our tears, okay? Of course not. Anyway, I think I got sort of it right.
And finally, you'll enjoy the classic for all ages, Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham.
Great eggs and ham. No, green eggs and ham. See, I thought I can't see with my glasses. I am Sam. I am Sam. Sam, I am. Come on, man, I got my damn glasses on.
Who even knew Tippy Tom had glasses?
No.
It's a collection of some of the finest literature ever written, and then read by a homeless drunk. Order Tippy Tom books on tape today.
Hey, good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Let me set the scene here. It's a very, very, very busy morning. We got Patrice O'Neill on the couch. We got Bob Kelly on the couch. We got Louis C.K. to my right. We got Basil Tees in the corner making omelets for everybody. And we got English Gavin, who's 6'5", 290 pounds, not a hint of fat on his body. He's got the binoculars, and he's checking out the girl exercising naked.
And he's uncut.
He's uncut. Bob Kelly needs to head to
I'm taking a sauna with him.
Right. Hey, Gavin, how's it going out? How's it going out the window this morning? Yeah, that mic's on, not on. Why would it be?
Why would it be?
Why would that microphone be on? It needs to be that one? Okay. Gavin, what are you seeing out the window?
I'm seeing nothing right now. She's still wearing clothes, and unfortunately, she's trying to read a magazine and whatnot, but she's really teasing me.
Yeah, she does get naked.
I want to climb over that fence and just
What about the are the naked chicks in the magazine?
Oh, actually, she actually has, yeah. God.
Gavin, we've seen her naked many, many times. You're not missing much.
Is she a white girl?
Really?
Well, yeah. She's
Gavin
got
loves white girl. He's going to do the blade jump right over to that.
Yeah, it does.
I'm a bit of white. I like white girls.
He did a girl over my apartment. My girlfriend's best friend. He came over, romanced her in like 4 hours, and then that night just blasted her on my couch. The girl fell in love with him. This white girl from Boston fell in love with this black Englishman, and he dumped her.
And he's such a Viking. He just probably
Viking.
Me and Don
destroyed your couch.
Me and Don,
in it.
we were holding each other in the bed, like, oh my God, like there was a monster attacking her.
On a period as well.
He drank out of his helmet and left.
It was a bad day.
Drank out of her skull. Went home.
He just blasted her. You were scared for your life what you were hearing?
We were just holding each other like, she's going to be okay, honey. She's like, go out there and help her. I'm not going out there. It's Gavin. He's uncut. He'll grab me with that thing and throw me like an elephant.
It's prehensile.
His big English jam, he looks like a pug's face.
Are we friends?
That was a compliment.
Yes. And then we got to get back to Jimmy, too. The instant feedback everybody's pointing out.
I completely forgot.
Especially Stephen S. from Bayshore. You got to give Josh from Ohio some credit as well. And Kevin from Connecticut also saying the same thing, that the tranny in that situation you described
before. Me. Yeah, I completely forgot. I've told the story. And what had been happening, I've been riding around in this circle, and the tranny did say, for wasting my time, because I wouldn't stop.
That's why she took his glasses.
And my shoes.
So I completely forgot about that.
Oh, it was awful. Officer, I need my glasses back. The gentleman dressed like a woman took them from me, and I can't see, goddammit.
You must have been pathetic.
No, that makes you feel really good.
I tried to drive away, but I hit something with a penis.
Well, every good gentleman has a fault.
Yeah. Well, and just when you thought the show couldn't get any crazier, we got Howie Mandel standing by. He's on the phone here. Howie.
Yes.
How are you, buddy?
Have you reached the guest quota yet?
Well,
yeah, I know. Really.
I think this is the most mics we've had on in a very long time.
That work.
But we wanted to squeeze you in there, Howie.
Thanks. It's an honor to be part of this extravaganza.
Yeah, it is an extravaganza. We got a girl ready to be naked and exercising across the way.
Does she know she's going to be on the radio?
She will.
Well, you know what, Howie? This girl knows that people are looking at her because she has no shades, no blinds. Every morning,
keeps it open.
Every morning, it's the same routine. She takes all her clothes off. She jumps on an exercise bike. Which isn't doing any help whatsoever.
She got a big ass, and she's not really into shaving.
She's naked on an exercise bike?
Every morning. Every morning without fail.
It's not about the exercise if she's sitting on one of those seats pedaling.
Who said there's a seat?
Yeah, there's no seat.
It's not about losing weight.
No,
just smelling up the seat.
And then she goes and she showers. She comes back out naked, hangs out for a while, a little more naked, and no
Goes
blinds.
in the closet.
Every single light in her apartment is on. She's not trying to hide anything.
She does have blinds. It's just that they're pointed so that if you look. Like, you don't think about, when you have blinds, you don't think about the people that are above you looking down through the slats.
But you got you got to alert her. It would be great to alert her live on the air. Next time she's naked on the bike, send somebody down to buzz the apartment.
Well, we got to figure out which apartment it is somehow.
Opie, I think that Balloon Glove Howie could have talked about this more in depth. But Deal or No Deal Howie can't do
No,
Howie. Deal or No Deal Howie. This is dangerous territory for Deal or No Deal Howie.
I can do this. I'm in town doing live, on Saturday and Sunday I'm at Westbury Music Fair, and I'm at the Bergen County Theater in Englewood, New Jersey. I'm filthy on it's not the Deal or No Deal.
I'm gonna back up Howie. He's been on our show ever since the Deal or No Deal has become huge, and he's told us some horrific things.
Really?
Tonight he's actually on Monk. His Monk episode airs tonight.
Right, but that's not filthy. That's me ridding Tony Shalhoub of his need to wipe his hands. That's who they hired me.
Yeah,
it is.
Hey Howie, you wouldn't want to be in the studio, by the way. I'm getting over the flu. Patrice has it. Jimmy's been sneezing all week. Anthony's had a couple sneezes going on the last few days.
Bob Kelly's ugly.
Bob Kelly's ugly.
but I just bought a bidet.
Yeah, but Bob Bob Kelly told us about his bidet, and we were bragging about yours yesterday, Howie.
No, I told you about that toilet, right?
Yeah, of course you
Not
did.
only a bidet, you don't touch anything.
No.
You don't touch toilet paper anymore.
No, no.
Have you ever had a cold?
Wow.
Yes, I get sicker more than any. I get more.
So what's your point?
Wait a minute. How do you use a bidet like to wipe like
everything?
No. This has.
Does it have like acid in it? Like, what if you have like a really sticky poo?
No, this power wash.
Oh, really? You just blast it?
You set it on power wash and then blow dry.
Those foam strips like a car wash come out and just lather it up and wax it.
I don't know if I told you last time. I accidentally hit the button that said front wash, and it was like one of those speed bags.
It's $1,000 that toilet seat.
Way more than that.
No, it's not the seat. I got the Neorest 600. It's like $5,000. I got all the. I walk into the bathroom at night. I don't even have to touch the light. The seat automatically raises, and there's a beautiful glow. A light comes
You know
out.
who you are, Howie? You were the old man from the original Creep Show.
What?
Remember the roach guy?
Yeah.
All the roaches?
They creep up on you.
Yeah, they creep up on you. It's just
Bugs.
like, I don't
Bugs.
touch nothing. You got to touch something, Howie.
No, I touch nothing. I go through life touching nothing. And then not only that, as soon as you sit down, it's like a warm. The seat is heated to.
I have that.
You have that.
I have that.
Yeah, well, Bob Kelly's got the cheap version.
Yeah, but
Howie has.
first of all, he's got deal or no deal money. I got Caroline's 3-show money.
Bob
But
Kelly's
you know
seat
what?
you have to heat with matches.
Just what I save on toilet paper alone, it's worth it.
I don't even use toilet paper anymore.
$5,000. So it's like the bidet from France, like the
Japan, I think.
It's different reasons, though. How Bob wants comfortable craps because, like me, every time he takes a dump, it's an emergency because we both have bad diets and things come violently rocketing out of our asses. And so we need at least to be comfortable during the trauma. We give birth every time we poop.
Yeah,
Howie is crazy and has mental problems and
No,
he
I
can't
bought
touch
this.
things.
I made it a whole. It's kind of, for me, it's like a hobby now. It's
Right.
like I got a flat screen TV. I put in right in front of it.
I got
and
that.
I put a phone.
And Ted Bundy's hobby was killing nurses.
How much does it cost to install that?
The toilet?
Yeah, like to install, the whole plumber thing.
Honestly, I think I was exaggerating. I think the whole thing is like $3,000 totally installed.
Yeah. Poor Howie. Every time he comes on our show, he has to talk about his germs and his toilet.
But he's
That's
almost
all we talk to him
The
about.
toilet is
Don't feel bad for me.
fascinating.
Howie.
That's my life.
Yeah.
Howie, do you find yourself sitting on the toilet longer and longer every day? Like
Absolutely.
I was like, I'm getting addicted to the feeling of it cleaning me.
My life revolves around crapping since I got this toilet. That's my schedule, and then I fit everything around it.
Hey, can I tell a Howie-related story, by the way?
Yes.
Howie, this is Louis C.K. Remember?
I remember you, Louis. I'm a huge fan.
Well, Howie he took me to open for him in a few gigs, and we were in Poughkeepsie at the Howling, whatever it is there.
Yeah.
Wolf. Yeah. So they gave us the Motel 8 or whatever as a dressing room, and I went. Howie didn't, he just ate dinner and stayed, and then we left. But I went to the dressing room and the Motel 8 people had created this presidential suite for Howie. Like they must have gone out and gotten special furniture, and there was a gift basket. And there was a note saying the owner of the hotel loves Howie more than anything and would love a picture with him. And we did this room just for you. And I look at this stuff, and I just was like, screw him. And I didn't tell Howie.
You never told me.
Never told him. Like I was in a bad mood. I was bitter for some reason. Probably because I was opening for Howie Mandel at the Howling Wolf in Poughkeepsie.
The Laughing Wolf.
Yeah, and I just didn't tell anybody.
You weren't bitter enough to trash the room.
No, exactly.
And write back, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
That's all right.
Oops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, oops.
Yeah, well.
Hey, are you any better with Howie?
I don't know. Am I talking on? Is this?
No, this is regular radio. Are you any better with the germs now, or is it the same thing?
Why? Like within 3 months, how did I get cured? No.
Well, no, but any better. Is there any
No.
progress at all?
No.
No.
What did you hear I was doing that would enhance the progress?
Yeah.
Nothing. I just figured that we've talked about it. Now we're talking about it again, so maybe you had progressed.
Would you be
a little
more uncomfortable if a black man or a white man licked your face? Let's just get down to the nitty gritty.
bit. Black man, because there'll be a home invasion happening.
God.
Yeah, well,
no, but Howie, do you get counseling for it or anything? Or is this something?
I'm constantly. My therapist lives in a beautiful gated community.
Yeah,
it's yes. I'm in cognitive therapy now.
And you're married, right?
Cognitive.
Yes.
You've got kids, right?
So here's the question:
3 kids. I will sit. Some therapy sessions are just sitting there, shaking hands.
So you're married, Howie. Now here's the question: Raw, Diggy, Raw.
Raw.
I mean, I'm saying.
Do you wear a condom?
Yeah,
with your
right.
wife?
And you go Raw.
No, yeah, I don't shake her hand. Yes, I go raw. Yeah.
All right, I'm just checking.
That doesn't bug you?
No, that doesn't.
Do you do it like a Hasid through a sheet or something?
Are you like a surgeon when you have
Halloween,
sex?
And then on Halloween, my kids go out as one-eyed ghosts.
One bloody-eyed ghost. One pussy bloody-eyed ghost. All right.
The one-eyed Cyclops ghost has pink eye.
Oh man!
Wow. Trying to get most of this on the radio, by the way.
Funny. Come on.
That is really
so indirect. It takes you so much work to get to the bad
Yeah, to get
thought
there.
Hey, Howie, still loving Deal or No Deal. And like I said, every time you come on our show, it's because of you. I mean, it's such a dumb concept, but I watch.
Every time I go, I can't not watch it. I have to watch it.
I watch because of Howie, because somehow he just makes it work. I don't get it.
We're in the middle of $1 million mission now. We're gonna and hopefully somebody's gonna walk out of there with $1 million. That's the mission. Is every time somebody doesn't win $1 million, we're adding another case with $1 million, and we're gonna do it up to 57 cases.
Jesus.
Wow.
Howie, that show made me cry once.
Why?
It really did make me cry.
Teary-eyed?
Yes.
Well,
it was a Marine.
Somebody win?
It was like a Marine who came over he just came back from the war, and he had like 2 days here in New York, and they mentioned he couldn't see his family. There wasn't time to go to California to see them. So he's in his moment where he's going to see his kids come out, and his wife, he didn't know they weren't coming.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody's crying. And then that moment that he hits, that every idiot on that show hits, where you've got,
or it's time to walk away.
You've got 150. It's always like at 125,000.
Yeah, right.
That basically, if you're in your living room, you're like, there's $125,000 in front of you. And you're saying no, you just garbage human being.
But at that point,
he hit that point, and he said to his kids, like everyone was screaming, no deal. And he said to his little girls, he said, "You see what's happening here? $125,000, and there's a 1 in 4 chance that the odds are really good that I'll get more." And I'm not gonna gamble with your futures that way. And he said, no deal. I just started bawling. No, the thing that's great about that show, though, is that everyone screams no deal. Everyone wants it. But then the second the person takes the deal, the whole audience, thank God, thank you, Jesus, thank God. We're all crazy. Thank God you're not crazy.
Can I see a disaster? One that bothered me along the same lines was we had a woman on whose husband was in Iraq, and we went live to Fallujah. The guy's in the battlefield, and we're looking at him with night vision goggles.
Wow!
And he's just a young kid. He's out there. He's in the worst part of wherever the war was going on, and she had gotten to a point where there wasn't much left on the board. I don't remember, and the offer was 6 figures, which would have changed her life. And she goes, "Honey, what should I do?" And from Fallujah, we have a horrible signal. He says, "Take the money, honey. Just take the money." And then the satellite went out. We lost the guy. And she goes, "You know what? He doesn't know. No deal." And went home with $1.
Oh my God! Oh, he must have.
What a bitch!
He must have beat her savagely. When he came home.
When I do at home, when it gets to the figure Louis was talking about, 125,000, and they don't take that money,
right?
You want them to take that money. As soon as they say no deal, now you go the other way, and you're like, man, I hope he gets $1.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta watch now and watch him lose it all.
Well, the Marine that took the money, what was the next case?
Do you remember that show, Howie? That Marine?
I don't remember the Marine.
He was so good.
Louis, what was after that? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but it was I don't remember that part of it where then they break his heart that he could have had more.
Look at Anthony. Look at Anthony like this sissy talk.
No, I watched the show.
I'm betting until I lose.
Well,
He's like all this betting.
no, I probably would be totally different on those game shows.
Howie,
Yeah.
Howie, do you remember the Chinese guy who had come here with $75?
I love that. No, that's $750.
Yeah, he came here with $750.
Yeah, the Korean guy.
And he was like immigrant, and so now this is his family playing the show. And
Well, he said that his family came from Korea with one bag with $750 in it and 2 kids to chase the American dream. And these 2 this couple put their kids through school and college, and now the kid was just getting married, and he's on a game show. He says, "I made it. It all started from $750, and I made it." And he starts playing the game, and then as luck would have it, all that's left on the board is $750,000.
Yeah.
$75,000 and $750.
It's just weird.
And then the offer comes in. The offer's like $300 and something thousand, and he says deal. He takes the deal. But it was amazing that he'd started with $750. His father $750, $75,000, and $750,000. The numbers look great. I said, let's see if you had made a good deal. If you made a good deal. Had you said no deal to the $350, what would your next choice be? As he opens the next case, $750,000 is revealed. So he got out at the perfect time.
Yep.
And then we open up his case to see what he had sold. He sold his case for $350,000. We open his case, and his case that he started the game with was a case holding $750.
Yeah, the same amount.
Just like he came over.
But there was a moment
of heroin.
But there was a moment in that show when they had revealed all that, where the old man was crying. Like the old man wasn't.
The old man breaks into crying. He's sitting down there. The old man breaks crying. I take the case with the $750 and I walk it down in the audience and I put it back in his lap.
That's right. But here's the thing:
And
everyone,
then I say the
he was
corniest thing
crying.
I think I've ever saw. I
Which
said,
was
that,
what?
ladies and gentlemen, is the circle of life.
I saw.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I had a
I saw a
totally.
woman on Price is Right break her back doing Plinko. I cried.
I had a totally different view of that show, though, because that guy was crying. He didn't say a word the whole time because he doesn't speak English.
Right.
He's crying at the end, and everyone's standing and applauding. And I thought, and it was supposed to be because how great this is, but I thought the guy was crying because look what materialistic douchebags my family have turned into.
Yeah, he's
Didn't they
all
learn-
upset.
My whole struggle, he was like, my whole life struggle was a waste because these people have no values and they just chase money on a game show when I came here.
Louis, do you care about any black people, any black stories on there? That's,
What's that?
You know, some kid from Compton who lost his Air Force One.
No,
maybe.
I don't
any
care, 'cause-
black cry stories?
Black kid came in and stole all the cases and ran off with them.
That's what. Hey, how black kid stole that card with the money on it, thinking it was worth something. Like he stole the case, thinking
Chinese
he could actually,
immigrants I
he could
cried
actually
for. What-
spend
what?
that money.
Hey, Howie, the other thing I like, and you guys don't do it all the time, but you show the case going into commercial. So the people at home know exactly what's in the case before the guy makes his decision.
You like that? I didn't like that as much.
I kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll give them the note.
It doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah,
but
Opie liked this.
But I guess what I like about the show, you're always throwing a different twist into it. And,
We are.
and the theme shows and all that. It's
Does the banker, doesn't he just say, hey, Howie, suck my blank or
Yes.
something? Doesn't he just say,
Yeah.
right?
Or, yes.
Yeah, it's all set up way in advance. So.
No. He really has the
stop
offers. It's on a.
But it doesn't take him that long to just say the money. He just says, hey, Howie.
He either tries to throw me or he says
Right.
horribly disgusting stuff about
Right.
the contestant, and I.
tell that fat, smelly pig. Then I'll give her $50,000 for a case with
not
maggots
far
in
off.
it.
Not too far off. Yeah, because it gets boring for you guys.
Oh,
You gotta
that's
keep it
funny.
interesting.
I don't know if you watched the other day, but he actually, some woman had as a lucky charm her little girl's piggy bank.
Mm-hmm.
And he took it, and I thought he was going to take it. He actually smashed it.
Oh, my God.
He did.
He
and I
smashed
thought
it?
he was faking it. He actually smashed this little girl's piggy bank, and this woman's game just went down the toilet. I mean, he is evil.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Howie. So what do we got? You're going to be on Regent. You're hosting today, right?
Yeah, I'm there now, so I got to go run.
Oh.
And I'm hosting, and I'll be at the Bergen Theater on Sunday and on Saturday at Westbury Music Fair.
Where the hell's Regis that he couldn't be there?
I have no idea.
Very angry.
I'll find out. Hey, good to talk to you guys again. Louis, great to talk to you.
Yeah, Howie, take it easy.
Okay.
All right, Howie Mandel, everyone. Got to take a quick break. We're going to get into the Dr. Phil thing with the Xbox being
I want to
racist.
hear this.
Yeah, we got to squeeze that in before we get out of here. But first, it's the FU line.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 6 new voice messages. First voice message.
I'd like to leave a big
you to driving in the left-hand lane on 93 southbound. We think it's cool to drive at 40 miles an hour while I'm trying to get to work and I'm already late. You. Next message.
Just want to put a big you to my boss who decided not to give anybody in the company Christmas bonuses. Could fly his ass to California for vacation. I hope your plane crashes and you die on the way back. F you.
Next message.
Hey, I'd like to leave a you to the Department of Personnel in New Jersey for up the fire department lieutenant promotional exam. You, DOC. You.
Next message.
I just want to give a big F-U to whoever got in this accident that I have to sit in right now. You. I hope he died.
Next message.
I'd like to give a big F-U to my boss for traipsing in late every day and then getting on my ass for wasting time. Yo!
Next message.
I'd like to give a big you to Iowa. I'm sick about hearing about your caucuses. Suck my.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Right back into it. Opie and Anthony. Jimmy arguing with Tom down the hall. Patrice O'Neill.
Oh, yeah. Always the argument.
Playing Governors on Long Island all weekend. We got Bob Kelly playing Carolines all weekend here in New York City. We got Louis C.K. Where are you going to be again, Louis?
Well, you know what? What is it? February 14th. What's that holiday? St. Valentine's Day. This is a big Opie and Anthony weekend for me. St. Valentine's Day, I'm in Buffalo. And then the next night, I'm in Cleveland. And the next night, Michigan, Detroit.
There you go.
So that's all you guys' stuff. I'll be back, obviously, to plug those. But they're all going on sale, like, today.
They took us off the air in Detroit.
They did?
Not on satellite on terrestrial, so they're still being heard in Detroit.
Actually, the satellite audience in the Detroit area, huge.
Well, it has to be because we went on the air and we're almost sold out. I mean, we went on sale, and I know that's all O&A people.
Yeah, no,
there's no way that anybody in Detroit cares about me except for
Lucky
the show.
Louie?
Yeah, but it's just Detroit. Like, I went on sale a bunch of markets, and Detroit just went through the roof immediately. And I think it has to be from you guys.
It's a huge satellite market.
Yeah.
We noticed that this past summer. So, you get anything accomplished down the hall there, Jimmy?
No, I mean, there was a couple of the dumps. I know why they did them, and there was one particular that bugged me. So I talked to Tom, and he was in the room when it was dumped, and he told him to dump it. I still don't 100% agree with it, but I do understand. When he went through the progression of why he felt it should be dumped, it's like, all right, I mean, we're not going to win every battle, and that one I can kind of go, all right, I understand his thinking at least.
I think Tom's hanging in the dump room today.
Yeah,
knowing that everybody's in today.
Yeah, Tom's a smart guy when it comes to that.
Yeah, he went progressively through his thinking, and I was like, all right, whatever.
I think you guys got him frazzled today.
Yeah,
he's working extra hard. So, hey, Dr. Phil, we're going to try to get this on before we get out of here. Dr. Phil talks about racist Xbox and cyberbullying.
Racist Xbox?
Yes. Well, this was something we were talking about yesterday.
I bought an Xbox, and I don't see any racism going on the...
I would have to deny that, too.
Oh, Jesus.
They're all playing Call of Duty 4. And, you get the trash talk, but it gets a little ugly in those rooms. And now Dr. Phil kind of wants to maybe put a stop to this.
Well, how is he going to put a stop to it?
So this isn't something that's in the Xbox. It's stuff that kids are saying to each other while they're playing.
Adults.
Well, say me and Anthony were in a room.
Right.
If me and Anthony were in a room, and then the other team comes in after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the guy from the other team, the first thing out of his mouth is, "Yo, we're gonna kick your asses." Then some stuff. Sometimes some people say some stuff after that.
Yeah, it gets it can get racist and homophobic. Yeah. Also, even though we're not.
But that's like saying a guy goes up to a guy on the street.
Yeah.
And calls him a Jew or whatever.
Yeah.
And then so they go, we got to take that street down. Right?
Right.
Isn't that basically what it is? It's just
pretty much that's what he's
another
saying.
meeting place for people to act awful towards each other.
Yeah, while they're playing a game.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do
together.
with Xbox.
That's a damn good point, man.
No, it's just another communication vehicle.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
It's just that white people will call black people those words if they can do it from a safe distance.
Yeah, of course. I'll tell you what happens.
Your living room.
I'll tell you what happens. We play Call of Duty 4, which is one of the best games ever. And Bobby Kelly here came up with General Bobby Kelly came up with the clan name. They call them clans, by the way.
That doesn't help.
No offense, but it's like a team. And ours is GAAY. So it's, Team Gay
so they just
with
come
two
on.
gays. And so in front of your name, in little brackets, it says GAAY, and that way you know that we're all on one team.
Right.
So the second we get in a room with another team, they just instantly start, and it's just nothing but homophobic.
It's so stupid because you're the guys. You guys are owning it. Like you're going ahead and calling yourselves.
We're calling
gay,
ourselves the gay,
and they're acting like you didn't notice that it's spelled.
It's spelled gay.
It doesn't help that we're like, hey guys.
Yeah, we kind of we greet them when they come into the rooms that
must
way.
make them so mad,
and they get very angry. And people don't want to play us. And if there are because there are teams then of specifically Jewish guys. There's the Jews. Their name of the team is Jews.
Right.
And they'll play, and there's certain black teams that'll play.
Right.
And
so it turns into all of that.
It just turns into gay bashing and racial bashing back and forth.
And so Dr. Phil wants to punish the
I don't know.
game,
Well, let's
the
find.
And he's
Xbox.
right. Dr. Phil is right.
Let's find out.
And the greatest part about it is the fact that you're saying these things, which is fine, but you're playing a game that is probably the most violent game I've ever played in my life. It's fantastically violent. I love it. And it shouldn't be any other way, but you are blowing people up.
Yeah, but don't call him a faggot.
Yeah, don't say that. Perish the thought.
Really?
Yeah, they probably would have a problem with that.
I shouldn't be on this show.
The thing that stinks about the game is so politically correct that we're actually still fighting Russians.
Right?
We're
the only acceptable enemy.
It just went to Russians, too. We actually were still fighting Germans up until last year.
Oh, my
Now, we're actually fighting Russians.
Germans are always the bad guys.
With
Now,
laser scopes, which we didn't even fight them with
Even
laser
though
scopes.
we fought Korea between those two, you can't do Koreans.
You can't do the people.
But wait a minute. What about
because Germans and Russians are the only white enemies we've had in the last 100 years.
No, there are
Arabs in there.
I played a few games. Arabs are the hardest board. Arabs and Asians are the hardest boards on video games now.
Yeah,
Russians are very easy to beat now.
That's because they have Chinese stars.
Yeah.
And nunchucks.
When are people going to learn though that it's not about Xbox? It's not. Nothing's going to. You can't change racism through. Nothing's going to change until
two tin cans and a string. It's strung between a black guy and a white guy.
None's going to help.
You're just going to get trapped.
Black people got to stop stealing, and gay people have to stop hurting God, and Jews have to stop manipulating the media. And then you got to get to the root of the problem.
As soon as anybody but black people admit that there's racism,
no, it's gonna stop when we're all the same color.
It's like we think racism is the boogeyman or the Loch Ness monster. Nobody white ever says it, unless it's a joking manner.
Exactly.
Oh,
No, I remember when Venus and Serena Williams complained that they get racist attitudes thrown at them on tour.
Right.
Like people yell stuff at them during matches and stuff. And so they asked Martina Hingis, the Swiss player. That's as white as it gets. Is Swiss,
of course.
And she said, "I'm on the same tour, and I don't see the racism." Yeah, they don't really. They reserve it for the Williams sisters.
She's
you
too
idiot.
busy doing drugs.
Those Williams sisters,
She was
just because they
banned,
call
right?
you niglet doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's see what Dr. Phil has to say on this subject. So he did a whole show on this yesterday with the Xbox.
I love playing video games as much as I like eating food. I've been a loyal customer of Xbox Live and Xbox 360. Now it's gotten worse with the racial slurs, the name calling, and the bullying online. I've been calling you monkey, or your hands greasy from eating all that chicken. I'm gonna put a lynch on your door, or is that your kids in the background? So I had to stop my children from playing the online games. My 10-year-old daughter, my 13-year-old son, and even my 5-year-old son. And he asks me, "Daddy, why I can't play online with you? I want to play that." I go, "No," but he goes, "Why?" They're going to call me names, and I think that's sad for a 5-year-old to even know that.
Oh boy, here we go.
Why you have your kids playing video games, you crappy parent?
Have they
Me and
played?
Anthony are looking at each other like, whoops.
Have they played against Team Gay?
Sorry.
I didn't mean it.
I think they're talking about you guys.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, that was mine.
Oh boy.
But that greasy chicken there, I didn't know he was black. I thought he was just cooking chicken.
I just thought he played poorly.
Yeah, the controller's slipping out of your hand, obviously.
No.
Oh my God.
It was Erd Lee. I was calling him cheap. Wow. Well, you know what? The internet, that type of thing is just basically a CB radio.
Yeah.
I mean, It's you talking to a bunch of guys, you don't know where they are, and
you can't see them either, so you don't know what color they are or religion or anything like that.
You can't tell by a voice.
Sometimes you can.
when their clan name is
The last
DMX.
bastion of racism. Boy, y'all are trying to find any way to do it.
I know.
You can't do it out in the open no more.
It's the two. Every time there's a new technology, porn and racism is the biggest thing to come out of it.
Thank God.
White people just trying to find different ways to be racist. It's just bothering.
And you take this away from
Think
us,
all the
we'll figure out
technology
another
we
one.
have to invent to be more racist.
We're not that good at anything else. We're amazing at that.
What do you mean we're?
I don't understand why you keep grouping yourself in, Spick. You're a red-headed plumber. You're a farmer.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
Don't
That's
pick
how
my
great.
spinach. Stop with the weed. You're an albino Mexican.
But that's how powerful. That's how powerful whiteness is. That it transcends Mexicanness.
It does purify everything.
It does.
Just good.
You can be born in Africa of African black parents and be named Mumbamba. If you're white, come on, but join the health club. Join the club.
Oh, man.
Get to the front of the bus, my friend.
This
I don't
country's
care
gonna
where
have
you're
a
from.
Black president? No way in hell.
No.
You know how many
It won't
arguments I've had
happen.
with my girlfriend over racist remarks I make? She can't
Really?
believe I make them. She's like, "Would you say that in front of Patrice?"
Well, yeah,
Yes.
in front of me.
Of course.
Yeah.
But not most.
By the way,
Gavin?
no.
No.
By the
She
way,
must hate me then.
by the way, what
She must
Patrice
hate me.
called Louis got dumped. You just can't.
What? Did it really?
Yeah, it got
Wow.
dumped.
But I was calling Louis that, and he said
It's-
okay.
It's just ridiculous.
That's a bad one.
On
That's a
behalf
bad
of all
one.
Mexicans,
All right, let's-
I accept the phrase and
Yeah, whatever. Let's play
no
more
problem.
Dr. Phil audio here.
Only if you put N-SPAN.
I do
behind
though
it.
feel for anybody.
Oh
on
my
that-
God! You should be hit with a brick, but that was funny.
At least now everyone knows what the hell we were talking about.
All right, listen, here we go. Gamer's wife
Oh,
tells
my
Dr.
God.
Phil why she is concerned about this racist stuff going on online.
So you're worried that he's going to maybe draw these people into the real world?
I just, Dr. Phil, I just feel like in the internet, in this situation, anything is possible. I don't know who these people are. They're claiming to be the KKK, and I have a real big problem with that. They're calling my children monkeys, that they're going to hang them, they're going to kill them, they're going to kill me. It's crazy, and it's out of control, and nobody is trying to do anything about this.
But it's
my
not
husband has contacted Microsoft for many years, and I don't understand why the FBI is not all over this.
FBI. Maybe they should look for, people that want to fly planes into buildings. Leave the FBI alone. They shouldn't be after Xbox. You're talking about the same thing that you get on the computer. Internet cowards, they're called. They just get on there, bash people. They're nameless and faceless and have no courage to confront anybody. And that's all you're getting. I understand how offensive it is to this woman and her kids and her husband and everything. That's completely understandable. But as far as it actually being a threat, it's not.
I think it is. But they shouldn't have their kids playing the game. I mean, they're exposing their kids to a lot of bad things.
So you think the game shouldn't be?
No, it's got nothing to do with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Make no mistake. It's awful and disgusting that people go on Xbox and call
And play other races. And should stick with our own. We try to.
and they go there. They're awful people. But this woman shouldn't have her kid playing it, and it's got nothing to do with Xbox. Again, Xbox is just the street that they met on. It's not. It's just. It's absurd. It's misused energy to fight in that direction. Like, we got to go after Xbox. It's got nothing to do with Xbox.
There's so many options on Xbox. You can complain about somebody. You can actually send something directly to Microsoft about a particular person.
You can block
You can block
so you
them.
can't hear them anymore.
You can mute anybody you want,
Yep.
and you can run your own room and kick anybody you want out of the room. So. And there's certain times kids shouldn't play. When we're on,
No kids should play.
They shouldn't be around.
They shouldn't be
you
on.
have children and you're
It's
letting
late
them play.
night.
If you have children and you're letting your kids play Xbox, you should have your children take it away.
Xbox Online.
Your kids should be taken away from them.
Racism on Wii bowling. Anything like that on the Wiimote? When you use the Wiimote to play Wii bowling with those wobble-headed bobble doll characters, or Wii baseball?
Can you make your own bowling ball to look like somebody's face?
All right, listen. Dr. Phil makes the brilliant observation that technology is good And it's bad.
Wow, Dr. Phil.
Technology, there's good and bad. I mean, you enjoy playing this game, right? You couldn't do that before the technology existed, but it comes with a downside.
I'm spending thousands of dollars to Microsoft. So I think, and it's coming inside of my house.
Yeah, and so you think they owe you
they owe me big
some
time.
protection?
What? All right, you're crazy.
Thousands of
You're
dollars.
crazy.
I don't play online. I
You don't?
love artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
I love playing the game. I don't like getting online. With
Online
people.
is great.
MySpace people
Real
always
people.
say, "What's your gamer tag?" I don't want to play with you.
No, it's great playing real people.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Because you know you're
Bobby
frustrated.
tried
When
to
you
sell
shoot
that-
someone in the face, you know they're sitting in their house just going, "Brr!" you know, they're so frustrated.
You're playing
because
against
that's usually me.
You're playing against somebody else's like psychology. Like if they,
That's low
the
self-esteem
computer
for some
runs around the thing like 8 times. I may run around, stop, and come back and shoot you in the face.
Call of Duty 4, just playing it on hard is not hard enough.
You're just
it's
pissing away
like real war.
your brain on that stuff.
Yeah,
it's just the worst thing for a human being.
Actually,
I love it.
I think, look, for you're how old are you now?
In my
38.
40s.
You're just coasting to your death. Nobody, no, it's
Yeah, it's
fine.
true.
There's
Might
nothing
as well
being
just have
wasted.
fun.
You've got your career. You make money. You go ahead.
Learn everything you want to learn.
Yeah,
so
but a
why not waste your time?
but for Bob Kelly, you could look 2 bad months and you're homeless. So you're putting your life in danger.
Wow, he just went right out of my pockets.
He actually gave you an extra month.
Somebody with Spanish doubloons in their pocket just told you you're broke.
All right, listen. We got 2 more clips we want to squeeze in here. Gamer afraid that the people threatening him will find out who he is by Googling him, but he's not worried that he's on national TV talking about this. So let's listen to this clip.
And your fear is they've said, I'm going to Google you. I'm going to find, you got a tag that you use when you're playing.
Yeah.
That somehow they can trace that back through, get to your account, find out where you live, and get to you. And that's a possible, that's a possible thing. I mean, that's a
Yes,
real
it is, Dr.
possibility,
Phil.
right?
My fear is my kids, targeting my kids, and who knows? I don't know. I mean, if people
Exactly.
write, I think my rights are violated, especially if you're writing KKK and you're actually taking the time to do all this stuff and
3
spelling
letters.
out stuff and it's just horrible.
Doesn't take much time. It's one key.
I should be able to. I
Ding,
should be
ding,
able
ding,
to
there it is.
Don't forget caps lock. You have to,
I should be able to swim in the Pacific Ocean without sharks attacking me. I need someone to protect me against these sharks when I get in that water. Why? How about not getting in the water, my friend?
Yeah,
no, I
exactly.
should have it's my God-given right.
No,
it isn't.
To get on the internet and play. Shut up.
Game's rated M also, so the kids shouldn't
it's
be
just
playing it.
all-
Oh, no. Well, it said rated M.
Let me say this. Let me say this to black people, please. Intellectual black people, stop messing around with dumb white people. That's what I'm really getting tired of.
Yeah.
It's always a retarded white guy, and then black people getting ready to go. Well, and then he gets on it, and it's a travesty.
Yeah.
It's like it's these Yahoo white boys
Right.
that's calling you a monkey, and you're bothered by that.
Yeah. Let's go to Kevin in Connecticut. Kevin.
It sounds like you guys need the Malcolm Xbox.
Let's go to Travis from the Bronx. Travis.
Yeah, I play plenty of Call of Duty all the time. I'm black, and all this racism is just nothing. This guy who's complaining about he's a damn wimp. He's a grown man.
Yep.
Come on now. I mean, if people are going to talk trash to you, it's all in good fun. They don't really mean to hurt your feelings. If they do, then
You know what they're dude. You know what they're doing all here? Making a monkey face, all of them.
Oh, shut up.
They're all putting their tongue up into their top lip, and they're going.
Jimmy's up on the counter.
Except
Jimmy's swinging from a chandelier and throwing bananas at people.
We were actually trying to make the face. All right.
I thought it, didn't say it. Glad I didn't.
I use the American History Xbox. That's the one I like to use.
Let's go to Mike
Excuse me.
in Dallas. Or is this Max? Mike?
Yes, Mike.
What's up, Mike?
I'm a truck driver, and they do the same thing on the CB. They do all the talking noise. We call them CB Rambos. You know, you can't see who they are, but that's all they do is talk.
Yeah, they did that. I did that coming back from Monterey. My friend had a CB. He goes, watch this. And he goes, is there anywhere a black guy can get breakfast around here? And just
no.
I mean, nonstop for an hour and a half. The best joke, some of the best jokes I've ever heard. I mean, really good jokes.
No, the
like
thing
knock jokes and everything.
I love the fact that he knew. He goes, watch this. Done it a few times.
The thing is, if you go out to like real America, where real people are, all humor is racist.
Yeah.
Every single.
Yeah.
That's all people talk about. It's that bad.
Right.
Like we have a house upstate in Columbia County, which is a very rural part of New York, and my neighbor, who's a farmer, invited me to watch the Tyson Lennox Lewis fight in his barn. He stole satellite. Wow. And so all of my neighbors were all these really nice people. We all went and watched it. And a couple of minutes into the fight, some guy's like, "Look at them monkeys up there," and they just start. And I'm sitting there like, I just feel horrible.
And in front of you, you're like the new guy there.
Yeah, I'm like the New Yorker.
Yeah.
And they're, but they're all. I realize that's all they sharpen their humor on racism. It's the only thing they have to make fun of.
Wow.
Like that's all they do.
All right, we got the final clip here from Dr. Phil.
And it's a site on there, a game called Uno. Everybody knows what Uno is. It's actually a live feed. It's 4 people. Actually, it 4 people have a camera, and we can see each other as we play the game Uno. Now you have people on there taking off their clothes and perverted things, running around naked.
Nice.
And it's all about the money now. It's so easy to get online now. You can go to your local 7-Eleven, your liquor store, and buy a month on
the liquor store, the gun store, the KFC. Come on, dude.
Goes out a local check cash.
Everybody always says library.
Yeah.
Everybody always
There's a library. I know.
Buy one up
You go to
on the corner.
the coffee shop or the library.
Kennedy Fried Chicken.
This guy's no Reverend Al. He's really trying to get something going.
This guy's burying himself.
I
And
get
boy,
my hats.
he stayed on that Uno game long enough to notice that they're getting naked.
They're
by the way.
getting naked.
He should have turned his computer off immediately.
I'm getting Uno.
Here's the second half of the clip.
You can go to your local 7-Eleven, your liquor store, and buy a year subscription for $49. You can buy one for $7.
This is an
and
ad.
Come home, actually type in the code, and you're online. So who's to say my
knows
son,
exactly how
my
to do it.
daughter, gets online, plays Uno, and it's a pervert online luring her to go do something. So who's at fault?
Did he say
$70.
You as the parent,
Or is it
stupid.
Microsoft if something happens to my kid?
Oh my God! Shut up.
Blame Microsoft.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good.
How about this? People to get
Before you-
online and stuff like that, you got to use your real name and identity. How about that?
No.
Why not?
That ain't gonna
Because
happen.
you'd be arrested, I'd be in jail. No, but I'm saying, like, where else? There are other places.
You know what
but
is-
where else can you interact without any real facial recognition? The internet's a weird place. Like any other time.
It's not just as Patrice deftly put it, retarded white folk. It's also supposedly smart. Like with the writer's strike, there's like this online sort of forum of people talking about it, and they're all like writers and like millionaires.
Yeah.
Arguing about it, and like I went on once and questioned something the Writers Guild was doing,
boy.
and they're just like, "You piece of like." I mean, I never gotten sworn at so much in my life.
Yeah.
And just say you should have your this and that torn open, and just. And these are like guys with jobs
Yeah,
in mansions.
all of a sudden they come
with,
out.
with anonymous names.
Yeah.
It just says writer 02, and
That's
they
what it
just
is.
like you're a piece of.
There's zero accountability.
That's all it is.
Online,
It's countless,
and
all it
everyone
is.
knows that, so you could say whatever you want,
Yeah.
and there's no responsibility.
I was in a chat room one time and someone said something I didn't like, and I'm like, "Oh, jump in a lake."
Hey,
watch out.
easy.
Hey, Jimmy, bring us home. Get everyone's plugs out here, will you?
All right. Well, this week I'm in Pennsylvania. Next week I'm at the Borgata. It's sold out. It's been a great week. Thanks a lot.
No, everybody else, Jim.
Oh, sorry. Patrice is going to be tonight and tomorrow at Governor's in Levittown, Long Island. 4 shows, 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow. Bobby Kelly will be at Caroline's tonight, 10:30, tomorrow, 10:30, Sunday, 8 o'clock. It's 212-757-4100. And Stupid's Comedy Central special comes out January 18th. And Patrice's Def Jam is this Sunday, am I correct? His Def Jam will be on this Sunday night.
On HBO.
On HBO, of course. And young Louis C.K., I don't remember your plugs.
February 14th in Buffalo, 15th in Cleveland, 16th Detroit.
Okay.
Miami on Wednesday. Nobody cares.
Okay. And Gavin will be...
What was the word?
Strapping.
No, what was the word Bobby used? Blasting. Gavin will be blasting his way all over Manhattan for the next couple of
wrecking
months.
sofas all over.
Leaving pulp of women on sofas.
Oh, Basil Tees. Thank you, Tom.
Yes.
For all the great food. Where? Hooper Avenue and Tom's River.
Delicious. Amazing.
Basil Tees Brew Pub and Grill. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Delicious.
All right, we're going over to XM. You guys have a great weekend. Talk to you Monday.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi. Thud, thud, thud. Squeaky mic stands. Loud headphones. There we go. Hi.
All right, we made it over to XM Satellite Radio. We got rid of the annoying one, and now we can broadcast.
But wait, I don't see Jimmy here.
No. Talking about Patrice.
Oh.
But Gavin's here to make sure we don't say too many bad things about him.
He'll report back to Patrice.
He sure will.
Yeah.
We got Club Soda Kenny. He's in the middle of the studio over there. Where's Jimmy?
Probably. What do you look like the announcer for a show over there. And now.
Yeah, why don't you do the big announcement for the XM show?
Good morning, people.
Why would the mic be on?
Would it? You should have a musical that you do here. Why would it work?
Yeah, why?
Why would it work?
All right, try again.
And here's Jimmy.
Look how awful he looks. He's all by himself way over there with his stupid granny glasses
Those
on.
fucking awful glasses.
One chair, one mic in front of him on a mic stand.
Like he's Ed McMahon.
Yes. And now, back to you, Opie.
No, that's not how it goes. You got to just announce the whole show.
Thank you, Anthony.
No, not individually. As a collective.
Yes.
Da, 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 da. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Starring our good friends Opie and Anthony. And guest starring James Norton.
He's not guest starring.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like fucking Steve Lawrence.
Please just stick to hitting people that are trying to say hi to Jim.
Well, Kenny's here because the dump report.
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be
It's gonna be a fucking Lulu.
It's going to be longer than the show you just did.
How many dumps did we get on the other side?
10 dumps.
10 dumps.
10. Wow.
Yes.
Banner day.
9-1. I'm gonna say 9 Louis, 1 Howard.
I didn't say cunt that many
8-2.
times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 8 Lou, 1 Patricky, 1 fucking Howie.
I think I got dumped for, I think I said scumbag.
You got dumped for something you were thinking. That's how strong your
I know. I was really fucking thinking it.
I said shit.
I said something so racist that the air goes blank.
It's like, wow, holy shit.
Yeah. I said shit during one of your live reads.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
That was like you lost money on that.
I
saw you go like this.
Oh, yeah. My mic wasn't on, but in the background, I was discussing something with Jimmy, and I'm like, yeah, and that fucking shit, and blah, blah, blah. And you're in the middle of doing a live read for Tigers or something.
It was like, yeah. The gyms you go to are shit.
I said cunt lips, but they took it in context and left.
So they were fine with it.
Oh, thank God for that.
But you're saying how nice cunt lips are.
Yes. All right, let's play the sweeper. Right. The funny thing about the dump report, Louis like, I'm trying to be better for you guys, but take note that probably all of these dumps are Louis.
I know.
Just about.
Live from the Opie and Anthony Show studios, the Daily Dump Report.
Yeah, Anthony was a good boy. He didn't make the list.
All right.
Neither did I.
I
Yeah.
know.
What about
Jimmy
me?
didn't either.
Yeah, no, you're professional.
Of course we are.
Yeah.
All right.
First one, 7:15 a.m., Patrice O'Neill, so I can piss.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Can't say piss? No.
8:07,
But piss is
Louis
delicious.
C.K. debuts.
Yeah.
What if you really... No, excuse me. Strike
When
that.
does he debut?
8:07, Louis C.K. What if you have really sticky poo?
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sticky poo? You can say poo, you just can't describe
Yes.
the poo.
Because when you're trying to target men 18 to 49, you don't want to describe
They're going to
doo-doos.
call in and say they didn't like
Duty.
that truck. I'm a truck driver. I didn't appreciate that sticky poo. I ain't listening no more.
That's pretty much the first word kids learn is poo,
Yeah.
but we're not allowed to say
There's
it on the radio
no,
show.
every
Sticky
kid
poo.
says it. Parents refer to their fucking shit as poo. It's not. I would defy the FCC to fucking actually fine someone for saying sticky poo.
All right.
But
what else?
Cool
Scary
radio.
cats.
Then 8:08, Louis backed it up with, things come violently rocking out of our asses.
Rocketing, you motherfucker.
Are they rocking out of your ass like on a chair?
Rocketing.
Yeah, that's what I said, didn't I?
Rocketing,
Yeah,
he said.
That's what I meant to
Yeah,
say.
that's
Rocking.
funny. Rocking isn't funny.
No.
No.
It means like there's an old lady on a log just fucking back and forth sipping a fucking lemonade.
Trying to smush it down.
8:10, Howie Mandel said, fuck you.
Ooh, Howie.
That's gray area.
That's the deal or no deal,
Yeah.
Howie Mandel.
Said fuck.
8:12, Louis C.K.
Oh, Jesus.
And this is a comment
Louis.
here, editorialized, in reference to a sheet that was used for sex. Louis C.K. said, one bloody-eyed ghost.
Yeah. Well.
And he never said sex.
No. But I listened to Tom's logic. I know why they dumped it, even though I didn't agree with it. But it was like, I can't kill him for that one. Because he's like, no, the sex. He went through the whole discussion. And it's like, at least their thinking wasn't completely like fucking sticky poo.
Yeah,
Childish.
Right.
Tom's a smooth talker, though.
That's going to be
I don't know, he is,
my
but he-
rap name, too. One
But-
bloody-eyed ghost.
But he's actually
my-
from the album Sticky
Collaborating
Poo.
with Sticky Poo.
But there are times where Tom will go, no, that shouldn't have been dumped. You know, that was one he's like, no, I told him to dump that.
Wow.
No, I on that show and with who was in that room and what was being discussed, the dumps. You know, I would chalk that up to like one of those National Guardsmen at Kent State that shot those kids.
Yeah,
you don't really play.
They were charging.
He put
I
a
think.
flower in my my rifle, and then he threw lit a firecracker. What am I going to do? I shot him. Sorry.
Right.
Tough situation.
Kenny just goes, right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because Kenny wants to talk some more.
What shitty station is doing this? Hannah Montana contest. Men dress in drag for Hannah Montana tickets. and it's some kind of a goofy, wacky radio
And you interrupted.
promotion.
Bob had a
Sorry.
doozy. Bob,
Sorry.
go. Right?
You asshole.
I didn't see you
Put a little pressure on what he said. I had nothing. I just thought of you down there trying to pick somebody up and somebody's stealing your glasses.
That's a great story, man.
That's fantastic.
Give me those, motherfucker. No, I just took it for wasting my time. Sorry, go ahead, Ken.
Louis again, 812. One pussy, bloody nine ghost.
Well,
very descriptive.
818,
Very
Louis
funny,
C.K. douchebags.
That's one that
Oh,
never
all
should
right.
be done.
Never.
all right.
Never. That's not your fault.
836, Louis C.K.
Mr. Common Denominator.
referencing Bob Kelly's Call of Duty 4 team gay. Louis C.K. said, faggot.
Never should be
didn't
dumped.
he, though?
Never should
have
be
been dumped.
dumped.
Never should
You
have
should
been
never
dumped.
call us faggots either. We're gays.
Every time I cleared
Gays.
my throat to talk, they put their finger
Nah,
on the
but
button.
it
basically.
never should have been dumped. That's just fucking pussy thinking.
Yeah, faggot thinking.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah.
840, Patrice Spick.
Oh boy.
Another one that should not have been done.
No.
'Cause Tom didn't know you were Mexican, and
Right.
it's like it shouldn't matter, but that's the way they think over them. Like, dude, it was a racial discussion. They're parodying racism. Stop it.
So if there's a spick in the room, you can say spick.
That's the mentality.
so.
What do you expect? It's all white guys running things. That's
Yeah,
how they
they're
think.
doing doors. I am a spick, and I approve of this message. They need that.
You have to say it like I approve of this message.
I approve of this message, senor.
Does anyone really talk like that?
Not a single Mexican in the
I
world.
love that. Yes, senor.
Si, senor.
Si.
I got boogies in my nose.
Do you want a drum roll for the last one since we're supposed to do sound effects?
We're not supposed to do sound effects over here. Only
I
over
know.
What was it?
I know. Last one, 846, Louis C.K. Pissing away your brain.
What?
But that isn't even like
That's not even about the frothy yellow drink that
Right.
Jimmy. That is
That's like
Jimmy's staple. of his
pissing away
diet.
your time or pissing away.
Pissing away is a
give me
verb.
The
break.
fucking once. I mean,
All
look.
right.
Context, assholes.
That's fucking-
Context.
The dumb
Right.
guys. Like I know it's a tough gig,
But
he
that's
has got to
ridiculous.
learn.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Pissing
Yeah.
away your brain.
Everyone
And I'm talking
knows.
about people shouldn't have their kids use Xboxes
That's exactly like you
because
say.
they're pissing away their brain, and they
Yeah.
dump that.
Come on, dude.
It's the same context as saying,
Pissed off.
"Don't give me that crap." You know, I don't take any crap from her, or she crapped on my face.
Yep.
You can't say she crapped on my face, but you could say, "Don't take any more
But pissing
crap."
away isn't even actually referring to the bathroom
At
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
It's actually using the verb like as if you could piss, money. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You could say pissed off. I was so pissed off yesterday. You could say that.
I've never heard
They
of
don't
that
dump
being dumped anywhere. Pissing away your.
No, it shouldn't be dumped anywhere.
That's-
It's fucking
all right, that's nuts.
revolting.
Maybe he thought the brain could actually work its way into the bladder.
Right, and then come out as piss.
And you were pissing.
He just
talking about
saw
the brain pissing.
tissue coming out of the tip of my cock.
You just saw your
Mixing with
that
the
dump
shit
button.
and semen that I just
big red
Put on
bush,
a hole in a sheet.
your freckled cock.
Exactly.
That just disturbed him.
That's right. Look, I get it.
Well, you tried though today, Louis. That's the
Well, I
important
know,
thing.
man.
That's
It's
the important thing.
bad.
You
It's
tried.
bad. I'm hurting you guys.
No, there's a few that you should have been
Nah, it
dumped
was
on.
good.
Man.
No, but it's a critical mass issue.
And
Like you could give me.
XM
It's like
heard it.
when a guy gets mad at the ump for punching him out. You swung at strikes 1 and 2, so you can't. You put your set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can't. I said cunt and nigger about 5 times. So sure, when I said piss, the guy started.
And you
dumping
can't go
me.
like,
Yeah, come on,
Come on.
come on.
I'm just watching Gavin, making sure he doesn't get pissed at you. You spit out nigger with the extra nigger.
And then you did it twice.
Well,
Yeah,
I said
yeah,
it. I said
there
it
you
in
go.
a kooky way.
I don't think you said it in a kooky way.
Not black, is
They
he?
said
Not
Mike
black.
on?
Yeah, not that. Nigger.
half black, half white.
Half black,
Yeah.
half white. Yeah, so are
That
we
makes
all.
you black.
So are we
The
all.
eyes of the oppressors. yes.
Census
Yeah.
Bureau.
The eyes of the Census Bureau.
But I was there. They would count as black.
Sure.
All right. Look at Jimmy. Does it count as black?
We I'm saying they do. They count.
Government allows you that.
What's that?
It's all a bit different over here.
We got We got another song from Val Kilmer, everyone.
Oh, this guy's good, man.
Do we have the one from yesterday to play for the guys?
We got to hear the beginning of that
Just
one.
Val
at least.
Kilmer?
He's a good singer.
Val Kilmer is going into music. He's singing.
Jesus.
He does a Neil Young cover.
Hey, can I have another water bottle, please? There's a fucking layer of film on my water bottle. Ugh. I just want a non-filmy water.
What do you mean? Well, you got to be specific when you ask for water.
Film. Yeah. Touch it.
Can I get a
I'm
water?
not drinking out of it. Touch it. With your,
we
just
got it
touch
already?
it. Well, it's from
angry
it's
Jimmy
from you
is
peeling the
Bobby.
sticker off. No, it's not. The sticker doesn't go to the bottom of the bottle. You fucking hump. I know where a sticker goes. I peeled the sticker off so I can hold this.
Yeah,
it's
you're
all
right.
cloudy feeling.
Bob's trying to back you up, but he can't. He
Tell these
can't feel
people
it.
that fucking work with us that fucking Norton gets a non-cloudy bottle.
Oh, shit.
All right, you guys.
He's an angry man
Tranny
today.
fucking diva.
I'm overtired.
Kenny's running somewhere to get a napkin and a new bottle of water.
do it.
I need water without film.
I stayed up last night
like the film this time.
jerking a limp cock.
Oh,
Just
did you?
awful. Oh, it was awful. The head's just bouncing around stupidly. What do you want from me?
Cock is like, give me a second.
Hey, let me check it for you
It's
before you
not
touch
cloudy. I
it.
can feel it. Here, you can drink that one.
I don't want that. Stop angrily putting the water down.
There's a fine line between the time you can jack off and when your arm gets tired. There's a fine line.
Now, when you
there.
jack your cock till there's so many raw spots on it, you
Yeah.
got to kind of grab it awkwardly.
Yeah, when you have to actually put your finger in the, in the hole and hook it.
Because there's so many stingy red spots on it. Way too much. So it fucking starts bleeding, and you use that for a lube.
I jerk off with my left hand, and ever since I got married, I just feel uncomfortable because my wedding
Are you
ring.
left-handed?
I have to take my wedding ring off now, and it just
Really?
makes me feel bad.
Are you a lefty? Or
Yeah, I'm a
switch it,
lefty.
jerk?
I write with my right hand, but I jerk off with my left.
Yeah, what a fucking creep. Why? Is that,
I'm a creep.
yes.
Why?
Why does that jerk off with your left hand? Who does that?
I'm of the same school, Bob.
You jerk off with your left hand?
You can't do it. It's not. You don't have the coordination.
No, not
it
at
goes
all.
all
It's not good.
wacky.
Not mine.
You're all over the place.
Her own hand does the same thing.
Yeah,
so-
It's a
right.
sign of intelligence.
I
No.
write righty, and I'm very awkward.
Yeah, it's
right
too
hand.
awkward.
Yeah.
But left hand reversal. Now you're talking.
Nice, right?
No, it's like how
Water
left-handed
massage
people.
for your balls.
When left-handed people write, they write from above the words. You know.
Oh, it looks ridiculous when
Yeah.
left hand people write.
annoying.
Yeah.
That's
They're
just
like,
wrong.
Hand
It's
is
just wrong.
wrapped around like a cobra.
Like right backwards like the Aztecs.
Look at
you
little-
fucking
looks like a little-
creep.
That must be what it's like when they jerk off. Like you got to
Yeah.
go around
Yeah,
like
gotta-
as if trying to pretend it's a right hand.
They come first, then have to like put the semen back in the dick. Fucking smudging over everything. Fucking hate lefties.
Time for some Val Kilmer. So,
Wrong with you?
hey,
You know, we got
so Val Kilmer, he wants to be a musician.
Right.
He's good, man.
He's got like 5 or 6 songs on his MySpace,
Yeah.
and he's trying to get a record deal. And what I'm about to play is a piece of "After the Gold Rush," the famous Neil Young song.
That he re-recorded.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But then we got a brand new one for everybody. We got a brand new
Cool,
Val
man.
Kilmer song. But listen
Excellent.
to a
Oh, wait,
piece
no,
of
no,
this. What?
That's the remix. The original is in the Master Computer. I'm sorry. Eric just told me to tell you that. Is that what you just said?
Oh boy.
What? So this is a remix, meaning you guys remixed it, or
yeah.
No.
What is the super mix?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want the super mix.
Why would I want that?
We want the.
You need a straight line first.
E-Rock.
What did Iraq do?
Oh,
Hold on,
E-Rock.
let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Iraq, what'd you do?
Here he's running in.
Let's ask him. He might have. We can't just throw Iraq under the bus.
No, the originals were set up like Oak wanted, and I gave Than the remix and said in case he wants that one too. And
Where's
that's what
the
he got.
original?
The original is
Yeah, we
right
just
there.
want the original today. All right, whatever.
All right. Now go do all the exercise you'll do for the next month by running out there and grabbing it.
Congrats, you almost did something right today.
Sorry, that was a cheap
Very
shot.
close. Oh, very close to right.
I try to go to bat for Eric. I hate him.
Why
Hit him with a
bother
bat.
at this point? All right, hey, so here's Val Kilmer doing Neil Young's "After the Gold Rush."
Well, I dreamed I saw the knight in armor coming.
Yes,
something
the Indian
about
from Natural Born Killers.
you were pleasant thing.
Is he kidding?
No.
No, that's just
That sincere?
Yeah, it gets better though.
Sure split the tree. There was a fanfare.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
This is real?
Oh my
It
God.
was floating on the breeze.
That's
right. Look at Mother Nature on the run in the 21st century.
Oh, God, kill yourself. Has to update it.
Right, right.
Look at Mother Nature
You got it, Val.
on the run in the 21st century.
What an asshole.
I've actually heard fucking women queef songs. Jesus. Sounded better than this.
Fucking makes fucking Dane Cook sound like an actual singer.
Oh, yeah. Hey, don't you talk about my boss like that.
Sure I will.
His driver's going to take issue
Sure I
with you.
will.
I'm not driving anymore.
The guy who checks him into his hotel is going to get mad.
Torgasm 2 might be happening, so we're going to keep low on this one.
Oh, really?
No, you asshole. I'm kidding.
Why would you say no? That was a massive success.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
For him.
It was horrible. Nobody watched it. It was terrible. I know. It was after my show. I saw the ratings every week. Less people watched every week. Anyway.
Oh, it was a
Anyway, but Val Kilmer.
Wait a minute.
No, we're talking about
Wait
Val
a minute,
Kilmer.
Lou. Hold on. Hold on. I'd love to defend it, but I really can't. I was on a show with Jay Davis.
You were great on that show. There's no doubt. But the show was not successful. It was a disaster.
But then you get lucky.
I didn't
Louis
get
didn't
it.
have a lot of viewers.
I didn't
What's
get
that?
Fucking they dumped
No, we
us
had a
too.
lot of viewers. That's exactly right.
Life sucks.
I didn't make a dime. I got 2 points on the DVD, and I was actually hoping that he might sell a lot of DVDs, and it didn't. My lawyer called, and he, the lawyer. My lawyer's Chunk from the Goonies.
Yeah, he's a lawyer now, an entertainment lawyer.
But he's just ridiculous. He's like an aggressive lawyer. He's just an ass. And I was like, this guy's going to get me some money. He called back, nothing. You made nothing. They sold nothing.
No.
Nothing.
No, we used to get the ratings every week, and they'd show us the whole HBO lineup. It would be Entourage, and then us, and then Torgasm. And we were ticking up every week a little bit, but Torgasm was dumping really hard. Like, there was one point where Torgasm would go down, and then a shitty, movie from, with whoever in it.
Jan Michael Vincent?
Yeah, like a Jan Michael Vincent movie that came on after, at 12 midnight, would go up from what Torgasm was doing.
Oh, wow.
Zero people watched.
That's not good.
No, it was a very poorly done show.
Why don't we fucking?
But Bob, I used to watch it because I didn't really know
What
you
does
that
Dennis
well.
Hopper want?
And I got to like you from watching you on that show. You came out well.
Yeah.
You acquitted yourself nicely on that show. But
Hold on. What is fucking?
what's going on?
What
out
is
there?
Barry Slotnick? fucking doing?
What is going on?
I don't know what he is.
Pointing and
Like a zoo.
looking at
What are
stuff.
those people doing?
Who is that creep?
Ridiculous.
They're looking at.
Hey, hold on. I want to know
They're
what
building
fucking.
something out there.
Hey, what does the father from Family Ties want in this studio? Why is my Republican son shaking all over the place? Who is this creep? What does he want?
No, enough.
So
Got a little earpiece
get
in,
it.
too.
We got today's Val Kilmer song. It's fucking
It's a
perfect.
new one. Kilmer, Jesus.
That's great, right?
I have a weird story about Val Kilmer, and I'm not sure I should tell it, but I'm going to anyway.
Tell it, we love you.
Because it's kind of private. But Chris Rock told me that he got a call once from Val Kilmer, got his number through channels of famous people channels.
Yeah,
he doesn't know.
those are.
And he called him and left a message like, "Hey man, let's hang out sometime. I want to know if you want to hang out and go to a game or something like that." And Chris was like, do you think just because we were both in movies once, you can just call me and I'll hang out with you? Like, I guess celebrities do that, but
Yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason that instance of it really rubbed him wrong. That Val Kilmer thinks like he's the president, like he
Yeah,
can
you
just
can
get
just
folks on the phone and hang out with them.
Call
Like
you
he
up
was
and-
watching Chris on TV and thought, yeah, I'm going to go to the game with that guy tomorrow. I'm Val Kilmer.
We both work in the same industry.
Yeah, very
It's like a
vaguely.
steel worker just calling another steel worker and going, hey, you want to hang out?
Let's go to the
What
bar.
are you doing?
Yeah, but you gotta love Chris's on his immediate honesty. My response time is 3 days later.
Right.
I'd be in the movie theater or hanging out with this jackass,
Going,
uncomfortable.
why am I here?
Yeah, and then I'd be home having the argument by myself. Dude,
Yeah.
Val.
First of all,
You should
don't
have said Val.
No, Chris is a very.
don't even try to say you wouldn't fucking latch on to Val Kilmer's
Yeah, in a
dick.
minute.
That's exactly what I said.
Of
That I
course you
would.
in a minute.
That's exactly my
No, you
point.
said your
Kilmer.
response time is 3 days later. You would be saying, "Why am I hanging out with Val?" You'd be like, "Val, new Val Kilmer on your phone."
I was
Val would be playing Call of Duty 4.
What Chris is a very real guy, and I was with Chris once in an Aspen for the comedy festival, and some people grabbed us, some promotion people. Me and Chris, we're just out on the street in Aspen, and they kind of corralled us into this designer store, this really, really expensive, like $600 shirt store, and they said, "Take whatever you want." Like, because they wanted Chris to wear their
Right,
stuff.
yeah.
And I'm standing with them, so they said it to both of us.
Nice.
Take whatever you want. And Chris is a very classy guy, so he was like, you know what, give me a T-shirt. I don't like, he just doesn't want to take. He doesn't want to be a pig. He goes, just give me a T-shirt. I don't want to take this nice stuff.
What did Huey Louie do?
I made them fucking unpadlock a leather jacket, and I'm like, give me that jacket.
wow.
And the woman, like, this British woman, she's like, okay. And
you know she didn't want to.
No, she did not want to
Good
at all.
for her.
And I'm like, because he's in a place like that every day, and he has discretion. But I'm like, I may never have this opportunity again. I'm like, give me a leather jacket. They have to take the alarm off. They had to disarm the alarm.
How much was
on the
the jacket
leather
worth?
jacket?
Oh, that thing had to be
It's
ridiculous.
the greatest jacket in the world.
How much do you think it's worth? Gotta be
That
$500.
jacket? What?
Okay.
No, it's a lot
Perhaps
of
more
money.
than that, Jim.
Probably like at least $2,500, I think.
Wow, yeah.
When we were doing
Oh,
the
you
Vegas
robbed them.
Comedy Festival
Nice.
for with Dane, they promised because we were with Dane and we were supposed to go to this party, we were going to get free Sony Vios. Me, Gary, and Dane.
We got those from that. Yeah,
You got it?
They were giving I got one.
But Dane was like, we weren't going to make the flight or the party, and he was like, what are you going to do?
It was a
but
vodka
the only
party.
thing in my head was like, I gotta get to Vegas. I need my free computer.
Yeah.
I
So I was like,
I got the free computer.
I got it too.
And it's sitting in my closet.
But I had to really
I'm
push.
a piece of shit because my dad's pretty poor. Like, he doesn't make a lot of money. And I said to him, because I got that Vio, and I am a Mac guy. I have no use for it. And I said, I have a new Vio. Do you want it? And he's like, that would really be a big help to me. And I just haven't sent it. Shit. It's sitting there. No one's using it.
Oh,
Such a great computer.
My own
too.
father. It isn't even like I could donate it to a school, actually, and help kids. My own father, who works for very little money.
It's just sitting
I'm
there.
like, yeah. Oh, yeah, Dad. Shit. Yeah, I'll send it.
How
Sorry.
could you not help the man that blasted a load into your mother while she was sleeping?
in Mexico.
Because he's Mexican. Because he's a filthy Mexican. He doesn't deserve anything. All right.
Blows me away.
Go back to Mexico and get a computer. Go back to Mexico and invent a computer out of beans, you fucking smelly spick.
Why do you need it? You're not going to be able to plug it in.
I know.
You live in a hut.
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to power it with your fucking
That's funny.
Mexican?
To get to the next line, you have to hit
make
the
a battery
dirt
out
key.
of Yeah.
A dirt key.
You're only going to use it to fucking, cross the border with somehow.
True. You got to close the case over yourself and hide it.
You're going to use it as a hat to block the sun in the fields.
Open it like a heavy V. Put it on your stupid, non-thinking head.
Oh my God!
Oh Christ!
Are we ready for the Val Kilmer song?
I want more Val
There's
Kilmer.
another
This
one,
guy's
right?
terrific.
New one.
Today's song is called "Hold On to Daddy."
Oh, him with the daddy.
I like that. I think that's nice. He's got a thing
Shut up
with
with your
his
daddy.
Yeah.
When I'm gone, I say hold on to daddy.
Where did he sing this?
I know.
Larry Craig sitting there tapping his foot next to him.
In the shower?
Wow. He's got a studio on the back of a flatbed. Fucking asshole.
Jesus Christ!
It's horrid.
He's just not there, is he?
Hey, the recording studio's not good. Where would you like to work? Do you have a room with aluminum and tin all over the walls? That'll be perfect.
Cause you gonna cry.
He's
gonna
kidding.
cry
What's he doing?
when I'm gone. When I'm gone.
I wish you were gone. Yeah.
When I'm gone. When I'm gone. You gonna cry.
I think she's
Cry when you sing.
He's very bluesy. This guy's got some soul, man.
does he?
I like it. Yeah.
Gotta have a soul of a Doc Martin put against his head.
This couldn't be real.
Was there coughing in that song?
This has to be a goof.
He's coughing. Jesus. Sounds like someone's trying to take the guitar away from him. There's a fight going on.
You're gonna be around. You're gonna turn your back and watch the sun go down.
What? Turn your back and watch the sun go down?
How? My God.
Face west, please.
You're not saying anything.
Is he asleep on the mic?
Right, we get it.
All right, talk about Daddy again, would you?
I'm crying happy, happy daddy coming home. Okay, another song down.
Yeah, just keep cranking them out there, you fuck. Fucking asshole.
What happened to the Iceman?
I used to like him, and now fucking hope his kids get a blood disease. They need a transfusion, and it gives them AIDS on top. Fucking asshole.
You do not like him at all.
Yeah. Bad music. Nothing more insulting than bad music. Nothing makes you mad.
The kid's got sickle cell.
It really does make you angry.
Yeah, it does.
I think he's kidding.
Especially a famous guy going, no, this is good. I'm putting this out there.
Yeah, he's not kidding.
Is he really serious, dude?
He was
He's crazy.
really into being Jim Morrison back in the day.
I've seen him on interviews and stuff on late night talk shows and stuff, and he's like crazy.
Yeah.
He's a hard interview. Like the people.
The thing that people don't get is that actors are jocks. They're not.
Yes, they are.
They play interesting people, and you attribute that interestingness to them.
Yeah,
they're not. They're jocks. They're people that have this weird rubber ability with their face and their voice, and they're not. They're just sieves, and you can get them to do shit, but then you listen to them talk. This guy's a fucking idiot.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, they're just dippy, stupid, flaky assholes.
But they can act like real cool people.
They can act like real
substance to prevent them from being someone else.
That's right.
But can't you just act like that all the time? Just act.
You think, well, because they actually, like watch Actors Studio when they're talking, like they let their hair down amongst each other, and you just want to drop a bomb on the entire building, and nothing bad would come of it. Shitheads.
I feel bad for his wife having to lie to him every day.
It's great, honey. Well, she probably thinks it is great. If he's that much of an asshole that he's saying that, his wife's a stupid cunt. Just by deduction, I can just tell you by the transitive law that his wife is a retarded cunt with shit ears. Fucking married that faggot, you stupid cunt. Bad music. Makes you madder.
It does make you mad.
He's not
completely angry.
That's what I think when I hear a bad song is whoever's singing this, his wife is a cunt. And his kids deserve to die.
We're going to take our first break on XM. Don't forget Bob Kelly's at Caroline's all weekend long.
212-757-4100. But Bob's got an odd schedule. Tonight at 10:30, Saturday 10:30, Sunday 8 p.m. That's it, Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
And
Louis is going to be in Buffalo, Cleveland, and Detroit in the near
starting
future.
February 14th.
14th, 15th,
Website?
and 16th.
Yep.
Website for these days.
LouisCK.com. I'm all over I'm on tour heavily. This
He's on
is
MySpace, too, every day.
MySpace
on the front cover.
/Louis CK.
And what about Gavin? Where are you going to be?
Just walking around Manhattan.
You going to be blasting chicks or what?
Blasting white girls.
I'm in Miami on Wednesday. I keep
cock.
forgetting to say that.
Hey, you know
Miami,
what?
Knoxville, Louisville.
Okay, that brings up something because we had to keep it clean on the other side. So you got to retell that story now that we're on this side, what you were hearing and shit.
Oh, the other room?
Yeah, so it's your wife's best friend from
Well,
Boston.
she was on the rag, too, which is disgusting.
I'm glad you missed that bit out.
Oh, he
actually.
just fucking blasted her with a bloody
And you could
white
hear
girl
the-
pussy.
So what?
This is a long time ago, man.
Wait, your wife's best friend comes down from Boston?
Wife's best friend comes down from Boston. She's, she's
a little innocent,
leaving
yeah,
a trail
she's
of blood.
she looks like Rhoda.
She looks like
Rhoda.
And she comes down, and apparently she likes the black dudes.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's got a
brown sugar.
hunkering for a big black cock.
It's a hankering, you
Yeah,
dummy.
yes.
A hunkering.
I like hunkering, though. I could relate to that.
Thanks, Hope. I was actually
It's Mispronunciation Friday.
Actually is. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's also point and laugh
Go
Friday.
fuck yourself, Air Supply.
Air Supply.
You do look like the lead singer.
What? Oh my God! You kidding me?
Now,
you know what the
not
lead
back
singer
then.
of Air
Now.
Supply
You-
looks like?
You look like him now.
No, he doesn't. He's fucking Chef from Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, I'm a saucier.
So
I want to see you cut his head off.
never get out of the fucking boat.
Fucking Kurt's joke. Yeah, I like
fantastic.
So
He's
good. You combined two people.
Oh, that's good.
that was brilliant.
So Gav used to come over to my place when he first came over from England. He would come over and hang out. Like we'd play video games all day because I had the Xbox
You're veering
Live.
off the interesting part of the story.
Of course.
Well, he would come over and I'd be like, all right, man, it's time to go. And he'd be like, all right, mate.
Literally?
I'd be like, I got to go to sleep. And he'd be like, all right, go ahead, man. I'm going to hang out and I'll play video games.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And I'd be in my room playing video games. And he came over for like 2 weeks straight. He was at my house. My girl, at the beginning of it, was like, hey, what's up, Gav? At the end of it, he was like, hey, Gav.
Fuck you.
And then she actually would cook dinner, and she cooked a whole pork roast. And we had I had one slice, she had one slice, Gav had one slice. It was so good that Gav goes, are you guys done? Are you finished? And we're like, yeah, that's it. And he just stuck his force in the rest of the pork roast and put it on his plate. Not joking. Ate almost a whole pork roast by himself.
Wow.
And so my girlfriend's girl comes over, and
First of all, don't try to make it sound like you had some little sliver off the fucking piece.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you had a nice
Exactly.
chunk.
Exactly. Bob actually bit into it while it was still living.
I actually fought Gavin third. I took a beating for a pork roast. I sucked his cock for a pork roast.
In the sauna.
So, easy. In the sauna. We worked out together.
You stuck his cock for a pork rind.
We're in the sauna, and he takes all his clothes off. And it's like a two-person sauna in my building. And he's 1.5. He's a big guy. How tall are you? 6'5"?
Yeah, 6'5".
6'5", 209,000 pounds. And we're in there. I have my shorts on, and I took my shirt off. I think I even kept my sneakers and socks on. I just went in just to get a quick steam. He comes in.
Who goes in a steam room with sneakers?
Exactly.
A sauna. It was a sauna. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's much
and
better.
he comes in and just takes everything off.
That's right. That's what you do in saunas.
No,
You're
you
naked.
don't. In England, you do. In America,
in
you
Europe
don't.
you do. In
Faggot.
England, you don't either. In Europe, you're just naked.
Can you get to the
snuffleupagus.
English black guy fucking the girl's bloody
My
cunt?
God, really? Exactly.
You
That's the
you forgot
story.
to mention how much time he had on his Metro card. Fucking get to the cunt fucking.
I like the sauna story.
Ruined.
That was,
unclean cunt
Anthony
fucking.
brought up the.
I
hope
want
he
to
brought up
hear
the
how
sauna
it
story.
sounded like he was jumping up and down in cherry tomatoes.
So they meet up, and we all have fun or whatever. We do some horse shit, and then later that night, she's staying at the house, so Gav's staying there too, apparently. And I've never had a
Holy
friend
shit.
stay over since I was in like
Well, how
fucking
can
high
you
school.
stave over? That's not a
Are
word.
you gonna be on everything? Jesus Christ!
What happened to your storytelling abilities?
I'm a little nervous.
Jesus, you're running.
Get to the fucking.
Exactly.
Shut your face.
So what happened? She's staving.
Shut up. Put your hands down first of all. I don't like it.
Why?
I just don't like your little thin fingers pointing in my face.
Anything's thin compared to your face.
That was a fucking softball.
So it's your head.
I don't like that
thin redwood pointing at me.
I'm with Bob, though. We're getting to know what Gavin's all about.
Oh, I don't know.
Because there's something going on with this
Yes,
guy.
he's a fucking uncut pork fucking eating monster. I want to hear chicks. How Bob and his girl are kissing, and they hear he's caving my pussy in, being screamed from the living room. But he keeps going, I think I had Xbox. Wait, are we playing Get the fucking Gavin killing it with his big cock.
This is like somebody who's like Leon Zapruder talking about the day Kennedy was shot.
Or Abraham
going like,
Zapruder.
Leon Zapruder. He had a brother Leon.
Over everybody.
No,
Jesus Christ.
No, it's like
and then fucking Abraham Klinghoffer that pushed off the
What the fuck are you, a computer? Relax. Let people fuck up and be human.
Leon fucking Zapruder. Oh yeah, he shot Pete Kennedy in the head. Shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to stick up for you.
Harvey Osmond shot him.
Fucking Norton's on fire.
Jack Ruby Red Grapefruit. Fucking idiot.
Leon Zapruder, why did I say that?
Wow, fucking Jesus. What about I don't want to go forward out. What the fuck? You're pushing me into the fucking line of fire.
Let's go.
Nothing good's gonna happen.
This is taking way too long to get to the
Cocksucker's
meat.
gonna fucking
No.
So,
devastation of the
let me
pussy.
just take a breath so I make sure I say things
hold on.
correctly.
Hey, Larry
so
CK,
fucking
don't
known that won't fucking grab me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Fucking.
All right.
Story.
Hey, Biggie. So we come back to the house and they're on the. We go in the. We're like, it comes to that point where it's like, okay, Gav is either gonna go home or we're going to bed. Okay, we'll see you guys later. And they're on the couch still. So we go in the bedroom. We're lying there. I got the 2 dogs. The dogs were scared.
Calby was licking my feet.
It smelled like fucking roast beef. He was just licking blood off the couch. So we're in the bed, and you hear the kid that the first kissing that. You fucking. And then you just hear fucking the couch just like it was wood. You didn't hear it wasn't even metal. He was actually getting into the wood of the couch. Like you hear the springs in the couch.
Yeah.
You hear the wood just going
like a ship in heavy sea.
God. Yeah, it was the Black Pearl. but she, just to let you know, this girl weighs probably 85 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. She looked like she had AIDS. Like, that's how thin she was. She was a thin girl. And this fucking monster.
Just under 300.
Oh, just plowing her.
Being her chiropractor.
He did the equivalent of kicking her cunt in with a metal boot.
The equivalent.
But she actually told Dawn, my girl actually said to me, the reason why I know she was on the period, because I was like, do you think we're in the room like, do you think they're gonna fuck? And she's like, no, she's on the period. She said she wasn't gonna do anything.
Fair.
But this fucking monster just plucked that tampon out like a pear off a tree. Threw it against my wall.
He made tea for count. There you go. Sip this.
Straightened out her scoliosis.
Oh, that's nice. Took the curl out of her fallopian tube.
he smoothed out all the bumpy parts of her pussy. Oh, what the hell was that?
I'll tell you what it was. That's all right.
All right, there you go.
And then,
well, hold on. So you guys
and
know
then he just left her.
Your friend is fucking
Just
Dawn's
left
friend.
her.
Yeah, you left.
Of course I just left. We do kiss and cuddle and fucking.
Then you went to
gonna marry
Boston
her?
and fucked her one more time,
Yeah, I
didn't you?
did, yeah.
But she fell in love with
She was
him.
great.
She was in Gavin.
Really?
Was her
She
fucking
likes the cock, huh?
night.
Fuck, you know.
Well, she
Yeah.
usually dates gangster American black guys, which are totally different than this fucking suave English douche.
You know,
I was using all kinds of
There's
slang.
nothing
and-
better. This is the lethal.
Oh, this
he's black, but he's really light skinned,
right? And with the accent,
and he's got an accent,
Right.
and he's made of pure. He's pure animal. He's like a tiger. He's like that tiger that killed a kid in San Diego.
That's right.
Like there's a woman fucking masturbating to that in
That's fine.
the food court.
Oh, his little smooth accent. So Tracy.
I'm black, but it's all right. Listen to me.
All right. I like white girls too, you know.
Next thing you know, he's fucking her with his fucking hand over her face like Chief when he's killing Nicholson.
Yeah, she was weird, wasn't she?
Well, yeah, she actually, I'll tell you, she actually hooked up with this guy, black
Crazy
dude.
thing is,
black
this woman exists. She's out somewhere, and we're still telling this story about her.
Well,
This is a few years ago now. It's going back a few years.
Oh, okay.
It's not recently.
She's got a whole other life now.
Yeah, she's moved on.
Well, she moved
She's
on to
over
another
me.
black guy who was actually turned out to be a pimp and threw in a trunk and locked her in there and drove around the city for like 4 hours.
True?
You made some good money, I bet.
Hey, look, you
She
fucking
did?
pick up a
Yeah.
scorpion, you're gonna get bit.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna break. Get into some
He
smoothies.
said, because I'm an alligator. Story tells a lot.
Get us out of here for a bit.
I know I speak like an idiot. Do you? It's all about me. Is it? I was assaulted. Were you?
We're brilliant broadcasters.
Are we?
You are out of your mind.
Am I? Oh, that sounds real good. Does it? I'm thrilled. I'm excited. Am I?
I thought I heard Negro.
Did you?
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Is it?
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. A very busy Opie and Anthony Show today. I guess. Anthony's getting ready for his big weekend.
That's right, damn it.
On the private jet to Mohegan Sun.
Wing on over to Mohegan Sun and gamble with the engines. Can be great.
Yep. Oh yeah, I ran into a guy last night who you're going with. What's his name that works here
Keith?
sometimes? The guy, is that his name?
Yeah.
Looks kind of like Otto Peterson a little bit.
Keith the cop.
Wow, good call.
Doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, a little bit.
Otto, if he had said no back in like 1974
Right.
to that first line that was
Yeah,
offered to him.
exactly.
Long way to go for nothing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was at the olive tree with my I was with my daughter, my 2-year-old, and he walked up with with a uniform cop.
Yeah.
And I wasn't exactly sure. Like, I've seen him on the tour mostly. I don't know him that well. And he went, "Hey, what's up?" And when I'm with my daughter, I really want people to stay the fuck away from me. Like, I'm very protective.
Right.
You just have a different... So he's like, "Hey," and he's like going to her, "Hey." I'm like, "Get the fuck..." Like, I think I might have been shitty to him. I hope I wasn't.
He's an NYPD lieutenant.
Yeah.
I think he's okay.
No, I know, but cops run amongst filth, you know, like
That's true.
You know, they put it in jail, but still, you don't want to have them to touch your daughter after fucking
Dirty fucking tranny finger.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a point there.
Pushing some crackhead's head down into a cruiser,
Yeah.
and now that
Little
hand
lice
is
on his hand.
Yeah,
and
now he's
patting
touching
your little
my
kid's head.
Yeah,
Give her head a
exactly.
tussle or hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's
Fucking-
going. Him and his wife, me, my girl, and my mother and Sal. Sal's just been calling every day.
He's excited,
So
huh?
we're going. It's almost Friday, Anthony. This is going to be a lot of fun. So what? You got us sweets and the plane and the limo. It's from Baltimore. So it's
Baltimore?
just like, row. We're gonna go row. Pack. What kind of clothes am I gonna need? He's like asking me things. I go, I don't know. Just bring
He's
gambling
very
clothes.
excited, Anthony.
He's so excited. He's like a little kid.
Take care of him. He's a good man.
We're going on a plane. And yeah, so
Private jet back and forth.
we're doing that. They hooked us up with
You'll
3
have some
big
stories on Monday.
sweets. And
If you're here on Monday.
I went to the safety deposit box.
Got a
Had to
couple
go to the
bricks out.
box. Yeah, I
Big
was in there a
suitcase.
while. I was in there a
What do you
while.
keep in your box? And you're supposed to keep
Cash.
But isn't that stupid?
No.
I mean, isn't that not collecting interest or something?
Yeah, but it's a different account that I have. It's called a collect either a lot of interest
by winning or really losing a lot of it. It's my gambling money.
Oh, okay. So you just want fast access.
I just, yeah.
Right.
I like being able to keep tabs on my win-loss record.
Okay.
So it all goes in the box. And then when I go, I take it out of the box. And hopefully when I come home, I get to put some back into the box.
Or 2 boxes.
And that's how it goes. Oh, you're 2 boxes. I would love to have to ask for a bigger box.
How much is in that box at a given time?
Well, we'd have to shut the mics off again.
But isn't it stupid? But isn't it
dumb to have cash? Doesn't cash just sit there and not collect?
Hold on, he'll explain everything.
Yeah,
turn
here it
off
is.
all the mics.
I guess. I have actually, that stuff financially makes a lot of sense. I love how she's down thinking.
The story always ends up like that, where it's like we go away,
You turn everybody
there's
around.
a complete
It's-
lack
it's
of
amazing.
understanding before the mics are on, and then when the mics come back on, it's like, oh Jesus Christ, of course!
Oh yeah,
you'd be revelation.
You'd be a great politician.
What kind of shitty advice was that from Louis anyway? He's gambling.
Yeah.
Why don't you buy treasury bonds? Fucking goody two-shoes.
Buying a
I
lot
have
of
nothing
chips.
in the bank anywhere, so
Buying a lot of chips.
There you
I'm
go.
hoping to bring back more chips to the window.
Yeah.
And that's this weekend.
What are you playing, blackjack or the 3-card poker?
Blackjack.
And are
3-card
we-
poker is kind of fun to fuck around with and stuff, but if you're serious in wanting to get in there and maybe do some damage, either way, blackjack's the game.
When are you coming back?
Sunday.
Okay. Do you have your own table, or you just play with other players?
Oh, a host, my own
Okay,
table.
your own table.
But I have played with other people. If they're good, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you don't want to play with the frail, smoking Asian gentleman that doesn't know when to hit or stay, that's a little annoying.
Yeah.
But you play in the high roller section, and they all know what they're doing, so
Okay.
you don't have to worry about it. And it's
So is it
it's
better to
okay.
play on your own, or better to play with other players?
It's better to play with other players, I've found. When you and the dealer, it goes a little too fast.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It goes a little too fast.
Yeah.
I don't like the automatic shuffler. I like when they have to stop, shuffle the shoe. I like taking a little breather.
It does
like
show
that.
you how much of it is in your brain, though. How much
Yeah.
of it is like when you play roulette. And there's a whole table full of people, you feel pretty good. But when it's just you're just one asshole, and it's just like you've just got these
You're
two
the
lonely
fucking-
chips.
You're the lone
More
zebra
numbers.
at the watering hole.
And the fucking ball falls like 10 miles away from where you were, and you realize how dumb. That's when you realize how dumb roulette is.
Yeah.
When there's like every number has a chip on it, you're like, hey, one of us is
because
gonna...
because every time someone's like, I won it. You're like, hey, that could be me.
Yeah.
And then when
you're
you're
like
alone,
on
it's
2
like,
red, and they
you realize how many numbers you can't cover.
Yeah, it's impossible.
How's the longest you've ever played?
Oh my God,
20, probably
Sober.
20 hours.
Sober.
Sober?
Yeah.
8 minutes.
as long as it took for the first drink to arrive.
Usually when I sit down, the first thing I'll do is order a drink.
Sure.
Nice.
But you really do have to be careful though, because you can't get too fucked up. They'll try to feed you drink. You got to be able to think reasonably. But it helped one time. It ended up. It was somewhere around 6 in the morning. Keith the cop was sitting there. I was getting pretty hammered, but I was way up, and I was kind of nice sound effect. Wow, Tom would love this.
Sure.
But I was
They sound
getting
like
too
you're
tired. I
racist.
would have stayed there, and I was up, but I was like, you know something? I'm just too fucking tired to continue.
Yeah.
So I walked away with the chips and walked away ahead.
Yeah.
But I would have stayed there until oh, the pile went down a little. Should I leave? No.
Yeah.
Stay until you win that back.
No, your
which is
body
the
has
dumbest
more
move.
financial sense than your brain
Yeah,
does.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers said it best. That's right.
Come in my beard.
That's right. Hey, Gatlin boys, go fuck Becky.
Come in my
That's his
I like
famous
the
line,
sounds.
right?
I feel like I'm there.
That's the line from his famous song.
It really is, yes. The cum guzzler of the county.
That's a B-side.
Everyone, all right.
Okay, we know he's the coward,
He's
right?
crying on his fucking daddy's picture.
Sucks.
Hey,
Sissy.
where's Danny?
Dang it.
We got to get the Bob Kelly puking audio on.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
We've been teasing this for a few days, but Danny's saying this is the best puke you've had yet. It's from your Saturday Night Virus show, right?
Saturday Night
Well, this
Puke
girl was
Show.
explaining.
Oh, I followed this shit, didn't I? You mean on one of the virus? Oh no, from your Saturday.
No.
I thought you meant from the virus tour.
No,
I just remember him puking on stage, and then now me. Oh, good. Fucking slipped in his puke.
The girl was talking about. We were talking about yeast infections, and they were actually
Hot.
just in depth going into what a yeast. I always thought Jimmy explained to me a yeast infection is that milky.
Yeah, white
The
stuff.
milky,
Elmer's glue.
but apparently it can turn lumpy, like cottage cheese. And then they actually they use a suppository to help, and you have to put that in. But that actually creates another mixture, almost like
Wow, you're making a white Russian in there.
like a
How long does a yeast infection have to go for before it hits these different stages?
6 months.
Wow. Then she fucking
It's like baking a fucking cake.
They pull a Pepperidge Farm box out of her country.
It's like a Dutch oven.
We got Danny in studio. Danny?
Well, now, by saying it was the best one ever, I just want to just preface this by saying it's not the best audio of Bob puking ever,
Yeah.
but it was definitely his best puke as far as volume and consistency.
Oh wow.
Oh, you actually...
It came out projectile, but it because something hit me because I have something happened to me a long time ago when I used to drink and party and shit when I was younger. Me and my friends would all get trashed and fucked this retarded woman named Connie.
By the way,
God.
Connie,
Damn it.
let me just jump in and go. You don't say woman like retarded woman, like that's a casual
I don't know.
aside.
I don't know if she was retarded more than she might have been mentally ill. More than
Yeah,
retarded. It wasn't like she was
right.
going, "Oh, I like cock." It was more. She would repeat herself like, "Yeah, come on in, yeah." But she
That's
was
worse.
around 35.
That's
Get the papers.
worse.
Get the papers.
Get the papers. Get the papers.
Wapner's on at 5. So we're on a bus. We're on an abandoned
She was
school
retarded
bus.
enough not to wash her pussy. As far as
Apparently so.
where I think this story's going.
We were on we all got stoned. We met her on this abandoned school bus in an alley or some shit.
How old is she, Bobby?
This sounds like a rape, by the
Yeah,
way.
of course. That was another day.
Christ.
But there was around 4 of us or 5 of us, and
You just happened upon some woman who hangs out in the bus.
so the door
Retarded
opened.
empty bus.
I got nervous. It was the fucking cops.
Yeah, wow.
So I was the last one in.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You fucking cream pie, didn't you, sissy boy? You're a buddy cuckold. He laid on the back of the bus and she fucking squatted low into his mouth.
No,
Please.
no,
A
That
Boston
was
cream
nuts.
pie.
Jesus. That's what no, it's not your fantasy boy. Relax.
Did it just all squish out the side?
No.
Bob's mouth looked like a fucking cappuccino.
With the brown part, too. Not just the white foam, the little brown flecks. Fucking-
That's just disgusting, Bob.
yeah, well.
All right. Fucking a crack addict on my
And Bob
fucking
saw
couch with a
that
bloody
and
pussy.
said, fuck it, I'm going in anyway.
No, I didn't. I was too young. I was. I think I was 14. I was too young. I didn't know anything
damn
about
it.
pussy.
And you were 14?
I was doing it
Like a
because
Oh, God.
I was doing it because hey, dude, you go fucking. I didn't know how to really what I was doing or what it was all about. I knew I had to just go.
Now you know how to fuck a retarded girl's frothy
Absolutely.
pussy.
Now
You know how to
I know
man
how to do
up.
it.
Yeah.
First of all, you'd be number
Back
1
then.
or 2. You're not number 5. You don't go number 5.
No.
And she. Why
Why are you paranoid every time someone walks
He
in?
walks behind me and he's got a lot of wind with him. I don't like it. Fucking wide
got a
asshole. So I went over there and I guess
now I understand. I never understood it all these years, but now I guess her pussy. I guess she might have came.
No,
and you know how when women's
No, it was other
she
people's
did.
cum.
Well, no, what
other
happened
guys,
is
yeah.
she came. I think she came and she discharged.
No, she had an infection.
Whatever it was,
and
it shot out.
What? Is she a
It
squirter?
shot out like, dude, not squirting. It didn't squirt. Squirt is too cute for what happened.
Gushed.
Gushed is a word I'd use.
Gushed.
Shot.
Okay. No, what happened was that she started peeing, and the pee pushed all 4 guys' cum out.
That's right. It was,
and then she later had the bastard's child of
But it-
5 disgusting losers from Boston.
In the back of a bus.
It came out like cum oatmeal.
Oh, God.
With piss.
How about that smell?
It did, I don't remember the smell at all. I just remember that it got in my pubes.
God damn it to hell.
Yeah. It was like somebody threw oatmeal on your box.
Look at the girl's face out there. She is so. You are so disgusted.
Are you going to
around.
say aristocrats at the end of this? It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
One of the listeners out
I've
there in the
never heard
bleachers.
anything like this in my
This
life.
is
But my friends all laughed though. They were
Yeah.
like, look what happened to your cock.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
What was
Because
she
we're on a
saying
bus.
or doing? Was she crying or sleeping or what was her?
She was. I think she was saying.
Was she telling jokes?
Was she
or-
putting fruit in her
She was
pussy so
counting.
you could eat it?
She was counting matchsticks on the floor. It's 367. 367. It's 367. What's that? Matches. She shot. I mean, literally. I think she actually made a move. I remember her making a move with her pelvis and her back, and it just shot. Just gushed
And so then
out.
you vomited.
She's a squirter.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was egg. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what. I just didn't know what happened.
Fucking caviar shot out of her.
I know. Fucking crackers.
Fucking a hen.
Did it smell? Did it smell?
Trout eggs shot out of her cunt.
It's horrible. That's loads, man.
That's hilarious.
It was. I didn't know what it was though. I didn't understand. I didn't know what about a fucking
Did you taste
vagina.
it? Did you taste it, Bob?
You out of your mind, you dirty fucking piece of. Did you taste it? We taste it in Britain. Fuck off.
You should have pulled it out of your pubes and sniffed it. And then put it on the tip of your tongue.
And then just between your 2 teeth, just kind of nibble on it.
Yeah.
Nibble.
Look at.
So wait a minute. So
yeah,
she
I know.
shot.
You guys are trying to get me to puke. I get it. I get fucking stupid
She
afro
shot-
heads in here with the camera. You nervous? He has a hard time
Wait a
holding
minute,
that
but
heavy
you're not
camera
finished.
up. What?
So she shot cunt tapioca into your balls.
That's.
And then what did you do?
I'd say more rice pudding. Not tapioca's too smooth; it was clumpy. But it and then when she shut it out, she actually got nervous, like she did a bad thing, like she did it before,
Why would
and her
she get
father
nervous?
beat her for it.
Oh.
What I
Why
tell
would
you
she
about
get ill
shooting
at
pussy
ease?
clumps on my rug?
Oh, that made her ill at ease? That's weird. She must be very insecure.
Yeah, I guess.
A little uncomfortable after that.
So what's this audio?
I really couldn't eat anything like for a long time after that. It would have affected my
certainly have
visual.
made up for it.
All right, well, now.
That was a lot funny. There you go.
That was a goddamn funny joke.
That was a lot
man.
funnier than the response it got. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
I didn't hear it.
I think
What
it
did
was
he
his
say?
excited delivery.
I know.
You sure made up for that one.
Yeah, I know.
He said I wasn't
wait a
able
minute.
to eat anything for the longest time, and
We
then Jimmy
got it.
said, "You sure made up for that one."
That's true, because he's fat. It's
He's gonna fucking
true.
punch up his joke, make it better.
Because he's a fatso. It's true. He eats a lot.
So then we get to Danny.
Yeah, so this girl was. Well, first of all, the girls
So
were
all this
talking
was
about.
starting to conjure in your mind.
We
You're
were
making
talking-
an association to that evening.
Well, we were talking about pussy, and it started with a yeast infection. Then this girl, I think, went into how she had a yeast infection and got cheesecloth and put garlic in it and put it in her vagina because someone told her that. Yeah, the girl Marla Schultz I had on the show, she put garlic in her pussy to cure a yeast infection, and forgot about it.
By the way, they dumped out a spick on the other side of the show. I just want to bring that to everyone's attention.
Yes, and pissed away.
Yeah, pissed away.
Right, just so you can understand the world we live in.
There's some pride
Oh my
get dumped
God.
over there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They dumped out faggot and spick, and
Yeah.
over here we're talking about
I think
cunt oatmeal.
tapioca cunt.
Right.
I think it would get dumped out too.
All right, so let's play the audio. So that was all in your head when this girl called your show, right?
Put cheesecloth in her box.
All right, let's listen to this.
Have you had a yeast infection?
Yes, I think every girl has had a yeast infection.
Well, what happens? Does your pussy expire?
No, it doesn't expire. It's like, some
What happens?
stinky cock probably gave you a little, you probably got something from the guy, because guys have yeast infections too. And then what happens is it just like, cultivates, and it's like thick, and it can be like kind of gross,
What do you mean thick? Like a milkshake?
No, like cottage cheese.
Yeah, they
Kathy.
call it the cottage cheese disease.
Really?
Yeah, because if you pee, you look in the toilet and there's like little pieces of cottage cheese. I mean, that's the discharge. It's true, though.
God, he's gonna throw up.
What's wrong with that? It's just discharge.
You discharge South Beach diet out of your cunt? What
Yeah, that's
the
how you
fuck?
know you have a yeast infection. Besides the smell. Besides the smell.
Cottage cheese comes out of your
They call
vagina?
it the cottage cheese disease.
Does it make a plop sound when it goes in?
It's not that thick. It's just
little pieces, little chunks. I hate
It's
that
like when you
word,
boil raviolis for too long.
My God.
Louis, you
And
can't.
what
happens? Your vagina. What do you do for it?
You gotta take medicine.
Monostat.
What is it?
Monostat.
Monostat. So you got to go to CVS and buy Monostat.
Yeah,
and
that's all you need.
That's
It's a
just
suppository.
And you put it in your vagina.
Stick it in there,
And then
it's
what
done.
happens?
And then you actually it's worse because then a lot of stuff comes out.
Like what?
Like
you'll
the
be-
cottage cheese and the Monostat.
Wait a minute.
All sorts coming out.
Like if you're.
Oh my God!
He really threw up! Oh my God!
Holy
Oh my God!
That was a lot of puke, Bobby. Holy shit. Oh. All right, listen.
Danny, take us to break. Take us to break.
And we're back live.
And Louis, I noticed as he's
Yeah,
listening,
Louis
is lifting
can't
the head.
listen.
You can't listen to puking.
I can't not right into my ears like that.
Why?
Through headphones. It's just I don't know. It unsettles my stomach to hear puking like that. Not a lot, but I'm not usually squeamish. I can look at bloody things and stuff like that. And,
Cool.
Yeah, no problem. Shit and puke upsets me a little bit.
Puke is bad, though.
Yeah,
Shit, puke, and other people's cum.
Error in judgment, by the way. Mention that, Lou.
See, that's kind of cartoony. I don't mind that. That's all right.
That's
that
real,
sounds
though.
funny. That's silly.
That's real.
Yeah, but that sounds
Jesus.
okay.
Pat from Winooki, right? Yeah. Oh,
that's a little.
That's
yeah,
that
that
last
last
one.
was
The last
bad.
one. It
Where
was-
there's no heat,
Yeah.
just water.
Oh. Did you ever see the Sergeant Magoo video? Either one of you guys?
Oh, listen.
Oh,
Jesus.
That's a lot of puke,
yeah,
man.
that's bad.
Let me see what this one sounds like.
God.
All right, how about this one? That's a good one. It's a dry heave, and then you hear a little stuff.
I can't. The thing is
It's the
also, I have a
liquid.
huge aversion to puke. Like I can't. I hate puking. It
Oh,
hurts.
yeah.
I find it so painful and upsetting.
Yeah.
Like when I have food poisoning or something, if you feel food poisoning, if you puke, it's over. The instant you puke, I will hold it in. and
Ride it out.
Let the poison course through my veins, my whole body, and I will host that poison for like 48 hours rather than puke.
Yeah.
And I'll just sit there shivering, run a temperature up to like 115, and fucking see my
How do you have a choice,
feet
though,
are
Lou?
turning yellow.
Doesn't it just make
I
you
hold
puke?
it down.
There's a way.
I think some people have a more like an easy switch to anti-gesticulate. I think it's
Just fucking puke.
I can't, but for me, puking, like my body just it puts me through a lot
fingers
of
down
pain.
the throat puke. Like,
No.
if I feel
I've
crazy,
never been able to do that in my life. Never in my life been able to do that.
I'm
Right
the
down
same
the
way.
throat.
I
hate
cry
puking.
and scream when I'm puking. I literally go, no, I don't want to do that. I have a huge problem
It is
with
weird. No one likes it.
Oh, it's
Just
but there are
fucking
people that
puke.
can just go, "Bleh, I'm done. I think it's something about how your body's made, like your pipes work a certain way. Some people don't go into reverse nicely.
I got to ask Louis, have you seen Two Girls, One Cup?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
Two
just
girls, one
silly.
cup?
Yeah.
It's
No,
silly.
what
It's
is
just
Two Girls,
silly.
One Cup?
That-
Puking in
turn
one
around.
cup?
Put it on all the TVs,
Just
too,
turn
'cause I
around.
want to see it. Hold on.
Yeah.
All the TVs.
This is
It's a
just
little
silly.
lesbo clip.
It's just silly, Louis.
It's a fucking. I don't even think they're that hot to make it out.
Yeah,
I don't think
It's
they're
got
that
its
hot.
own website. This one clip has its own
Yeah,
website.
it's just silly.
Well,
It's
legit.
because they're
Let's
fucking
take
making
this
out.
one.
It's silly.
Hold on, we're putting it on all the TVs.
All right.
Just in case you turn this way, you can still see it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, just take a look. Please don't look away.
Okay. Why would he? Unless he wants to jerk off.
It's about a minute.
What are they, Brazilian girls?
Yeah.
Okay,
Lesbian
nice
action.
girl.
Nice, right?
Black girl, white girl.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck?
That's just wrong, isn't it?
Pause it.
gotta
Pause
watch
it.
it.
Pause it.
Wait a minute.
Dirty bitch.
Louis. Oh, you dirty bitch. I like Gavin's reaction. Oh, you dirty bitch.
Gavin's cock is hard right now.
Oh, you cheeky bitch.
Bobby's not
okay.
looking. Bobby's not looking. I don't like this.
That's
I can't even look.
Come on, Bobby.
You gotta
I
look.
can't even look what's on the screen now.
That's not
This-
okay. I just had a Jamba Juice. It's like the pink version of the same thing.
How could you not watch the most famous clip on the internet right now?
That twirled like soft serve. Like that twirled in.
Yeah.
It
We're
twirled
amazed
into
at how
the cup.
quickly the cup filled.
The best part, this is the part, Bobby, you guys see, right after she shits. Hold, pause this for a minute.
Okay.
Watch the asshole, because it goes like
Yes.
this. The asshole gives a kiss, and the shit stickiness, which connects the shit. It's like shit string.
There's
Watch,
two
watch,
strings.
Watch.
That is stinky poo.
Watch, wait.
Watch the last
Hold on.
part. And
You see the little string?
Yeah,
It connects. Bobby, look.
Sure.
Bobby, look.
No, I'm not puking.
Bobby,
no,
you
no,
know
no, I'm not your fucking dumb
Let me tell
fan
you
that
something.
pukes
I
on
was
cue.
the same way
Go
about
fuck
this
yourselves.
clip
Pretend
when
it's
I
something
first
else.
saw it.
You pretend
and
it's
now
something
I
else.
can
I'm gonna have
watch it like
diabetes.
no
I'm not
problem.
fucking losing electrolytes for you.
But don't you think that you
Desensitized.
somewhere you paid a price for
Yes,
the
I did.
immunization?
Yes, my sensitivity.
Now,
to
Louis,
things-
try to get to the end of the clip, please.
Wow, look at that.
Please.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
It's a
nice speech.
We've all done it. We've all
Okay,
made
now
it to
they're
the
eating
end.
it. I'm pretending it's something else. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yes. All right.
Oh, that's her shit. You. Oh God.
Look at that. She's having fun with it.
See, roll
In her
around
mouth,
in her
she's
mouth.
sucking. Look how brown her tongue is.
Roll that around in your mouth.
Hey, Louis.
Her fucking tongue is.
Oh, dude,
her tongue
Louis,
is
that-
coffee ice cream brown.
I got nothing to gain by watching that.
Sure you do. Nice fat hard on.
Sick now myself. What do you eat to get shit like that?
Yeah, that's the other
It's
thing.
like
Is
the
that
worst
woman?
shit
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Are you going to go shopping?
She eats that girl eats the McDonald's too much.
And what do you eat? Do you
like a
shit like
cow
that? Someone
shitting.
else's shit.
That's like fifth generation shit.
Is it more to this?
That's like her
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
after eating her shit. If you kept doing that,
She's environmentally conscious. She
Yeah.
only recycles other
if you
shit.
kept doing that, just to keep somebody shits in your mouth and then you shit into someone else's mouth, eventually a diamond comes out. Or something. Must be so. It's the cure for cancer. What if that turned out to be the cure for cancer? That people have to like 15 times shit in each other's mouths.
Norton would never get
cancer.
cancer.
I'd be a fucking
Regenerated.
cancer-free boy. Stop
All right,
stalling.
go ahead.
Let's
Here
get
we
back
go.
to the video.
Almost
What
stopped.
happens next?
She's
In between her teeth.
That's great. Yeah.
Oh, she's smiling.
And she doesn't.
You dirty fucking bitch! French kissed him with shit?
Yes.
Yeah, now the girls are making out.
The thing that's upsetting about it is how
We only got.
the thing that's upsetting about it is the looks on their faces because they don't care. They don't care. They are so fucking nonchalant about this.
Oh, God.
You know what
That's
that
why
room
I
must
think it-
smell like?
Oh, my
The
God.
whole room.
I just feel bad.
It's not a big mystery.
Oh, God.
I doubt it's perfume or financial
It
success.
smells like a pediatrics ward.
I watched it again because I'm like, oh, how much worse can it get? She shit into an ice cream cone.
Yes.
They both ate it, and then the other one's showing it off in her mouth. Okay, I'll watch it.
How
It's not
much
gonna get
worse can it get?
It's a lot worse.
All right, well, you better,
let's take
you
a
better
look.
look at the screen.
Let's see
we're
how
almost to the
much
end,
worse
Louis.
it
It's
gets.
like they're making out with fucking cookie dough in their mouth.
How much do they get fucking paid for
Probably
this?
not a lot. Brazil, man.
Perfume and
I'm going there
financial
tomorrow.
success.
It's amazing. All right.
Fucking Jimmy, man.
Go ahead, Louis.
See, this is what the Writers Guild is fighting for, by the way. That these girls should be getting paid for us watching
This should be
and
an
they
Xbox.
won't.
All right, here we go.
Bobby, come on.
Yeah, someone had to write this, right?
Here we
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it.
No, you have to.
I'm looking there. I'm looking there.
All right,
Okay,
look
look
over
over
there,
there.
Louis. God! Louie! We're never going to get to the end of
The
this.
one girl is puking shit onto the other cup of shit.
Yes.
What do you expect her to do with it?
Gavin's gonna puke.
Gavin's gonna puke.
Oh, shit.
Gavin's gonna puke. Here, give him a Don't give him a
Here's the garbage bill.
Gavin,
Here's the garbage bill.
Oh, shit.
I'm not laughing and puking at the same time.
He puked on the mic.
He puked on the mic. Now Louie's leaving. Louie's leaving the studio. Louie just walked out. Oh, the show's a catastrophe.
We just knocked out the 6'5", 290-pound Englishman. He's out. He's tapping out.
Holy
shit. I need some water, man.
You need water.
That is the worst film I've seen in my fucking life.
Sam, where's your camera?
Oh, God.
Okay, what are you not filming?
I didn't miss
All
that.
right.
Yeah, I got it.
No,
We're not done yet.
We're almost
sorry.
done.
Wow.
We're almost done. This clip's on.
No, the clip him. Now I'm done.
Fucking.
This clip's only 45 seconds. Come on.
This is like heroin.
Food on my table.
Where's Bobby?
After a while, you'll be turning people onto this. They'll be going, dude, you see this?
It's like you're hanging out with the cast of Waiting to Exhale. Will you fucking man up and watch it?
There's no reason. I don't get paid to watch it. It doesn't help the country.
That last part took out 3 guys.
Amazing.
It's no
Socially redeeming value.
national security.
Yes, the
Bob
fucking
Kelly
First
left.
Lives Club all bailed out on that fucking puke. You never seen anybody puke on a cup of shit before? You're sheltered. You're
Fine,
sheltered,
look,
Lou.
enjoy it. But if I watch it, an angel doesn't get its
Man, can I have
wings
some water, please?
because I watched some cunt puke
Anybody?
another cunt
Some
shit
water.
into
Can we
it.
get some water for Gavin,
Please,
please?
man.
We have to finish this clip.
Gavin will at least get to the end of the clip.
I will
We're
get to the
almost
end.
there.
I'm
We're
gonna
almost
get there.
there.
Just don't drink coffee if you watch this, anybody.
I think we got the grand finale coming up.
What's
The
your
grand finale.
Where's fucking Bobby?
Where's the bin? I'm
Where's
sorry.
Bobby? Bobby snuck out. He's done. Is he coming?
Oh, Bobby's over there.
I got it.
Bobby, talk on mic. What happened? Bob?
Bob's in the other studio.
Bob.
At least say what happened.
How come Bobby scared us of being sick?
He's a fucking...
That,
Oh,
look
man.
at that. She's just... Thanks, buddy.
Wow.
You put salt in it or
Like her
something?
mouth right there.
started a chain effect we didn't want.
Yeah. That scene is that's the bad scene right there, I guess. Huh?
Come on, guy. Let's fucking man up and finish.
Yeah,
There's
man
only
up.
30 seconds
All right,
left.
let's all man up. Let's man up. It's Friday.
Here we go.
Man up.
Here we
Let's
go.
Come on, rally.
Here we go.
Rally time. Come
All
on.
right.
Oh, come on.
Pull it together, everybody.
All right. Why don't we go back a little bit because they
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
you
No,
rewind
not to the
this.
puking bit.
Just a little. Okay, to that
That's
scene.
the bit, yeah.
Yeah, but you've seen this already.
Yeah, look at the way the
problem.
shit's between her teeth. Isn't
All
that
right,
wonderful?
all right, come on.
Come on, apply it then.
I'm
she's
done
gonna
looking.
she's gonna need a good flossing.
With a tampon string.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on, let's all rally. It's Friday. Heading toward the weekend.
Hit
Here we
play,
go.
Thannikins.
Here we
Come
go.
on, Lou. You can
Come on,
do
Lou.
it. Man up.
Louis
All the
closing one
guys
eye
love it.
already. Come on, Lou.
All the guys are laughing.
We saw that.
right, we
There's the
saw
making
that.
out.
Oh,
Seen
shit
it.
kiss. It's
There
all
you
right.
go.
better.
The French kiss with the
No,
shit.
don't
That's
like
easy.
that
We've
part.
been there.
Just...
And she pukes in the fucking theater or eats it.
Slurps it up. And then a nice shit puke right in the mouth.
What the fuck?
And a close up. Louis out. He's throwing the headphones down. He's done. He's kicking furniture over. He's kicking the furniture over. He's had it.
Don't wreck our studio.
He's had it. I love it.
Louis is not happy. We learned something about Louis today.
That clip made him angry. Oh, did he get angry?
Gavin, you all right?
I can't unwatch that. I can't unwatch that.
That's it. Louis on mic way over
That's
there.
in my memory.
Yeah.
Unwatch.
Watch your head.
That's it.
Yeah, that last clip.
Irreversible damage.
That one woman just has like Reagan's hair in her mouth. It's hanging out.
All right, well. Jesus. Have you seen Lemon Party?
I like the fucking puke in the mouth, and I think it's funny that they close with the shit in it. 'Cause they know that's the shot.
Yeah. And they're like in an office where they're both receptionists or something, and they got bored.
They're probably on a break.
Yeah, you got to make it. You got to make it believable. There's lemon party.
All right, this I've seen.
Yeah, that's
lemon
nothing.
party.
No.
That's nice.
I showed this to my wife once, and she said she saw this, and she said, "You know what? That's kind of sweet." She said it's the only pornography she's ever seen where there's no victims. Everybody's happy here.
They're all winning, aren't they?
Everybody's winning.
We're trying to figure out who is the gayest guy in that shot.
Oh, it's got to be the guy.
taking it, I think.
That's the guy with the hand. He's holding the guy.
It's not even the gayest guy. Here it is.
I think the guy paid for it.
You have to be one of these guys.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
The guy sucking
The
cock.
cameraman.
That's usually that's the smart answer. But if you had to be one of those three,
the dude kissing the guy whose dick isn't involved, and he just has his hand on the dude's chest.
what is he getting out of that?
His red dog dick is poking to the side.
And I mean, I'd rather be that than being blown by an old man or blowing an old man.
I'd rather
Jack Nicholas, we call him. It's Jack Nicholas. And he's blowing Ed Koch.
Yes, and John Witherspoon.
Dick smells like
Aphrodite.
John,
doesn't like Thurston Howell III.
Thurston Howell.
Hey, Matt LaFar writes, he wants to know if Louis would rather watch Two Girls, One Cup or listen to Val Kilmer sing.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that should be the soundtrack. God, that's awful.
Daddy, hold your daddy, whatever, blah,
That's just wrong, isn't it?
Shit.
In every way.
I've seen much worse than that.
You've seen Meat Spin, right?
What?
Meat Spin?
No, I don't watch this kind of shit. I just don't.
These
And I
sites
don't
say
have a
listen.
shit problem. I mean, like, I have a 2-year-old, and I change her diaper, and it's chaos in there.
It's chaos.
It's just fucking mountains of shit, and I clean it out of her cunts, which I've talked about on the air here. So I don't mind, vaginas and shit are natural, occurrence, and out one hole in the other. But I don't know why that's so upsetting to me. It's really just these.
You broke
her
our
eyeshadow
stuff, man.
She had this cheap blue eyeshadow and this cunty look on her face.
They tend to not overspend on makeup during the fucking Brazilian shit films.
One of those jobs.
You've never heard this on a Brazilian shit film set. Could you fix my lipstick?
Cut.
Yeah, you never hear cut. Exactly. Unless somebody says something kind.
Can we do that? Yeah, can we do that again? Yeah, tomorrow.
Could you hold it, please?
Can we wait? I have to pick up a Father's Day card.
I saw a really bad video one time. It was a Japanese guy on his back, and there was a toilet seat over him. But he was like mummified, and he had like a fucking hose attaching under the toilet, taped to his mouth, and a bunch of girls were just like liquid shitting into it, and you could see it like. Like a
Where
bird.
is that?
I don't know.
I gotta see that.
Fucking wonderful.
Fuck.
Hey, are we allowed to show the horse video that you talk about every once in a while?
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah.
That I've seen.
What's this one now that we're going?
This is me in a horse costume.
Fucking Amanda
the head or the ass?
We have it.
I don't know. I was looking.
Find Mr. Hands.
I just can't. What are you showing to everybody there?
Get my
Thad?
breath.
What's this one?
The guy from The Wire.
I don't know. Somebody just feedbacked it in.
What is it?
Look at the behind the guy talking.
Oh, there's a
The
casket.
dead guy.
All right, dead guy
There
at a
seems
wake.
to be.
He puked into the casket?
Oh my God!
He puked on a
outta
dead man?
here.
Is that real?
Fake.
He puked on a dead man?
Fake.
Considering you can't see the actual guy vomiting, I'm a little
Yeah.
skeptical.
That's
And
fake.
no,
All right, that was
Steve,
a
I won't
waste.
link you.
Fuck Ebon on his world. How about fucking get to fucking
What do I type
Mr.
in?
Hands? Google Mr. Hands.
Mr.
Hands.
Mr. Hands.
Where are we going?
This is fucking
this.
great.
Mr. Hands?
Yeah, it's a fucking hot video, man.
I'm still.
That is really disgusting. But like being, I equate it to being in warfare.
Hold on.
Like we've seen it so many times that you guys are the replacements that have come in, and you're throwing up
We're
over the
just
bodies, and we're
yeah.
just like, guys, fucking get rid of that. Get rid of this shit in your
I
pack.
never
You're not
liked
going to
this
need that in the
shit.
field.
I never liked this kind of shit. I don't, I remember before the internet and all that, somebody tried to show me a tape of, it was Marilyn Chambers, and some guy's shoving a bowling pin up her pussy. Like losing
Not
a bowling
sexy.
pin in her pussy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to see all this shit.
Nah.
It's just gross.
Shit's bad. I think in a month you guys will be showing this video to everybody.
I'll look
I
at
don't-
anything sexual.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Even the shit video. I just don't like real violence and
Yeah, that
death
stuff is a bummer,
shit.
too.
Like people
Yeah.
watch the
Beheadings.
killings and behead.
Yeah.
I can't watch that. Anything sexual though, Put it on. I'll watch it.
That was the
Don't
one that
care.
affected me the most. The beheadings.
Those are bad.
Violate you. Like
Yeah.
this is gross and yuck. But I watched Eugene Armstrong's fucking head being cut off.
Yeah,
and
I
it hits
watched
you on
that
like
too.
a fucking bizarre level.
The worst
Never
one,
watch
the
it.
worst
You can't
detail I
sleep.
remember from those is a guy was screaming, and then it goes through his throat, and the scream turns into just this wheeze.
It's
He goes,
Eugene.
ah!
I didn't know that.
Because it's not going through. It's just air pushing
He's
out
trying to
his
breathe.
Yeah.
Like a pig. You sound like a pig.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Why would you watch
And then they hold
that?
and then they hold it. They always hold the head up to the camera, and it's
Yeah.
got this dumb look on its face.
Yeah.
It's just he goes from to like
he just lost the.
Jesus.
It looks
like a
It
moron.
looks like he's either beheaded or he's losing a trivia show.
Exactly. I don't have a body anymore, Dad.
That is fucking horrible.
That's what happens.
I've seen like
You go from
still
like,
pictures
oh
of
my
that.
God, I'm in this other country, and my wife, my kids, and all this profound, and then just
Yeah, like you know what it is? Yeah, your eyes don't face forward anymore.
Yeah.
They're kind of, and your
Do
mouth.
what they want to do. Yeah.
Oh, that is horrible.
At least you hope it's over
What
quickly.
an awful way to go.
Shit.
Because the thing is, they're sawing through the head with a knife.
I know it's not like a guillotine where it's like over like that.
Do you ever see the one that was done? There was two people they beheaded out in public, and the head won't come off, so he has to take the knife and like keeps chopping it through the neck, and the head
yeah,
won't
you
come
must
off.
feel that your neck coming away, like coming loose. You
Of
must
course you
feel
do.
your
The guy
head
was
coming away
still
from your
struggling.
body.
Oh, that's like so
Imagine.
bad.
And your spine is still connected, so until that's
why he was
cut.
trying to have through.
exactly.
Until that's cut, you're alive.
Nah, you lose fucking once the fucking blood isn't going to your brain anymore.
Yeah,
you're
but that's
done.
the thing is if you're cutting from the back, which they seem to usually do.
Oh, if
No,
you
they
cut
cut
from
from
the
the front.
back. Oh,
Well, from the front, then you lose you're choking on blood.
yeah.
And then you start getting really tired.
Is it really a little sleepy?
And weirdly, you get bored in the middle.
Yeah.
That's worse than shit eating
Yeah.
video.
Then you feel like
Worse.
a little prankster. You want to do wacky things.
And then you wonder where your keys are.
Then you get forgetful. That's what happens. You lose short-term
How
memory.
awful would it be if the last thing you have is, I wonder who's going to fuck my wife first? Click.
Oh,
Click.
I'm telling you, who knows what your
My
mind
God,
goes.
it hangs up
Oh,
on
sorry,
you.
was that a little
Mind's
too
gone.
unpleasant for everybody?
hey, you crossed the line.
I was just thinking about it.
I didn't mean to go too far, guys. My
Whoa,
apologies.
sorry. A little far.
It's not, By the way, you're not married,
The
so you
horse
don't
fucking
know.
video.
You can tell you're not married because the last thought is, "Oh, my wife is a cunt." Click.
Have we seen Pain Olympics yet? They keep
I
trying to
thought
push
somebody's-
Pain Olympics on
No,
us.
I don't want to see shit like that.
I don't know if we've seen Pain Olympics.
Explain.
I won't watch.
I don't know if we've seen
Why
it.
can't you watch
I don't,
it?
I don't know what it's about.
I don't like
know.
hurtful things. I don't like painful things. I don't like like people
know
in
what-
pain.
Know what video we should?
I like fucking
Dude,
videos.
know what video we should show these? Know what video we should show these guys?
Out on the limb there,
The
Anthony.
guy,
yeah, really.
the guy, smashing in his own fucking butt plug with his dick.
That's fun. That's just funny.
That is
That's just
hilarious.
silly, is what that is.
Yeah, go to eataboodle.com.
Eatabudit.com.
I was too excited. I
Hey, you wanted to get that out.
I was too
You're almost
excited.
acting too. Go to eatabudit.com. Rachel. Mr. Fabersham, go to eatabudit.com.
Eat a bullet. Eat a bullet.
Fucking you are.
What do you? Oh, go fuck yourself.
Where
time is it? Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get out of here.
11
Where's
seconds
Mr.
away.
Hands?
It's
Were you fucking on a dial-up?
our
Get it.
40K connection.
Ooh.
Oh.
Judo
3
fan
seconds.
just came
That
out.
look Than gave Jimmy might earn him an email.
With his strike beard. Sort of scary.
Thank
All right.
What are you in the playoffs?
So
in
it's
the
either going to be the
NHL?
video or a horrific virus. So
Let's hope it's both.
Yeah. All right.
This is the video.
All right.
Deep, deep thrust.
Yeah, this doesn't bother me.
Oh, this is the horse, right?
This stuff gets me.
I've seen the horse.
Yeah,
You
it's
like
fine.
this?
I love
horse?
when watch how eager the horse is to push that big dick into this fella.
Is Mr. Hands the horse?
Yeah.
No, Mr. Hands is the guy that died.
Oh, God.
Oh. Now,
There he goes. Look at this silly rascal.
What an awful ass.
all right. Wow.
Get the fuck out of here.
That is,
And this guy dies.
now, this
Yes,
guy's
he does.
supposed to keep the horse's dick from going all the way in.
What?
But it
That's
gets a
what his
little
buddy's
slippery.
doing.
Oh, God.
He's going like, don't worry, I got it. I got it. Don't worry, I got it.
Look at the little clothespins on his balls.
But now the horse says, I mean business.
Oh,
He's got
He buried it.
Look at his
Stop
asshole
him.
coming out with the dick. Like coming.
Stop him.
How come his legs haven't given way?
Oh, it shot a fucking hole.
The horse is like, I don't get to come in him. You fucking
that horse has no dick control.
So he has clothespins on his balls.
Was that Gavin on your couch?
So he's got clothespins on his balls because without those, like this wouldn't really feel. You wouldn't feel nothing.
Otherwise, you feel silly.
Dude, otherwise, it's just like, so what a horse is taking me.
What a dope the other guy is thinking he could control the horse with one fucking hand.
It's a fucking horse.
Holding the horse's dick back with one hand.
He's definitely not.
I ain't watching this.
All right,
I ain't watching.
Well,
this is
what's
the Pain
this?
Olympics.
Oh, Pain Olympics.
Play
No.
it. Hit
Come on,
play.
man. Yeah, hit play. Bobby's looking up cheese.
Troll you guys.
It's because I hadn't made a full screen, Jeff.
All right, here's,
Okay, thank you, Thanikin.
Just
all right,
stabbing
here's
his
Pain
cock.
Olympics.
Why does a guy have a cutting board, a knife, and his dick is out?
that's
on
all
the
I
He
gotta
was
cutting
say.
board?
making
I'm
cheese and
That's
standing
all
up.
I gotta say.
This is what happens when you fuck a chick with a cottage cheese.
There you go.
What's he happening?
He's just shaving it a little
Just
bit.
no big deal.
What is he doing? What
Just
is that?
tapping his
though?
dick
Just
with a
tapping.
knife. It's
That's
fucking
right.
child's play.
It's Pain
Ouch,
Olympics.
that hurts.
I'm not
He's
interested.
tying his balls up. Who
Tying his
cares?
balls up with
And time. It's like rodeo dick.
tying it up with a little.
And he's look at that. Look at his
Rope.
little fucking penis.
No big deal. See.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hey.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
Stop.
What's he gonna do? That's fake.
No,
That's
that's
fake.
fake.
Fake, dude.
Fake.
Watch
Fake.
that
all
Fake.
It's
Fake.
all
That's
fake.
now you can watch it.
Jesus
Fake.
Christ.
It's fake.
I've done that.
It's so
Wait a minute. Wait a
fake.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's fake.
It's fake.
I'm not watching.
That might not be fake.
It's fake.
That might not be fake, dude.
Fake.
Yeah, it's
Shut
fake. You can
up.
tell by the way he's sitting right
Oh.
there.
Fake.
Yeah, I'm done.
Is that fake?
I don't know if that one is. That looks,
Jesus Christ.
that's
It looks like my
goddamn
gr-
real.
That looks like my grandmother's pussy.
Ah, you dirty fuck.
Maybe that might be real.
Wait a minute, that looks real.
That might.
He cut his balls out.
Louis
That's
covering
real.
his eyes.
I'm done.
That
Dude,
might
that's
be
real. His balls
Jordan
came
down.
out. They're so cute. His fucking
Is that
balls.
fake or real?
How can it be fake? Who did this?
I don't know. You can fucking
DreamWorks. His dirty fingernails. It's a high production piece.
Why?
CGI magic.
Oh, the guy had
Lucas.
fucking grit in his fingernails. This is real.
Could get an infection.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great. What do you get back to Rachel Ray now?
They're cooking the same thing on her show.
I just. You know what? We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else to go after that.
I got shit to
But
do.
home.
Yeah. So don't forget, you can see Patrice at Levittown at Governor's, Bob Kelly tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, Caroline's, and January 18th, his Comedy Central special comes out, which you'll be in before then anyway. And, of course, Louis C.K. in Miami Wednesday
night. Knoxville and Louisville this weekend.
Knoxville and Louisville.
And then you got Buffalo,
Cleveland, and Detroit, and over the
February
14th.
14th, 15th, 16th.
And I want to plug for myself, just look up my MySpace. I got a bunch of gigs I'm doing. One's in Minnesota, which is almost sold out. In Cleveland, second show is almost sold out. So
very cool.
That's all I got to say to you
for
fucks.
you.
All right. You guys want to do line?
Denver, not
line
so
of the day,
good.
or get out of
There
here?
were so many.
Albany could be better.
There were just so many lines of the day.
All right, we'll do line of the day.
Every line.
I'm not reading all that. BowDogFantasy.net gives you the line of the day. A listener won $4,000 from them. And they got a trip to Vegas they're giving away right now if you go to BowDogFantasy.net. There you go. Runner-up line of the day.
But Torgasm was dumping really hard. Like, there was one point where Torgasm would go down, and then a shitty, movie from, with whoever in it.
Jan Michael Vincent?
Yeah, like a Jan Michael Vincent movie that came on after.
Very nice.
Nice reference.
It's charitable.
Somebody doesn't like Jan Michael Vincent.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, what did Jan Michael Vincent do?
Sorry,
Step on your toes one
You
time?
can just move on. The show's almost over. A judgmental muppet.
I'm teasing, of
It's
course.
not like he nominated himself. Just somebody else back there did it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Another runner-up line of the day.
We're amazing at that.
What do you mean we're?
I don't understand why you keep grouping yourself in, Spick. You're a red-headed plumber. You're a farmer.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
Don't
That's
pick
how
my
great.
spinach. Stop with the weed.
Go pick my spinach.
And Patrice was sick today, too.
Patrice is such a racist.
He was a trooper. Another runner-up line of the day.
Because he's a filthy Mexican. He doesn't deserve anything.
All right.
Go back to Mexico and get a computer. Go back to Mexico and invent a computer out of beans, you fucking smelly stick.
Jesus.
Wow, the fucking Hispanics took quite a beating today.
Yeah,
in
sure
your
did.
hands.
Breaking my dad's heart today. Yet again.
The final runner-up line of the day.
You care about any black people, any black stories on there?
What's that?
You know, some kid from Compton who lost his Air Force One.
No, I don't
any
care, 'cause-
black cry stories?
Black kid came in and stole all the cases and ran off with them.
That's good.
Gavin, you good? Everyone good?
I feel good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm enjoying my smoothie.
All right, we're going to do the line
It's
of
like
the day.
puking shit.
Ugh.
There's a dead animal in the bathroom, by the way.
From you?
No, there's an animal's dead in that bathroom. I know
It
the
smells
smell.
like a fucking zoo.
No, there's a dead rat in the up in the rafters.
Oh,
or
that little fella.
something's dead in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just don't eat your egg salad in there. Just saying. Trying to give advice. Everybody's looking at me.
Here's your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
You know,
Two tin cans and a string.
It's
strung between a black guy and a white guy.
None's going to help.
You're just going to get trapped.
Black people got to stop stealing, and gay people have to stop hurting God. And Jews have to stop manipulating the media.
Gregorio! Louis C.K. line of the day. Very good.
That's funny.
And that's,
damn good, Lou.
And that's how we end it. Ann, have a great weekend.
Yes.
In Mohegan.
Yes, I will.
Safe flight.
Thank you, sir.
We should have a few good stories on Monday, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll be in Monday because I'm going to see Diana Ross.
Into a field. You will be here.
Yes.
Sorry. I hate that.
What happened?
I said I hope they don't Thurman Munson his plane into it.
Yeah. Canton, Ohio.
Yeah.
Sorry. At least not on the way back if I won.
That's right.
It would really suck.
Yeah. All right. We're out of here.
Bye.
Right.
So.
It's Flea Man from Westchester. I love Jim Norton because of his brutal honesty, his hilarious commentary on society, and that he likes to kill, rape, and eat people and admits it.
You have any fantasies about Jim?
I'd like to be in between him and Rich Voss and have them flip a coin to decide who fucks me. Fucks me. Fucks me. Fucks me.
Opie and Anthony.